Hello. Why does this keep on happening? How we doing, guys? How we doing? Oh, I can probably change my. Does my audio sound fine? Oh, hold on, let me turn off the music first. Does my audio level sound fine? Because I'm looking at it in OBS and I'm like kind of low-key peaking in the red a lot. But I know my mic is normally quite quiet, so I just want to make sure the audio is fine. Audio quality sounds fine, right? Just with my mic right now. All right. Give me a sec. Six-hour loop of Summer Game Fest Among Us segment. Yeah! Why does my camera look so weird? I look so much darker than earlier, no? Maybe it's actually just because I'm wearing black. That could be it. Oh, did the audio die? Yeah, there we go. Fixed.
For kind of fighting so aggressively over this, because as soon as Masu sees a window
Dude,
to go
I
in,
can't see my...
he actually burns Rahel's barrier, which only empowers Masu and Cryogen to
Yo, can you be nice on fucking
really
Team Liquid?
Early on. He has to take kind of an awful back here, and that gives complete control to Cryogen and Masu in this lane. This was
so I think my bot...
from them that I really liked. They're going to loop around here.
I think my bot is broken.
They're actually going to come into this space here, recognizing...
my bot for the YouTube is broken. GG.
Where's Big G?
Yeah, they're the big G's now, right? So
I'll be nice to them when they do anything remotely
capitalize on that.
interesting.
Griffin actually comes and they
yeah, all right. You know what?
About making a play on Huhi, but I believe he'd already used his taunt. So they let him go, but still not a great move. And then here, I just want people to see how difficult it is for Rahel to even step up to get CS, because once again, you're just gonna see a combo of Lucian being shielded and healed and doing so much more damage. Barrier pretty much has to be used as soon as it comes back up. And the way that they continuously punished this lane using the Lucian Melio combo, I think they're so good together, and it's the reason why they've been getting so many 2v2 kills down in bot lane.
Yeah, and the question is, let's see where Fly and TLAW rank in kills where the ADC or support kills the opposing ADC or support with either the ADC support or no one assisting with other allies around before 14 minutes, otherwise known as 2v2 kills.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. This is very simple to follow. 12 to 7. 12 to 7. Better. Strictly better.
Confused why you're sticking up for them. Aren't you affiliated of C9? Oh, speaking of being affiliated of C9, let's get that banner up.
They are willing to get really aggressive. And Masu obviously got so much credit for last week, but Cryogen I think is also having
no, Basil, I asked Basil if she's co-streaming and she said she's busy, and then I think Muramina, by the sounds of things, or what was her name? Emily. She's on Shopify. So I don't think she'll be co-streaming today. Maybe, I don't know. But Emily was quite funny. Bless her.
And is deserving of a lot of credit for being able to actually perform on this level so quickly, because so much of the discussion coming into this year was, oh God, this is going to be a huge downgrade from Busio, and how are they going to look as a 2v2, because Masu and Busio work so well together.
Yeah.
They've actually been great. I'm not saying that, you know, Cryogen is perfect, but like they are one of the best 2v2 lanes in the league.
1000%, and it just goes back to crediting taking that chance, taking a chance on a player that you have in your gut, you know they're playing well in tier 3, but like, oh, if it, you know, performs poorly.
Why didn't you ask her about the mouse
the
story? I
community
did
may
not.
not be on your side. No, completely flourishing. And the community, honestly, has really gathered around these players.
I did not know there was a
like,
rat
it's really
story.
fun to be able to see it work out in this way.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me open up.
absolutely. On the other side, though, because we've talked about, okay, how do FlyQuest play, right?
Who's
They're
co-streaming?
super aggressive. They take advantages of leads they accrue. This is something that I always find super interesting whenever someone's like, I want to play like an LPL team. A, because I think LPL teams play very differently from each other.
Yo, we
But
could.
overall, this is a
Lab, I think you'd blow your shit smooth off. We could co-stream with Mr. Shynock, man. I'm doing good. I'm back in my I'm back in my regular setup.
We're maybe going to become a
So I'm feeling pretty
more
good.
unlocked from lanes as we've seen recently, but laning is still just so important. And here are some more general stats that I think are really
Nah,
interesting
to be honest,
compare.
Shynock is
If
too
you're asking
casual
me who plays
to
more like
hang
a
out with. I mean,
general
I say this like I haven't been chilling with
really
Basil for a
capitalizing
couple
on
of weeks
quick
now on the
timing
FlyQuest
windows
games,
and
but
more importantly, like playing as a unit of 5.
Yeah.
I would actually give the edge to FlyQuest.
Yeah. And I mean, I agree with you fully. LPL teams have different styles, but I think mostly when people say, I want to play like an LPL team, they mean fast, and they mean bloody,
High
and they
combined
mean
kills per minute,
good
yeah.
hands.
Exactly.
And TL really isn't kind of hitting those benchmarks that I was interpreting what Jose said as meaning.
1000%. I think a lot of the times when Team Liquid have like really large earlier advantages, that's when you want to kind of like.
Jamada on one screen, England on the other. This is heritage. I'm not sure what kind of heritage you're talking about though, bro.
I think that's something that Team Liquid hasn't
Can't
really
lie.
done, especially if you hear consistently from not just Jose Diota within that interview with Cloud Sidkey, but like hearing from Spawn or anybody from that team, that's what they're aiming for, and it just feels like that hasn't happened a lot. But like at any week, it could just flip like a switch, and you just need one opponent to do it. The last time we had an upper bracket 2024 like playoffs game with Team Liquid and FlyQuest, it was the bloodiest one. So like, hey, it could happen. It could happen. But here are the predictions that we have for today.
We should return to blood. So all 3 twos across the board. I'm the only TL.
Just get Basil and Shynock both so they cancel each other out. Basil's not streaming, man. Basil's not streaming.
Show up in full on stage, I do think their macro is better, and I think their map play is better.
I think the edges that I would give to FlyQuest is I feel like they've been better in skirmishes individually with hands, and I think that their drafting is more creative and could give them a real edge in a 5-game series, since we all seem to think it's going to go long.
Yeah.
We all think it's going to go long, but I feel like playoffs have just completely surprised us every bit of the way. I just hope
My
we
camera
get to see
is-
like, the classic bot lane
it's doing this
matchup,
cringe
Jan
shit.
versus Masu, that it does go the distance. But I'm just going to throw out what I wish, and I'm going to hope that we get it. Let's start the games and see how it goes.
Never hoping to see anything from Summer Game Fest. I mean, we watched it last night, and we got a. What did we get? We got Code Veronica Remake. It opened up really strong. Honestly, my memory is like fucking horrendous. But it opened up really strong. There was a couple of things in there that were pretty good. WE will be winning tomorrow. I'll try and wake up for that series. Oh yeah, that's right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Platinum Games. I was a really big fan of how they handled Ninja Gaiden. Though, fuck me, Koei Tecmo, please, and Team Ninja, please remember that like Ryu Hayabusa is the main like protagonist, perhaps.
As we've reached our last lap on the road to Arizona, it's time to meet our teams. Up first, an org of perseverance personified, a team of perpetual expectations and a roster yet to prove themselves. Please welcome Team Liquid. And their opponents today, the underdogs of the LCS, the Young Guns of North America. Give it up for FlyQuest. Team Liquid versus FlyQuest. Only one can continue on the road to Arizona. Give it up, everybody, for your lower bracket elimination match.
But yeah, no, like,
it is a hype one.
dude,
FlyQuest, the youngest team in
That
all
Teenage
of
Mutant
Tier
Ninja
1
Turtles game is
play
gonna be
in
sick.
League of Legends
I'm looking forward to
this
that.
year right now.
And I agree on the
with expectations to the moon, basically.
Yeah, I'd say
I agree
FlyQuest
heavy
ahead
on
of
the
schedule,
Pod Racer
and
game.
Team Liquid is right now behind schedule.
Yeah.
So
They're in the red
that adds
zone.
pressure to
Prediction,
both of
5.
them. I mean, I listened to your interview
You know
with
what? These lot are saying 5
before the
games.
series, and as energetic as he was, that's almost the least
I think it's gonna be 3-1
energetic I've seen
FlyQuest.
him in a pre-series interview.
Unless-
So I feel like both
Judging
these
by the
teams-
Griffin.
Unless
Yeah, the Griffin is
TL
still
really
low.
over the top show up today.
One's like most pros 5, to be fair.
And I'll be very
That
surprised.
just means that I
I feel
wonder
like the
if
trend from
FlyQuest
TL has been
will
quite
Team Liquid
poor.
gonna show up today, because we know in online play,
Their
FlyQuest
drafting
is
has
really
been
strong
recovering.
forward, but now they're just doing these walkouts for the first
Drove
time.
40 hours
Setting
NYC to
up
LA for
already
this.
a different
Crazy
feel.
life decision making.
We got the big stage here. We got the
And yeah, I just feel like FlyQuest are one of the better
audience
drafters in the league.
here,
So
the pressure is on. Every time you talk
I
to
feel like
anyone
it's
from
really
TL
hard
too,
to
you know, it's there are a lot of
to beat TL in this series, and convincingly, convincingly, I think is the key word.
Is the first step of those.
BTFO these
So
guys.
if they
Hands
were
check
to
them, I just don't see it
execute,
happening.
would be another exit
Bot lane,
for
I'm
plays.
all in
It's also
on
game
a
that the organization carries and has
on
carried for a very
FlyQuest.
long time. So FlyQuest looking to upset. There you go.
Yeah, get that around.
that quick
And maybe
around.
a
There you go.
jungle. Okay, now never mind. You can flip it back upside down. I don't want to see that one anymore. But to your point, Jeff, FlyQuest, they're basically ahead of schedule right now, because what we expected for this team, or at least what I
is
expected, was
coffee.
yeah, maybe by summer split,
This is
they'll be
coffee.
really fighting for that finals weekend, maybe pushing for an international spot. But already, they're already kind of hitting their stride. They're improving as a team, and they've gotten a lot of people excited about.
All right, here we go.
And that's the thing too. I asked Griffin about that as well.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Draft,
at the
draft,
beginning of the
draft.
year, They didn't have the high expectations, but as they have seen success,
The old bait and switch. Flip it around.
as they have seen success, your own expectations, like, you can't help but they rise
Absolutely.
after you start to win. So he said they would not be satisfied.
Thoughts on TL this
with
season
only
overall?
fourth
Just
place.
disappointing.
They got here. They do
They've been
really wanna
sluggish.
make it to Arizona, so let's get into
And,
the draft, which is incredibly important with these two teams.
I think if Jose isn't firing, they just look a lot less threatening. If he's not making plays, if he doesn't have opportunities to progress the game, I think
Liquid has been pretty outspoken about being
TL just looked
fairly
like a worse team.
straightforward drafting team. They just want to make sure that they don't lose draft badly, and then they're expecting kind of the skills of their players to win lane and carry that to victory. Whereas I'd say FlyQuest has been much more creative, specifically with Griffin's champion pool, trying to find the right angles. For early in lock-in, it was things like Volibear jungle. Lately, it's been Shen and Nasus.
And Nasus still on the table here. I mean, that was something I was talking with members in the crowd. They're like, we can't give him Nasus.
Gotta
If we
find
give
the right
FlyQuest
angle for it.
Nasus, then they're going to win.
Let's go Knicks.
Yeah, it's definitely not a blue side slam first pick type of thing. Got to kind of build around it, see a good angle, and so usually I would think some focus on bot lane.
Okay,
priority here,
Orianna.
because with Seraphine being banned, Karma being
We
banned,
saw one
and
particular
Varus
matchup
being
earlier
banned,
today.
so the Lucian Melio,
Oh, they're just gonna slam
is
Cassio into
very,
it insta.
very, powerful and has
Cassio, and they
priority
split the
for
Nocturne.
bottom lane,
Okay.
obviously, but we got an insta couple lock-ins here.
Wonder if Jose will play the
So
Nefiri.
Orianna had been banned for
But
most
into
of the
Cassio, I think it's
LCS
hard.
spring, but with the rise of Cassiopeia
I think you have to play
and
something a
Quad
little bit
liking the lane
more
matchup as well for Cassiopeia,
slow and
they're
controlled.
willing to give Orianna to match it with Cassio.
You
And
could
then
also go your full bot
literally
lane.
doing this, but this was kind of an inspired
Something
special.
super
Every time
defensive
you
here.
go Orianna, lock in the Nocturne right away to try and punish him on side lane mid game.
Yeah, anything to punish
Yeah,
the
Zyra
ability
Khan, I like.
champions here.
Or even like
And the
you
thing
don't have to
is,
go
when you say
Rakan, but
Quad
yeah,
likes the
something
champion,
defensive I
Quad
like.
really likes this
It's his champion.
Yeah, the definitely signature champ for him. Of course, they previously did get it for him as well.
Oh yeah, the series is going to be a fist fight for sure. I wonder if Gakkos is going to blind and then... I feel like if you're Gakkos, you just take the free... counter pick. Well, okay.
Still feel like they are the best Zyra Khan in the league, and it is a very like
Two bans into Morgan. Sion will be one, what will be the other?
If Nocturne tries to go for you, so
Yeah.
it's mainly going to be the Orianna there for.
you wanna ban someone like Asante?
Kind of immediately.
Like Asante
an
is
anti-dive and a quick
annoying
chase
champ to
lock
deal
in
with here.
Gakkos as well. It's his second most played champion behind Cassante.
Renekton
so
probably?
far
Yeah, I
in
could also
the
see
spring,
Renekton getting banned.
Should be comfort picks for FlyQuest.
I don't hate it. It's
So
just going to be very
Really
standard
like
bans. I'm
playing
more curious about how
on
TL are
both
going to try and
side lanes,
navigate
having
this.
very high pressure, win lane
Like, do you ban
matchups.
Nami
The Jace is usually paired with
and
something like,
Lulu? Do you ban the
Lucian
AD?
Melio or
Like, what do
something
you feel
aggressive
like
on the
is more
bottom side.
annoying?
But now already seeing the Zion Rakan and having to play into that.
Wait, why did the C9 ban or not?
In that endeavors, but they can definitely still pick something to get the push.
I have LCS coaching merch through C9. Oh.
So you're taken off the table. Morgan also looks very solid on the carry so far. So trying to put him.
Why
on
is my-
something
oh
not able
my
to counter
God.
that matchup.
Yeah, Jace, take
I hate
away
when
a
my camera
couple of the
OBS does this bullshit.
angry matchups that are going to be a little bit tough to deal with. Let's see here, though, because TO.
Okay, hold on.
Building a very
This is
standard,
gonna look really weird for a
you
sec, so
know,
I need to fit it to
5-on-5
screen.
Team comp here, very safe.
Probably going to have to put Morgan on
I think.
the weak side. There's already
Okay, I have no idea.
the York, the
Sols.
Thorn band
I'm
away.
large, I know.
Malphite exists, but is a little tricky into Cassio. It would be good into the other two
It's the
champions. I
cam.
think
I feel like
Gragas
it's
could
just
also work well if
Scion,
he wants to just.
Scion
Oh
is
my
still
god.
available too.
Scion's
I
huge.
feel like
Scion's the
Scion
one.
into Jace is the class.
This thing is so stupid.
Yeah. Tank matchup would work for Team Liquid's current composition, but also they have to pick a jungler here still.
That'll do.
Typically, you want something that can carry that Orianna ball. I'm thinking J4s, I'm thinking maybe Xinjiaos, but that means that
But yeah, I got it through C9 anyway. I'm not like a part of C9. They have just, I guess the best way to put it is would be like I'm an affiliate. So that's what's up. 3-1. We're 3-1 for FlyQuest.
But they already have Rakan, and Rakan is such a great delivery for the Orianna ball. So they don't
Yeah, I could see Lucian
necessarily
Milio.
need that.
Nico.
still.
Oh, okay. Maybe Nico Ezreal.
Krajin with the Nico again. He was.
But I don't mind this
pivotal
either.
in Some of these comps
I
where
wonder if you want to
they
turn this
only
into it. We'll
basically
see what
had
Master
him
is
to
feeling
be
like.
main CC, and
Did I watch
then
LPL?
set
No,
up, he
Samuel.
really
I've
did
been
perform
really
well.
poor of it because I haven't been home.
Yeah, and he definitely served that role.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was
this
thinking.
is
The
a-
Kai'Sa
this is
maybe.
for FlyQuest is a very standard comp for them. It's not like standard for a lot of teams to run this style, but
Aftershock buff. I don't know anything about the patches right now, guys. I just
Doubling
need
down,
to
that's the second ball delivery system,
I
so
need
you're right
to
that they did have the Rakan, but they
read.
wanted more, and they also locked
knock
in
on a
the
less
Scion,
stream.
so
Oh my god, are
pretty,
you insane?
basic drafting
Are
as
you
a
Somalian?
Team
First time
Liquid.
message, are you
That's
Somalian
about
is
as stock
insane.
standard of a team comp as you
Yeah.
can get. If your team
No, I'm not
tank
Somalian.
top, Orianna mid lane, Zyra Khan fits in for pretty
Bro,
much
first
any
message,
medicine
not even a
for
like,
defense at
how
the
are you?
Go to really any year in league history.
How's your
you
day
find
been?
A similar composition to what Team Liquid
Dark.
have right now. FlyQuest.
Are you Somalian? What's worse as well is my ethnicity is in the FAQ. Like, you actually could have scrolled down and found
a
that.
little bit more and give some range for Masu to play with.
Alright, ads. I'm going to run 90 seconds of
Okay,
ads.
so currently Team Liquid with a pretty
I will
solid
see you on the
front
back end of
to
them.
back
I'm
and a
looking forward to
very
this game. I'm
classic
going to take
style
off the
of
hoodie. I'm
League of
getting
Legends chat. What do we feel
I'm getting
about
warm.
FlyQuest answers into it? Do we feel like they have the tools necessary to crack
I mean,
this type of comp?
They're a little bit low on frontline, but I definitely feel like they're going to be
No. Sorry about that.
their series last week. Masu also
He's trying to figure out what slur to use, man. Come on, bro.
But I can hear
Dude.
in the back of my head somewhere, some Twitch chat, Captain Flowers probably screaming that there's not enough engage on FlyQuest.
No way TL are losing with this
They don't
draft.
have a lot of ways
Ooh.
to get in and start the fight other than Cryogen on Nico.
No, it's nothing to be like.
You have Nocturne
You don't have to
plus
apologize
CC,
for
right?
it. It's
It's a
just
classic combo. So you turn off
there's
the
just-
lights
it's just
and you
social
make
etiquette,
Nico's
you know what I
job
mean?
A lot easier. So while that is the main thing, and we talked about them being able to rely on Cryogen in that role before, having that Nocturne ultimate really does make it a lot easier to pull off. Because
Can't just come in here and fire off an ethnicity question, dog. Nah, I'm playing.
They can poke ahead of time, and then
It's just
force
Somalian
Nico
is so
with the Nocturne
specific.
and Nico ultis.
All right, FlyQuest.
Also.
Team Liquid.
Oh,
set for
no.
game number
Oh, no,
one
no.
in
This is the
this
camera. I remember
elimination
this.
series. A
This is my
reminder,
screen.
The winner continues on to Arizona. The loser will be ending their spring split in 4th place. It's the Young Guns versus the Old Faithful. FlyQuest
You look like my Somalian
versus
friend,
Team
that's why.
Liquid.
You know, this
Ryan
reminds me of a
Gaze
time
Arena.
I was in
Make some
Ireland.
noise. We're getting into
And
game
for those of you who know Hip Rain and Trouble, I was in a cab with them, and the cab driver. One thing about Irish cab drivers, they have to have their their license on the dashboard, and he had a really unique name. So I was trying to figure out where he was from. I couldn't figure it out. So I asked him. I was like, "Hey man, where are you from?" Because I've never seen a last name like that. It's very unique. And he goes, "Oh, I'm from it was somewhere in East Africa. I think it was Eritrea or something."
Raz basically he gets second choice.
And then he
always
goes,
gets
"What
first
about
choice
you?
for what is Emily's
You look
matchup
East
week.
African."
And since we only have 2 matches,
There's only one other choice.
And then I was like, "No, I'm not East African. I'm from Jamaica and Sri Lanka." And he goes, "Are you sure you aren't East African?"
Okay,
And he just doubled down on it. It was so weird.
Favorite hand, you know? It's like you only get 2 options. It's not like it's
Oh yeah, I'm very sad about Medic, bro.
G is the
Very
bigger
sad.
G in these games. As
Oh,
you
they're
can
both
see,
tiny right now.
both of them are fairly small at the
Those are
moment.
right over
Little-
here.
Bro, are you sure is insane? I know.
Every time
Medic, are you casting finals tomorrow?
Gets a kill, We'll post
Or-
a new picture,
They'll
but bigger.
grow. They're just
Yeah,
You cast the finals tomorrow, young man?
Yeah, again, Tiny right now.
yeah, ground zero. For
Yeah?
G's.
Kobe, it
They're
seems
just
Yeah, I'm
normal
flying
size
to Berlin.
G, okay, guys? Like,
Something crazy's happening.
That's a totally normal size G.
Smallest
did seem
I've
like-
seen this year.
Griffin was confident that he was not going to give up the chain, though, because you also gave him the chain. And
And you remember the guy in solo queue who asked, "Are you Jamada from Twitter?" Oh my
back that
god.
up. And bot lane priorities there for Masu and Cryogen. They were getting some trades onto
Bro, that's the most.
Yamato
That is
and
genuinely. That's why I turned on
Yeah,
streamer mode when I
exactly.
started playing
And
solo
again,
queue.
that's kind of the
It would
crux
be
to a lot
very,
of
very
styles,
annoying.
You know, comps and styles. They like to keep pushing all lanes.
Like I'd say something and then the guy would be like, "Dude, aren't you the caster?" Like, oh, just shut up.
When you're in that position, your
Just
job
shut
is
up,
to
bro.
mark enemy junglers
Yes, I'm
and
flaming
attack
you.
them
Just
to
keep it
make
down.
sure this Jarvan can't get an impactful gank since all of
Are
his
you sure
lanes
you're
are played
correct about your own
really
ethnicity?
inside
I'm
the
sure.
bush. And then if you can keep up that pressure and avoid the early opening.
Nah,
then
dudes, I'm drinking
it
coffee right
lot
now.
of
I know I
potential
sound
for
stuffed,
games.
guys. I
Nice
can't really do
start,
anything
though,
about
with
it.
the
It is what
triple
it
pushing
is.
lanes and quad with the Deathfire touch Cassiopeia.
Well, I've got some
Does
Sudafed. I can take some
match up.
Sudafed. Maybe it'll help.
Does actually win the early lane into the Orianna.
Young
and
man,
so
a dude
Orianna
pushing
often
35
steals
is wild.
better with
Yeah, you are
combos
pushing
and
35.
fight, which could be with the Rakan of the Jarvan. But in terms of the early laning
Dude, you
plays,
are pushing 35. That's insane.
Quest to continue to keep the pressure on.
For knockback.
Yeah, I think
Yo, when are you joining the parent gang?
Does take a tough trade at the very end, misses that shot.
I feel like so many casters are
Might
just
have to
popping
back
out
off
kids,
'cause
bro.
Jose is in the
Or
area.
like having
Yeah,
kids.
and you know by process
Never?
of elimination.
Never?
We got, or
Aw.
FlyQuest got bottom side Scuttle Crab, so they're calling, hey,
Yep.
the Jarvan
Fair
here
enough.
up to the top side.
Well, Medic,
on
if it's
his vision,
if it's
on
any
the side, the tri
if it's
as
any,
well.
I'm good with disposable income.
But
Respect.
here by mid lane,
If it's any
so
consolation, man.
And more of that
You'd make a
solo
wicked dad.
1v1 advantage going to quad in the early game here, heavily chunking out Quid, who just backed and TP'd into lane and is now under half health.
Yeah, and we talk about the experience of these teams as well. In terms of playoff games, Team Liquid Alienware has a lot of playoff
Consolation?
games in their entire team.
Yeah.
Even the experienced members of FlyQuest.
I don't know. I always get
with
sad when
Quad
people
and
say they're not
Masu,
going to be.
still
They don't
not
want to
as
have
many
kids,
games
and I feel like
as
they'll
the
be
other
good
teams.
parents.
So
So to me, it feels like a
JJ
consolation. I
also,
don't know.
206 playoff games. That's not just pro games, of course. He's been playing for a while. That is longer than most players' pro careers, I would have to guess. Let's get our stats guy on that one. Hey, Leo, check us live. I love doing this. Put him on the spot live. What's the average number of games a pro plays?
Yeah, I mean, Score
I think there is an inherent bias there.
So long ago.
Nah.
And Griffin walked over a ward here into this position.
Also not
So-
level 6, so low chance that he actually...
But I get you, and we'll take the compliment.
Jose's here as
Ooh.
well. Flash
Oh
from Quad with the
my
miasma.
God.
They're trying to send it on to
That
Quad, but now they turn it back
was-
around. Quad with no summoner
Wait a
spells.
second.
Ghosts away, and will actually get out to safety. Okay, precarious position for both mid laners, but nobody goes down.
Yeah, nice counter there by Jose, getting both.
feel like
the
Jose should
Flash
pressure
and the Ghost
Quad
out
on
of
the
Quad, but
wave here,
not
maybe.
able to secure the kill. The timing
gonna walk
needs
off
to
and
be
let him get it.
perfect in order to defend that gank.
When did Kangas come back from EU? Bro, ages
Overall, I
ago.
think not much done other than summer spells.
Also, I heard from production, average pro
Like, I
player,
genuinely, like, a month ago now, no?
So Corzone was double that for just playing.
Medic, when did
I mean,
Kangas stop stealing your job?
Core's also in top 10 in terms
Can you
of
remember?
his careers in all esports history.
Oh, fair enough.
I feel like it was. I feel like he was there at the beginning of May,
average-
like end of
Yeah.
April.
What is the average number of worlds
Maybe
wins?
even before.
Because
Bro, it was fucking
well
ages ago.
above the average
Less
of
than
those
one.
with even just one.
0.0001.
Yeah, boy, yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be minuscule right there. I'm not gonna put Leo on that one. I feel like that one's too much. Masu
Now he's
Crowd-
going to take that as a challenge.
True,
He's
yeah.
on it.
That's how you actually get him to do stuff when you don't think
Yeah.
you can. Bet he won't. All right, still
You're
Prio
like,
for the bot
it's
side.
too tough for Leo. He's not going to go find this.
I bet you he can't give me $10 right now. There's no way. He'd never do it. All right, Masu and Cryogen backing off of this bot wave.
Kids are
currently.
200k a pop
Beyond
until
will catch
they're
that.
independent
Still
and
got a
expenses.
two-wave lead for Masu and Cryogen.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I can't lie.
Losing some of their health bar in those trades there. It's looking fantastic for them in the 2v2.
Yeah, level 6 Crab, the Griffin is going to have to give away to Jose Diodo right there. No Flash or Ghost on his Cassio. And if Jarvan gets level 6, that
Don't
would
they
be
charge you to hold your
instant
kids in the
death,
US?
so
Yes.
Jose now gets to play with that a little bit.
I remember I saw that.
And no flashes on the mid laner, so immediately when I see a
Brr.
level 6 J4 and
Skin-to-skin
a
contact.
with no flash, no ghost,
Bombo
I
clat.
start thinking that could be a play. Jose's currently going
Enjoy,
back to clear some of the
$600.
camps, though, as the wave was shoved in from Quid.
I know that
So they're not
C9
gonna
is
get
nice.
yet,
Oh,
but
you
now
think
Quid
C9
gets
have paid
level
me
6,
anything?
so they would have the combo. Quad has
Well,
to be
they
really
haven't.
careful.
Okay, now.
Right now, this is a
Masu
mutually
go for his
this is a
recall
mutually
here,
beneficial
so
deal.
Gonna be secured priority for
Though to be
Team
fair,
Liquid,
they
and
did
they can just get
they did
Jose,
technically help me acquire
pathing on back down
the
towards
EWC
Dragon here,
qualifiers.
get a nice setup for themselves. They've got their
So,
level 6, and
yeah,
that
they've
was
got
some
the
dollar.
control ward in the brush that leads over to the
Yeah,
Dragon
they paid me with the
already.
exposure, and then the exposure
This
actually did
little
get me a
ward down
job.
here is so nice, and getting the early setup for the first big objective fight can oftentimes mean a huge
draft I
difference,
prefer?
especially since even though they don't have flashes, they do have
TL for the
ulti.
simplicity.
There we
Oh,
go.
hello.
Flash plus
There's no
the
sums.
ultimate on the quad.
Oh,
Penetrating
low-key
into
go.
the two.
Low-key go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Griffin, first blood to Jose,
All right,
but
cool. You
answer
take that. 1 for 1, and it was a 2
1
versus 3.
as FlyQuest
That's
is
blessed.
there.
Listen, that's actually something that FlyQuest is going to take. They have no summoner spells on their mid laner, but the mid laner that Griffin wants to gank is the flashless Orianna.
Yeah.
So the fact that they get that in a 2v3 is going to give them tempo, because now Crouch and Masu get full control over the spot wave as Core spent that entire time mid.
First blood gold will be nice for Jose, but still fantastic. And ooh, nice chunks
It's
there
quad.
early on.
Quad is the Cassio
A
guy.
few of those so far in this laning phase.
Co-streaming ruined League. Yo, guys, so
Either team yet, but all about
I was obviously in the middle of starting to make the
Absolute demon recently
my
for
God.
FlyQuest. He's landing everything
Masu.
onto Yon. So much extra
Bro,
damage,
Masu's putting it all up in
onto
Yeon.
Yon,
Holy.
and you kind of mentioned
So I was in the
that
middle of
forward movement
making
away
the
in mid lane allowed him to also push
the
them
co-streaming
and
video,
get the
like
priority
an
there. Now
actual,
they're paying the price
like,
for it.
True shot
a
barrage
real
stops
one.
the back. Core and Jose are
And then
here.
obviously
Young
my
can
mum
stick
had
around,
the
but they're
had
burning so
her
much
stroke at the
time
end of
from
April.
Jose right now. I mean, Griffin has no ultimate, so anytime the Nocturne
Do you guys feel like it would
can get
still
eyes on
be,
Jarvan is just great
like,
for them,
worth
and it's not like they were punished for
make it
getting
like?
that
Would you guys still be
efficient.
interested in
An example
hearing
of Masu last week, I mean, he
like
was,
a real
he was an insane
broken
performance,
down,
26 kills, 2 assists,
you know, video
in
on
that
the
week. We're
topic?
gonna see this play one more time, Kobe.
So I feel like when that whole thing happened, there just wasn't there was like no sane take on it, bro.
As he gets Shockwave, he gets his Cassio ult off on both
Wow,
of
that
them,
was insane.
and this allows the counter kill. This sets up the counter kill
To
get
do with
that
co-streaming.
1-for-1 that you're
It
talking
wouldn't do
about.
numbers, but it'll be a good argument to hear. Yeah, I feel like it would have done.
You need to
I feel like it would have done numbers, bro.
Flash, that's really good. Yeah, Jay put in
But I would still probably do it now.
All right, play successful as we see Spawn
Don't like
given
to see
the
that.
Yeah, because he invested his jungler's flash.
Depends what I value more. I mean, the
to go for that
argument. I
play
don't really
as
care about the
well as the ultimate trades.
care so much about the views
on the
in that
ground
regard.
here
Like,
for-
oh my god.
Steals one.
Wait, it was sitting so low.
Ah.
That's
Smite
just
greed.
disrespectful here, Jose.
It's not even smite
Loves
greed, bro.
Smite
It's
available, but
legit
has multiple people
just.
in there. The Miasma trying to
Ooh.
lock him down. Pop Blossom used as well.
It's the one spell you can
Just
get out
needed
of
two
grounded
grubs
with.
over to FlyQuest.
Curious.
No, I know the
From
internet moves
FlyQuest, A little
fast.
bit of smite greed at the start from Jose, but he still secures the one. I think FlyQuest is going to be relatively happy about that, even though they did burn the Nico ultimate.
I would watch it, but only if you have random solo queue gameplay playing on half the screen.
See about the
Why
lead
solo queue
clears.
gameplay when it could
Both
be
teams
like
are gonna head
Temple
towards bottom again
Run
too,
or
though,
Subway
who had the
Surfers
swap.
or Minecraft
So
Parkour?
Yakos, lane adjustments here. Had swapped down to the bottom side. Now is going to use the teleport as they swap back. So it's swap for grubs.
This region is
swap
sick.
back
Yeah,
with the
it's great.
teleport.
Yeah, but TP advantage now for the Scion
Yeah.
with the Drake being up. So I imagine Team Liquid has that in their sights as their next play. Plus, they have bot prio already happening here for the Xayah. Seems like they have the map in an okay spot, but I mean, FlyQuest is maximizing their gold right now.
Get at the
They're
times,
about
gotta be
700
Roblox?
as
No
well,
way.
small grub lead.
And Griffin's also down here. Has
Maybe some
paranoia.
Flappy
They
Birds.
won't have
Oh
the
my
pop
god,
awesome
Flappy
cryogen
Bird.
if a fight happens around the dragon, but
You know, on my old phone, I had Flappy Bird downloaded for the longest time.
Yeah, no pop blossom is really painful. We'll see. Mid priority is getting gained.
That
right
phone
now
was probably
by
low-key
Quad.
worth a
Yeah,
little
hands
bit
check
for a
on
while.
45.
Oh my god, they're sending it.
Face check.
Griffin's gonna get this.
Paranoia.
I fucking knew it.
Steals it.
Does he get to flash out too? Oh my god.
By FlyQuest, flash over the wall from Griffin, gets out of there.
Okay, that's not a kill, but that is a big G.
Sometimes you just feel it.
Energy right there. He goes in and just
Sometimes you just feel it.
Dragon turns out the lights and steals it in the night.
I mean, TP disadvantage.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
Get
Snowball.
the TP,
I definitely,
let the Nocturne ult, because Team Liquid thinks the team fight is coming.
And
Yeah.
But he just
I don't know.
smokes
I feel
and
like
walks away. Where's the
for some
power
reason it
engage
turned into
from
a
the
whole
rest of
set
Team
of
Liquid because the
whatever.
Nocturne ultimate
Let's see what the smite number
isn't
was here.
confident to just fly in with no
9,880.
over here, but it is a
Bloody hell.
temporary 5 before he goes in a little bit late. Griffin just flashes away.
Yeah, good spell shield there as well.
I can also look to flip it. I'm gonna look to flip. Can we look to burst?
Oh, TP down.
Got it,
Okay,
run.
No, everyone run.
I rooted them. Can you get out? Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yo, what's up, Tangzi?
I love that call of burst it. We saw, you know, Nico, we saw Ezreal both throw ability.
I agree with Snowball, but I mean it even more. Yeah, fuck you, Snowball. I'm a bigger Glazer.
That is actually crazy heist right there. Gets out.
Respect.
Uses the ult and the flash, but definitely well worth it for them because dragons for this game are something that TL want to use to try and draw you into their like standard team fight. But FlyQuest, now that they've got the first
Why is there an
one,
Uber Eats
they have
timer?
so much luxury.
This is like a promotion, isn't it?
Bend to TL's will and play to their game plan now. They
Yeah,
can
I can't
really,
take that off the
you know,
screen.
play the side lane,
Oh,
spread their map,
it's gone.
use their Nocturne ultimate, try and pick people off, and let this the high damage carries really get to work.
Yeah, got to track the plates as well.
The coach rooming argument is something that's always going to come up every few months. All it takes is coach rooming changing their rules right or a piece of content going viral. That's true.
If FlyQuest
That is
able to
true.
break these turrets first, that's when they'll really get that gold injection for the future dragon fights.
And already 1,500 gold ahead currently, plus the objectives. I mean, even just that auto on the grubs gave them grub advantage. Not all
It will
three,
come back
but
up eventually,
still something
but
to track.
I think I think I'll still go ahead with writing the video.
In Cryogen's jungle, we'll spot him. Actually, no, that's
Because obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm back home now. I'm no longer at my grandmother's.
confused myself there for a second.
So I'll get to writing it, and then I'll record it when I'm not
Did
ill.
actually catch him here, so CoreJJ is able to at least land
Drop it at the
one,
end of MSI.
sidesteps and walks away.
I actually do like this from Catcoast.
You know what?
going for the serpent
Yeah, I
strike
kind
first,
of
'cause he's playing
I like
Zion,
that.
who has
It
the
also
lead
just gives me a lot of time to
but
really
then also
curate the
Orianna,
video.
As well as the recon for later on, and it's a good lethality item in its own right too. So
Yeah, let's track it. Currently 0 shield
see.
reduced.
Flag and drag onto Masu. Cataclysm as well. Flashes the shockwave. Masu, nice to get out of there.
good cooldown usage though to trade those ultis for the flash.
Yeah, 2 minutes on Drake. I think it was a good look by Team Liquid, but also just a good reaction from Masu. He had so many moments last week.
When Cadril is
where
5x
he
games
would
viewership,
escape
you
with
can
like
bring up the
100
screenshot as your video
in
opener.
his deathless game 2 and 3.
This is
So
true.
He's really been trusting his hands lately.
And also a reminder for everybody, you can see it on your screen right now. Come watch the winner of this series at the Spring Finals at ASU's Mullet Arena from June 13th.
God, it's gonna feel so weird talking about it, though.
Will be
I don't know. It's one of those things where I mean, I spoke about it obviously back in April,
Man, they have a lot of deep vision.
where a lot of the people obviously I know, I've worked with, I've hung out with, whatever it may be. So we'll always feel weird talking about it from like as a non-partisan
Does make me think maybe they try and pull
like
something off.
position as possible.
A lot of words.
Coming
Wow.
through here,
But I think
so-
it's something that like no one
But
seemed to be able
Bot
to
does
do
have his double movement summoner spells available,
when that
so
whole
still
discourse was
rely on
popular.
those, but TL, they're coming with a little bit of pressure.
Do they need that many wards?
Don't make enemies? No,
It's
I
not
doubt
like
it.
They can TP a cannon in behind or something.
I doubt I'll be
They
making
can
enemies.
TP a Sion,
Like
have
I'm not going out of my
walls
way to flame people, bro.
to try and get a flank. There's no spellbook on the recon.
They're going to have Core and Jose invade together. The jungle support synergy here. Can they make a pick?
Here before the points you make in the video get strawmanned as critiques of Cadril. I mean, bro, it happens all the time. Ah, there was something. There was a tweet. You know what? I'll pull it up and make it. We can get in a fight if you want. Medic, I think you might be one of the only casters on the planet. Well, league casters. I would not actively want to be in a fight with.
I think it's just about the info, you know, just about the
You,
setup and the entry.
like,
don't necessarily need you know, a
Flowers, that guy's a crackhead.
pull it off.
Not
But
worth it.
Even sometimes you get an open area you know has that's all Cryogen needs to have a devastating Nico ultimate.
Jat, that guy's like a top tier athlete. Everyone else is getting it though. Oh, you meant verbal jousting? Yeah, of course.
Sion's actually the one bottom lane.
Of course, no, of course.
4 TP in for a fight.
Jose might just be looking for the smite steal. Will instead back to the end of the pit and
Well, this is just FlyQuests now. Okay,
Okay,
it's a big engage, low key. Holy shit, they just blew them up. There's no way they can play this 2v5. Oh, they dropped the Herald as well. It's kind of a horror from TL. Sorry, from FlyQuest.
That is an insane engage combo. Core JJ and Quid set it up, and Morgan just bowls him down. He teleports
Kangas
in,
is
Big
tall and
Sion
shredded.
with the shield. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I've got a
Core JJ
feeling-
and Quid, that is
I've
a-
got a feeling that Kangas can't fight. I don't know what it is. He might be shredded. He might be a bit of a beefcake, but I bet he can't fight.
This is absolutely a deliberate
Jamada wants to fight Shocks on Law. In parentheses, a pregnant woman. More news at 10.
Who gets the first engage? It's Core JJ.
Cheers, bro.
Charms him up.
Bam.
into the Zio
No, actually, cheers.
system.
Yep.
The drive wave.
They never got to move. I mean,
One shot.
you have to combine all three of them for that one.
Fucking
'cause,
crying, bro.
Core JJ with the quickness to get in there for the double knockup.
You think his muscles are
he's the
cosmetic?
pivotal
No,
one.
no, no, they're not
Everybody else's
cosmetic, but
job's
like,
pretty easy after that.
Just follow up.
there's a
Yeah,
difference
give
between
the
like
credit
being
to the
big
first domino.
or like having muscles, being in shape,
Yep. The shot
and knowing how to like knowing how to fight is a skill.
Shot-
Like it doesn't matter. Like you can have muscles and like raw strength, but like if the person you're fighting knows how to fight, like it, as long as the weight difference isn't crazy,
They're very
it's
good at them, and
it's
so
pretty much playable
with
all the
that
time.
Single move, they take back the gold lead here away from FlyQuest, and if you're giving a bunch of money over to a super
Yeah, exactly. See, Trajan gets it. Kangas is a WWE wrestler, so he only pretends to fight.
To execute your game plan from then on out, they can get these objectives really early, and they can just try and do front-to-back team fighting. It becomes really difficult then for FlyQuest to do anything about this Zaya.
She broke her wrist punching
Also,
Raz.
it's Core JJ
She
that
isn't.
set it up that time.
Yeah,
Earlier
bro,
with the
poor
drag,
Emily.
We saw him hesitate a little bit to go in onto Griffin there, and then that's.
I didn't really. We didn't really get to watch the pre-show. Is she still in a cast, guys? Is Emily still in a cast for her hand?
This game, even though Griffin pulled off that nice Drake steal at the start of the game, is more favored to team. Look,
Bless her, man.
When FlyQuest has been making this late run that's been hyping
What type of
everybody
dragon
up,
do we have
because they've been
spawning
making
next?
their own plays, they play so
Infernal.
fast and They play so loose, but they haven't really been taking risks.
The
in this game.
PNGs are bugged
Maybe
for some
now they
reason.
had the Rift Herald fight go awry, they might look for a dive here.
Shockwave early onto the wave, and now Paranoia from Griffin. They're going to go for the dive. Pop Blossom will land onto one.
It's just fist fighting, not really much to
There's
analyze.
just not enough damage, and the turret's doing a lot.
This is a bit of a whatever play unless they can win the extended, because top side they're losing a bajillion waves. Can they kill this tower? If this turns into tower kill, it's fine. Oh god. Oh, and they didn't kill Core on the way out.
Would get Core out of there, and they'll answer a kill.
Ay, ay,
Oh
ay.
my goodness, yeah, Core lives at the end, and the whole time, Sion is also still pushing on top side, so they will probably...
I don't know
answer
how
the
much I love
tower
these
that was
plays
taken
overall.
to FlyQuest, though, they chop down the lead for now.
Yeah, I like the overall play by FlyQuest, but then it's just about execution. Quid gets most of the wave, now the entire wave, which makes the turret immediately turn.
Notably, no one is able to analyze boxing. This is true.
They clearly do want to
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about co-streamers and fighting? Like if it was a league?
Use the ultimate. Quid gonna keep, or Quad rather, gonna keep going forward as Core JJ is trying to keep his AD carry alive.
I think Yamato would be near the top.
That sidestep mystic shot could have been the kill, but Jan gets out of there.
The other part why people love watching FlyQuest play.
No, Yamato.
They're so aggressive, and they're going to keep making
I don't know, Yamato.
these
Oh!
plays to
Oh, it did hit him.
way back into it.
Still has
Yeah,
fun.
Yamato gives me the vibes of someone that actually does know
There's
how
not
to
a
beef.
The wolves are gonna kill him maybe right there. Yeah.
I saw him hesitate at the wolves too. It's like, oh, wait a second,
Yeah.
these wolves are coming out. Ah.
He's kind of fat though.
Okay, so
Yo,
after the last play, I like this vision toggle.
yo,
here from
that's my cousin, bro. Be easy on Yamato.
TLAW are diligently keeping up their deep vision through this red quadrant of the jungle because they want to keep setting up for dragon fights. They want to keep trying to draw into this river corridor.
Oh.
Here we go.
Okay.
No
This
Paranoia,
feels-
no flash available on Quid, but
Yeah.
enough damage follow up from FlyQuest. Gakkos was just a little too far away to land the empowered shock blast.
Yeah, Masu landed a good amount of follow-up damage, but
Who outscales? TL.
blast damage. They're not going to push for anything further, and that is going to be Nocturne ultimate down.
And Jan just
I think
playing
anytime
this
Quad doesn't have
right
flash,
there.
the fight is
Two
just not
items
really
already
playable.
completed on the Zaya. The
I would kick your ass in a fight?
threat
Yeah, you would.
to
You're just significantly bigger than I am.
Quid's Orianna, I think is what ultimate
Like if it was a cage match, like I would have to wear you down. Like there's like I couldn't.
Now, though,
Yeah, like we're not.
no,
Like we're not going hand to hand, bro.
side wave.
It's a Floyd Mayweather
A
fight.
little bit more, careful with your movements here, and that's why you see the rest of the team, TL right now, pushing.
You spelled
in
kiss wrong, bro.
shadow
No, but genuinely he
with
did.
to make
Jabloni,
sure
come here.
Orianna can get this extra wave. Everybody kind of.
I wanna talk to you.
Behind him, and they also know Nocturne ultimate is down from the mid lane play, so they have a little time to work with.
Love that play from Team Liquid.
Awesome.
Would it be weight class or elo? Weight class. Oh my god, Masu. He cannot play, bro. Does feel like FlyQuest haven't had a lot of control around the mid lane vision-wise, like ever.
Core JJ and Morgan coming from different angles, getting themselves some important summoner spells.
Wouldn't
but
mind elo, to be honest.
As of yet, not going
Yep.
to break anything for this dragon. 20
Better be
seconds
like,
ahead
I wouldn't mind
on
elo
the
because
setup.
no one else would be in my elo.
Trying to play so close to the edge.
Unless we did like actual just masters and
A
up.
little bit behind and trying to get control
At
of
which
that
point then
mid
it's
wave.
like what?
It's the FlyQuest mid turret.
Jack Spectra, Odo,
Priority very important before this Drake spawns. He did
Kobe.
get the mid prio by burning his flash.
Yeah, they're going to be able to run this.
Orcs.
The TL have everybody topside too, so FlyQuest's objective acquired for.
Oh yeah,
them at
Finn.
the
How did I
moment.
forget Finn?
And Jose and Quid just going to recall from the top side for.
I don't know if Azael plays like that anymore. Like Azael probably, like if he's locked in, but
if it's that Infernal Soul,
I don't know if he's playing like that no more.
Things like Jace, man, that's a lot of poke damage then. When
Like I played with Azael. Azael's good, but I don't know if he's Master's good.
Okay, so still looking at Quid's cooldown on his flash at the moment too, because Nocturne Ultimate is back and available, and everybody basically has their 2-item power spikes coming in at the moment. So have to be fairly careful, and that's why Quid is just grouped up with the team again. Don't want to expose yourself.
Still do like league boxing, bro. So do I.
To go for. I have to say, Masu has done a lot of work just with some poke damage here on the Ezreal.
Quid's walking forward. Masu jumps away. Paranoia pop defensively.
Ain't nothing happening here, bro. Oh my God, Jose.
Goes in. Flag and drag lands onto 2. Now Cataclysm on the
Okay. Oh!
Oh
my God, Gakkos' flash was crazy. He just got so much work done. Leon's gonna die to the burn. They will kill Quad in the end. Can they kill Jose? Oh. What a crazy fight. Oh. Wow. Good stuff from Morgan, holy shit.
It's an absolute bloodbath there as the turret goes down. It looked like the Jarvan Orianna combo.
Yeah, no medic, I know. I mean, this is the kind of shit that happens in NA perma. It just bro, it happens perma. Like you just block it out. High key, you just block it out, bro.
Yeah, you can see what happens when you try and just all flash past the front line of TL, because FlyQuest are like,
yeah, after the Nico, I mean, this engage is just insane, and like the vision is low, so Core doesn't even know exactly where he needs to go. Even if he had vision, he doesn't have R, so it's like whatever.
Chasing through to finish Yawn actually gets the tick damage, even though the Scion there CC locks Quad and then manages to also get the connect onto Masu before Jose flash EQs.
Yeah, you can only ignore the Scion for so long.
That's got to be terrifying when you feel like you're winning a team fight. Then you take inventory, you're like, okay, so we got the carry, we got the mid laner. Oh, that's a full health Scion. It's like in the middle of our entire team. Ooh.
Yeah, they're feeling the pressure. That was a good flash from Gakkos, so he's able to flash away from that shockwave over to the rest of the squad and get them fairly low. FlyQuest, so really on the edge of a knife there, quite close to getting enough in it. But TL, really nice, clap back.
Yeah, Quad needs to run it.
Jose is the one that's getting paid.
Sudden draft, who is going to kill Sion?
Even though the Sion is looking menacing.
Yeah,
there,
this
Jose
is
really the
a
key factor.
draft where that does matter.
Early in pro play, it is
Oftentimes, I think it's really important to be like, because I think people will do the who's gonna kill Sion gimmick anytime Sion's in a game and there's like no clear dedicated tank killer. But then it'll be like, the one that always sticks in my head is, there was that one like, there's like a dive comp on blue side, red side has Sion, it's just like, yeah bro, they'll just ignore him, like it's fine. Oh my God, that shockwave. Loki, Jose's dying. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, it's a horror. Good night.
To Quid and Team Liquid pull off the end.
Yeah, they just don't quite have it, do they?
Impressive because they did that combo within the Nocturne ultimate. So that's full trust right there. Like Jose saying, I'm going, shockwave me, because I don't think Quid can.
I personally feel attacked by that Sion comment. I don't think it was you. I don't know. My memory's not that good. I don't think it was you though.
If they can get this Baron as well.
Go on, Griffin. Run, bruh.
Baron start for Team Liquid. It's going to be 3-player contest here.
Dead.
If FlyQuest think they can do it, no Paranoia available. The True Shot Barrage will get some chunk
Griffin
down.
star stepped.
Still pretty much full health. Quad's
Even though they've been able to have walked in anyway.
Petrifying Gaze, full health Cassiopeia, but the Baron is secured. Team Liquid get the objective and will get out.
Wow, let's watch this one more time. So during the darkness,
I think Masu actually buffers it. Like he takes the damage. Yeah, he does.
Jose jumps in afterwards. So it is Quid who he gets the first strike bonus. Kobe, he's the one.
Yeah, he's the first domino.
The first domino.
That sets it all up there. Nice little flash here at the end too to avoid the death. And TL, their comp again is.
You know what, man? I just feel like FlyQuest felt a bit pressured to take this Nocturne because they didn't want to deal with Nocturne Ori.
really in command. With
And now Nocturne is just ISO. He's just in this comp. You know, he's just here.
And then push in on turret money, but
he ain't really doing nothing.
They played a spread again, and they're like, fine, you're going to have that dragon setup, but Gakkos is going to get at least some money in the turret on top side.
FlyQuest might be trying to not rush here with the Baron buff being in the pocket of Team Liquid and Drake coming up soon, since Team Liquid's not close to Soul whatsoever. They might just, they're all resetting, probably giving this Drake over for Team Liquid. On the topic of Quid, though, I mean, last week, he actually had an insane performance. This is his KDA throughout the series, 21-0 and 13. On Pros afterwards, he was also talking about how he was the one that was
Yo, what's up, Johnny?
trying to basically carry the team. We're going to win by me, rather than saying, oh, Jose's having an MVP split.
Oh, hello.
Paranoia bot lane though right now, play happening. Griffin jumps in, immediately chunked down, and that's another flash bomb.
Okay. It's big. They've one-shot the Xayah. Griffin's dead. Quad is free hitting, but he's kind of just not dealing damage, guys. Oh, I just realized. Quad is going the no damage build. I'm not gonna lie, he needed like tier into Leandries or some shit this game. I don't think you're allowed to go Roa.
It looks real flashy, and it is really flashy.
I don't think you're allowed to go Roa this game. Or no. What is it you do? I think it's the opposite on this champ, right? Like you skip tier. Or do you need both? I think you need tier, right?
After the initial play.
Either way, it's one or the other. I forget which one it
Jose's
is.
Jarvan are just absolute units. So, like, yes, they get the combo. They kill the AD carry. But let's not forget about this absolute
But he
beast
needed
of
a burn
man
item so
in
we
the
could
middle
go
of the
pen
fight
on
with
3.
unending despair,
Or like
never
Bloodletter
even
on 3.
getting his shield broken by the time the fight is decided. FlyQuest is trying to run past Morgan, but it's just not working.
Yeah, man, the fear chain into Nico combo and Yon basically doesn't get to press any buttons or play.
It's great. They get
it's
the one
great,
kill.
but that's all they have after that. And then TL are able to win.
Because like, bro, look at Quad's items.
The Guardian Angel is done.
Roa
level 16, ticking over now too. So
yeah, Blackfire
he's
Torch
same
also
level
sounds fine.
as his mid laner. Like he's definitely making it look good here. Quid also getting some extra money is really
It's like this
nice
is the
for them.
Cassio build you go when
Shockwaves
like the enemy team doesn't have any
been
tanks.
nice here. So TL, their
And
game plan
you're
now,
like
we're ending
versus
it
burst.
out. Just continue to stack these dragons, and their range isn't super long. You know, they are outranged by FlyQuest, so it does make your sieging a little slower. So that's why you
I wouldn't even inherently
expect
like.
them to focus a lot on keeping
Okay, maybe
the
our
deep
understanding of
vision so they
vegan
can
is just
see,
like
you know, FlyQuest plays, and then
different,
stacking
but
the objectives.
I wouldn't even inherently
Pretty
call
much
this
trying to
vegan.
gain
I just think the
towers
build.
after they get kills.
Because like vegan implies he's trying heavy trying not to die, and I don't even think that's what this build is inherently for.
Nobody on FlyQuest is ahead.
When you go Rylai's on 3, I think he's just building wrong.
Currently, so you see the total gold
Rather
breakdown
rich
there.
jungler. 13,000 gold to
In much
Quid,
LCS
11,000.
this season, can these two teams contest the title?
Bit of a difference right there. That's GA completed though.
Bit of a
Currently
diffy
for
in the
Griffin.
jiffy.
Can they
Helps a bit.
dive? Can they just dive with Morgan? Because Morgan doesn't really take a lot of damage.
Eh.
So I guess, yeah, they threaten to dive, and you're like, okay, we'll back off.
Masu's not enough to stop that one.
Well, this is NA, so this game's going to go on for at least almost 15 minutes. Unless there's a wave to end the game on the next Drake fight.
Passed onto my backline, I suppose, has been the name of the game. Can't forget about Morgan. Can't forget about this Scion. Team Liquid going to go for a reset here. 3 minutes till the next Dragon. Minute 45 until that Baron. So they got time to look at their next approach. And again, like, Jose Deodo has been the benefactor of a lot of the kills. He's now 2,000
It is legit
ahead of
form
Griffin
dependent,
as the
I agree.
Guardian Angel. So like their next team fight, he can just do the play where he throws himself in.
Yeah. Also 100% kill participation for Jose. I mean, he's having a pretty good game here.
Yeah.
In game 1 with elimination.
What's
on
Jose's
the
score,
line.
guys?
Where are those inspired snub arguers, you know? When Jose puts out performances like this, you got to give him credit. And he's been doing this a lot of the split so far, kind of the spearhead of Team Liquid. Poetic, he's playing Jarvan. Set up around the top half of the Rift, though, as that Baron's now up in a minute's time. So Team Liquid are taking away some camps, getting their vision down early.
Yeah, meanwhile, FlyQuest are like, okay, yeah, you are really strong grouped up, so we're still going to try and split push.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we'll still keep Gakkos out there, try and get some money, because we know we cannot fight you outside of our inhibitor towers with the extra, you know, wall at base. It makes it a lot more hopeful to get one of those miracle fights and turnarounds, and so they'll try and split push and try and get something back on the rest of the map, and Gakkos can indeed do that. So at the very least, they're able to keep a little bit of parity there while the rest of the team defends.
Yeah, you can see supports.
Cena hasn't won a split in 3 years. It's not happening this year either.
Knights Vow and Locket, both in the inventory of Core JJ.
Low-key, if it didn't happen in winter, I just kind of agree.
Of Cryogen, but that makes it a little bit harder to one-shot someone like Quid, because you're thinking like, how does FlyQuest win? You either get on the Xayah, well, Xayah can ultimate. Quid technically doesn't have a stopwatch or his own.
Eminez was high-key a baller. That guy was unironically very good on the sticks. He just had mental issues.
Plus a Rocket Belt, just giving you a little extra HP, Seraph Shield. It's not going to be easy to one-shot this Orianna currently, as Team Liquid will early teleport in Morgan to the top half. Three-shot barrage will chunk out Jan slightly, but again, maintaining control at the Baron and fighting for this midway push.
Last time for Fnatic won, their mid laner was caps.
You go to the objectives, you drop FlyQuest to you, and then you're able to counter-engage here with Morgan being so tanky and Jose having GA.
Sending the Nico clone in.
Flank.
Uh-oh, cool.
Flanking, lands the engage there onto Masu. The carry's down before the fight even begins.
Had no flash, I think, for
Team Liquid getting 2.
Literally a few seconds.
My player of the game is going to Core JJ. I think he's won a lot of these critical team fights.
You're saying Jose's like a middle domino this whole game? For his 100% kill participation?
Man. I like the first domino. Core JJ's had some big engages. I know Jose has the god stat line.
Yeah.
And he has been good.
You're saying he's just throwing a flag down and saying like, I did it, I helped.
Yeah, I just don't know about...
I didn't say that, but you know, it is easy to get assists with flags.
I don't know about Ezreal Nico.
Jat's a classic, you know, just look at the
I also don't know about...
100% KP?
Yeah, true.
I just don't know why they... just this... like
plays.
FlyQuest have the opportunity to lock a support or lock an AD on 3, and instead they blind Gatko's Jace. And then they don't ban Sion. It's just super bizarre. The whole draft pattern was just very, very weird.
He can revive, but he'll probably just die again.
He hasn't matched the 4th item, which Jose has an entire
Did they pick Sion into Ezreal or vice versa? They picked Ezreal into Sion.
Jose's definitely going to win the chat vote. He always does.
As well.
True.
Just super bizarre. Just weird from start to finish.
Let's see how this one ends.
Team Liquid got the 3rd dragon, and now they're going to push in. The siege continues as they're just marching their Baron buff forward. FlyQuest are going to try and mount a defense under the Nexus turrets. You have to imagine as Masu jumps away from Jose. The inhibitor will still go down. Shockwave has been used by Quid as Gatko's continuing the split push top side. Morgan missing that ultimate, but Jan goes forward. Jan knocked up. Jan has to pop his
Jan's dead.
He's still going to go down. Shut down.
They also got another carry.
The turret was unwide.
That was Quid.
Okay,
hold on.
Morgan's about to go down.
Well,
finally,
that's a lot of gold.
As the shutdown kill goes to Masu.
Well, no TP's left because Gatko's TP down, but there's a wave top already, and FlyQuest win that. Once the shockwave is down, continuing the engage is kind of the perfect storm to be able to win something back.
Dude, FlyQuest, they put pressure on TL by keeping Gatko split pushing, and so TL were like, we have to tower dive. This guy is split pushing us. That's when you can create chaotic moments and open up, you know, miracle comeback moments for yourself. Then, you know, Jan is very isolated, and so Masu's able to shift away from Jan and allow Cryogen to get the engage onto Jan. Like this,
guys, it's one bad fight in a base siege.
There for FlyQuest.
Let's just hold.
3,000 gold swing because of the bounties given away in that fight. The mid inhibitor is still down. The bottom inhibitor is still open. But watching it one more time, I mean, Jose tries to be the first domino.
Fantastic buffer again.
Doesn't connect. Good shift by Masu right here. Shockwave down. Gatko doesn't stop split pushing, so Morgan decides to go in. But then Masu escapes with the sliver, and watch the re-engage onto Jan, where they get enough CC so that they can connect the tether before one-shot him, and then Quad gets the stun on to Quid on the bottom as well.
Low-key.
Do you blame Quid for the timing?
Jace didn't even need to TP there.
Or where's you placing the blame on that? Is that...
I can't blame Jose. He's my guy this game.
If we're playing blame game, I'm saying I think Jan lost the script as stand behind the front line. He walked a little too far forward there, getting hit by the Pop Blossom. So Team Liquid struggling to close out the game, still with the lead, and there's nothing for FlyQuest to get after the fact. No Dragon, no Baron. Team Liquid are right back to control right now as they keep pushing these waves in.
And I would say this could be the last stand for FlyQuest, or it's where the game turns around. They have a lot of gold in pocket from that last fight. There's no trying to keep their fight lines square, though.
Shockwave not used there by Quid. He's just threatening it onto Griffin. And if Team Liquid just pull off their engage, still heavy favored to End it right here, right now, as now they go in onto quad. Petrifying Gaze hasn't been used yet. Now the
Quad's dead as
shockwave
shit.
there. Damage on a quad, but he still
Oh my god, he lived.
And another pop
Yo.
also from Cryogen.
Yo, Cryo.
Quest almost turn it around. Almost finding a miracle.
Is Griffin out?
But they get their carries out. There's
He's
Team Liquid.
Griffin's out. Oh my god.
Morgan, the front line has
Oh
fallen, but
my
Team
god.
Liquid get a carry out of there. Again, botching the end though.
Yep.
That's crazy. The number of times FlyQuest nearly lost the game there into now having a chance at a comeback. Just
Yeah,
look at
Quad
how
just
long
can't be where he
Quad
is.
lasts,
That's
because
yeah,
he
no,
has
no, Quad,
Lashless,
that's really bad.
Zonya's-less, so you think you can get him, but the miasma there
that's
to
so
just
good.
delay the ability for Team Liquid to fly through.
Yeah, and then they go for the counter dive here. FlyQuest, again, Cryogen can follow up with the big Nico ultimate.
We're pouring on you,
Ultimate,
Cryo.
and Griffin uses his
What fucking cool.
quite well. He barely is able to walk that one out, and he survives. So they defend. They make it a
Get the honey.
What a giga banger. This
First
is awesome.
death of the game for Morgan. There's a Void Staff now on Quad. There's an LDR now onto Masu's Ezreal, who's really beginning to hurt. With 9,000 damage in that last fight. But Soul up in 40 seconds, and the inhibitor's still down for FlyQuest. Retaking this space is still exceptionally difficult.
Griffin could find a miracle play here, though. If he's able to just get into that pit, smite it away. We saw him do it once earlier, but getting the whole team there is going to be a little harder because of how hard it is to push past these super waves.
And Morgan has this teleport, so Team Liquid can have him control the side wave.
It's playable.
If FlyQuest step up.
It's playable. Quad has flash.
FlyQuest are gonna step up
Masu
here
doesn't have
because
flash.
Infernal Soul is a very big
His
reward,
flash is
so
up in
they're
like
just gonna
a
teleport
minute.
Morgan really early. Have the
If they
Sion
can
here
slow
ahead
stroke
of
this
time
Drake
to
somehow,
get
like
engaged.
it's
And there's Super Minion Wave pushing
it's
through
really
mid
chill
lane,
for them
so
actually.
FlyQuest on a bit
But
of a
no one's
timer,
on
but they
mid-wave.
can at least approach from the side. They gotta go now.
Gotta do it
They gotta
fast.
go now.
Masu just got chunked by the Orianna there.
Okay, they're gonna get
Paranoid's
soul.
been used. Two-shot barrage will land. They see that the Dragon's within smiting range, but there it's secured. Team Liquid get the Dragon's soul, and FlyQuest do not find an avenue in.
They're gonna give Nash too.
Huge for TL, yeah. I mean, Baron's up, so.
Oh, but if
should
they
be able
give
to get
Nash, I
through
think the
and end
game's
game with
over.
the Baron buff. I feel like that was the moment for FlyQuest to full send again, but.
They just didn't have the positioning there.
Asgard goes
I mean, the
2.4k
Dragon
gold ahead when he was
already
completely
so
useless
low
10
by
minutes
the
ago.
time
He
the
got
knock
A
was
shut
on
down and he was
off.
split pushing
He did not
earlier.
flash on
So
Nico to try a hard engage. So it's two bad options right there.
Yeah.
Either send
Yeah, I
it
don't know. I
lose
think
or
this
give up
Nash
the
is a-
Soul Baron and likely lose.
TL had really good setup because 2 lanes of super minions kind of give you that pseudo.
Maybe they
vision
can hold.
down
If
those
they could
lanes and then
engage
wards on all sides,
before-
so nicely, you know, set up
like
there.
Masu has
They
flash, Quad
engage
has
to
flash.
recover,
Griffin
so
doesn't have flash.
They don't get any surprise Nico ultimates.
Yeah,
and
Nico
Cryogen
needs
doesn't
R.
have
That's the
flash back
big
yet.
one.
Can they do it this time? Is
Yo, can
I
Quad
mean,
just run Morgan down if he
in the
presses his
right
R
line,
key? I think he has
will
to.
Solo kill Morgan
Yeah.
eventually. Morgan has to use
I can flank.
unstoppable onslaught flank. Quad coming in. Morgan's gonna have to rejoin with the
low-key?
rest of the team. Quad sees core, and we'll
Okay.
back off. Team Liquid look to be able to get away.
Delays about a minute of that Baron buff. Still going to be the Infernal Soul. On display right there, Infernal Soul doesn't make you tankier. So Quad's still able to do damage to the opponent.
Catching these waves now. Gakko's getting big gold injection. They're just farming up these waves. But the gold lead has not really improved for Team Liquid after that Dragon, after that Baron.
Oh, you know
Still
what?
only a
Not that I have a lot of
2.8
LP. I need to check
Baron Bell
when I'm gonna
himself has
decay.
only mounted to a 400 advantage for them. That's the problem with the supers, is that you're just giving so much CS to the opponent. If you can't close out the game, you're kind of giving them gold.
Yeah, it's also the problem with losing.
I've been feeding playing solo queue for a while.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that might be the more impactful one of the two. Thanks for the reminder. Team Liquid going to look to take a fight again here, or at least start the siege onto the inhibitor. Not actually taking it down right now. They're going to let this top wave crash in as well. They still have the Baron buff, so Quid will empower that entire wave. Cannons coming in mid-wave.
The Infernal Soul just so powerful. Looking at Yon as well, full items in his inventory. Just that one control ward, waiting for his essentially 7th.
I'm just
plus the
watching.
Infernal.
I'm watching for Quid at all times. That ball could be the start of every.
Oh!
There's a huge chunk
That's
on
a
the quad
domino.
right there. Now a flash engage from Core JJ. They got on the bottom again.
Oh, they
Jose goes godlike.
all right.
As Team Liquid dive the turret, and this
Well,
time around it pays off.
there
Griffin's
you
gonna
go.
fall to Jan on on a killing spree. Gakkos under the turret. Team Liquid with a Game 1 victory. Only Quad alive. As he'll try
Okay,
and
big
get
step
this
up
way,
from
but Team Liquid with all
from Jose and Core
understanding
as a duo.
GG. First lap on the road to Arizona, completed by Team Liquid.
It wasn't a clean win.
They'll go up 1-0 in the series.
It wasn't a clean win at all, but if you're TL, you're happy to at least go one up now. All right, I'm gonna run those ads, guys. Feel free to tap out and return. Do what you want to do. I ain't gonna stop you.
Kill participation from the Jarvan, or the first domino that is Core JJ. Lounge, what do you think?
I think we had a really, really fun game with a ton of crazy fights. So we want to start just by going through a couple of these fights here. And we're going to highlight it with our Samsung Rift Vision breakdown here. This attempted engage onto Masu gets turned around pretty nicely by Cryogen. This is back at 22 minutes into the game. Was really well handled here. Honestly, on both sides, some big plays did happen. TL are going to be coming out of this side lane brush here. They're going to be looking for Masu. Masu is going to react very quickly as TL do look to engage in on
Quad.
him. Note that Quad Griffin
No
in the area.
Cassio.
Cryogen is over here on the side. And both top
Early
laners
doors.
you can see out in the side lane, so they are going to be around and available once this does really kick off. So Masu forced to shift back. Immediately, we see the paranoia popped here. And Jose is coming in on the side, so Jose is still thinking he's going to look for a fight. You can see the tower HP is basically 0 there, so TL are pretty unperturbed by this. They are going to be looking to actually start out this fight. Masu takes a little bit of damage. Jose goes in as the tower is finished off. You can see he gets a 3-man knock-up there.
Yeah, Fly needs to draft
there.
better.
This is where the turnaround comes in. Cryogen is going to get cataclysmed in.
I feel like,
As he gets cataclysmed in, he's
you know what,
already
maybe
changed
I
the
can,
top blossom, and
no, I
look
don't
at
even
the
like the
TL members coming
Jace.
in.
No, I don't even like the
Look at
Jace because,
Gakkos,
like,
who's already arrived on the
you want
flank,
Jace
and he's gonna
ideally
find
into
a
as
really
little
nice
engage as
flash
possible.
on this pop blossom,
They're playing
getting on
Rakan.
top of all of the
There's too many
TL
engaged
members
junglers
here,
still up.
finds a sick pop blossom,
And you don't have enough, yeah, I don't know, the more I think about the Jace blind, it's just fucking horrendous. They just didn't need to do it. Bro, give Gakkos R5. Like,
gets a good knock-up onto Gakkos, and Gakkos is forced to flash the shockwave.
excuse me. No, this game was long, wasn't it?
6, and
Yeah.
they've got the
Pretty solid front.
Look this. Right. They blind Jace on 3 when they're looking at Orianna, Zyra Khan. When on 3 here, what you need to be doing is you need to be going something like Caitlyn, or you need to be going something like even, I mean, honestly, TL banned the 2 champs I would expect Masu to like want to have in this lane. But even if you don't end up on either of these 2 champs, it's like, bro, at least give me a Lucian, like Milio maybe? Do you know what I mean? Like, give me something. Give me something that's actually going to pump some damage. But either way, it's like, okay, what is the fear here of going an AD on 2? Or even going like Nautilus, like, because you've got Nocturne, right? Obviously, the Nico pick was fine. But even that, I would prefer Nico on 3 here. You know, like, there's so many things that would have just made more sense. Corki, even, like, I actually maybe think Corki would have been something that you consider playing. Corki Nami. You know, like, there's so many. Yeah, Yunara Lulu. Like, there's so many. Oh my god, Yunara Lulu would have been fucking incredible here, I think. Like, I don't know. There's just so many things that you could play. Like, this just seems like the worst decision out of all of them to land on. And then because they go Jace on 3, they have to ban Yorick. But then they're afraid of Wukong Rakan. But it doesn't matter anyway, because, you know, this Jarvan could have been a Vi, it could have been even a Trundle, to be honest with you. It could have been fucking anything, and it would have been, like, useful as a bridge to get Rakan into the back line. I don't know, it's just so insane.
The ulti from Cryogen gets triggered. He dies before it even gets used, just because a W from the Orianna, from Quid, does make it so it's easy to play through. So we can just see the rest of the fight. I mean, it was just nice to be able to see Team Liquid on the same page. So that was, for me, the fight that I wanted to talk about. I think that pretty much covers the good moments that were coming through from FlyQuest. Yes, there were like the base defense that FlyQuest had overall, but I think it was pretty much didn't really matter. I was getting a little worried because Jace was threatening topside turret, and I was like, wait a minute, if one more of these fights happen, they can just like go with the wave topside and end the game. But no, there was quite a lot to cover from this game, and it gave me a lot of hope that we have a pretty long series.
I think the draft is fine. They just got outplayed by Core and Jose on those engages. No, bro. The draft was bad, and they got outplayed by Core and Jose on the engages.
Really well. I thought he handled
Mutual exclusivity, man. Like, yes, the engages were very, very good from Jose and Core, but the draft still blew. Like, it was still bad. Like, the choices they made on 3, 4, 5 did not make any sense. Does Yunara Lulu do better here? It puts Zion to the ground in lane like Ezreal, but it can chew through Sound has mobility. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Yunara Lulu would be good. Then you have Lulu Nocturne, which I think is really slept on. Because Wild Growth has pretty big range. I think people don't really respect how much range it has. Right, I need to mute the stream now because otherwise on the YouTube side it gets shot. No. Here we go. If you're on Twitch, you get the tunes. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of fly draft that game on. La, 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 la. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to be doing my shilling. Discord, guys, if you aren't in it, I recognize not a lot of the names anyway here, but if you're, you're relatively new here, or maybe you're a regular and you haven't checked out the Discord, feel free to join it. We're trying to grow it out so we have a stronger chance at applying for a league partner and succeeding. Having an active Discord is something that will probably benefit us. And we do a bunch of stuff in there. We watch sporting events, we watch gaming events. People in there just talk and chill about different things. The World Cup is coming up, so we're probably going to do a bunch of watch parties for the World Cup. So if you're interested in having a group to watch the World Cup with, that'll be a place to do it. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord. Help grow out the community a little bit. Yo, Joel, thanks so much for the 4 months, Beast. A lot of banner and lots of crash outs about Haram Ball and Haram drafting. Is it coming home though? Nah, I'm not saying nothing. If it comes home, bruv. I'm gonna apply the same mentality I applied to us and the Premier League to England. I will not start celebrating until I see us lifting the trophy. You get it? I mean, that's just cope for losing the Champions League, though. Nah. Absolutely not. I don't know. It's weird how much Arsenal gets hated as a football club. Like, I don't know. Super bizarre. I never see this to the same degree with any of the other big clubs whenever they're doing well. Are you cheering for the USA? What, the World Cup? Fuck no. Don't hate the club, just hate the majority of the fan base. I don't even know why. Like, I think there's as many clown fans in the Arsenal like fan club compared to what do you call it? Basically any other club. Arsenal play shit football. Arsenal play unwatchable football. Yeah, because so many other clubs play like free moving, free flowing football every single match in it. I actually high key think by and large, like 80% of the people that have that take are like mad coping.
And welcome back to
Also, if the football is so
versus
shit,
Team Liquid
like
on the
respectfully,
final
why did it win the
lap.
Premier League?
Arizona, Team Liquid taking game
Why has
one
it been
here
second
in
three
this best
times in a row
of
before that as well?
and looking pretty solid and secure along the path. It took 3 attempts to close out the game, but they got it on the third, and that's what matters.
Yeah, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
Also, a little bit of counter engage into the hard engage of
People calling
FlyQuest
Arsenal
right
shit
there.
football are mad
But
casual.
gotta
No,
give
I
credit to
agree.
Liquid in that game, right? Because a lot of the hype before the
I
series
agree.
was on the side of FlyQuest after their flashiness in their 3-0.
Arsenal got a lot of obnoxious fans that can get surprisingly loud for a club that hasn't won anything since the year 2003.
It is funny how after their 3-0, though, it felt like there was less confidence in Team Liquid compared to FlyQuest and how they looked in the 3-0. So I'm happy to see Team Liquid kind of surge here in game.
You don't want to say defensive football. Okay, that's one thing. What do you want the team to do when a lot of the forward play has been bad for a long time? Like even with Gyökeres, like this team has kind of failed to really play with the strengths of Gyökeres, which I actually do hold Mikel Arteta responsible for.
Always these melee assassins like the Akali as well. Up there for him, and we've seen
Yeah, I don't know. Arsenal fans laugh off Saka too much.
That's been a recipe that a lot of
I will
teams
say,
have
like
gotten
that's our you know.
success. If
I hope he
Liquid
stays at the club
keep
and
him a little
retires
bit
at the club.
uncomfortable, then they
But like
have
this
been able to
season,
find
I mean, post his
success,
injury, man, he's just been a different player.
pretty good Oriana game in
Not the same
previous
level of
one,
flair.
playing to the rest of the squad. Let's see as we whittle it down. Also, the Ambessa is a very good value band versus FlyQuest.
Yeah.
Gyökeres is such a weird case.
Griffin love playing it.
Yeah, Gyökeres is a baller. Like I hope he stays, but we just don't use his body.
FlyQuest is gonna try and
He's a strong guy.
with their draft this
We
game.
don't play no hold up
Relatively
ball with him at
standard
all.
what they pulled
It's
off
so
last
weird.
game. They made it close with fights down the stretch, but I want to see him cook a little bit.
And you can't really like do early Ash Seraphine anymore because like the Caitlyn Bard is still up, but also FlyQuest love the Lucian Melio, and so there's so many things. Even though TL usually really have high priority on that, definitely can't do it really early on in the series.
Crazy how no one won the
Until,
Saka Palmer
Caitlyn
Foden
Bard
debate.
and, the Lucian have been
Oh
taken
wow,
out.
yeah,
So
Rise is really strong here. I mean, they can just go Nivea Quid, right, if they really want
So
to.
it's a little
But
too far
Oriana
takeaway.
and Cassio
So
out
Liquid can punish
feels
it with.
really good.
Do we think it's still technically flexible too, or is it just mid lane?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Lee
It's
Sin game
definitely flexible,
eventually
especially
this
on
series. We'll
FlyQuest.
see.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
Gekko's
gonna be banned a
definitely
lot, I
would be one
think,
to play,
however.
a Rise top if they wanted. So I still like the Anivia as well as a possible answer into it, because then you're also answering flex, and you're like, well, I've got a
Hurry.
Anivia mid
Either
for your
lane.
Rise.
All right,
mid,
which of
or
the engaged
move
pairings will it be
around.
then?
But Quid wants to go for some kill pressure. This makes
Yeah.
me think that they will do some sort of ganking jungler. You need, like Pantheon is available.
I know, but if
Vi is available, and you
if
can
they
pair that
Vi-
with Ahri to kill.
If they buy, it sets up the Shen trap card.
True.
And he gets to play Shen. But
Yeah, true.
I reacted to this because on pros I asked Quid, what's your favorite thing in solo queue? And immediately he said, I'm having a lot of fun with Lichbane first Ahri. I'm just not sure if I can play it on stage yet. Because he says like with
Need a little
Lichbane,
more time to
he
cook.
just dashes in with RW autos and he's getting like 70% of their health.
The Lichbane buffs were actually really nice.
Yeah.
And the move speed is super underappreciated too. So nice. I like the adaptation.
Also, if you're going to be in a side lane taking turrets a little bit faster, I can see it. I can see it coming together here. It's going to be paired with the Jhin, as I didn't hear any groans from the
Ooh.
audience this time. But I feel like Jhin has
Norlis.
not been super hot on a lot of people's opinion meters.
Ben
so
had
far.
that like what 13 kill Jhin game versus
Okay,
FlyQuest?
that bring it
Okay.
back then.
So
that brought the whole back.
maybe they're looking to repeat that. And again, it's long range to follow up if Ahri's diving in for aggressive plays. So You know, maybe it will play out. It does make you think, though, Kangas, if they're showing
Will they
Ari
go
and Jhin,
the
you got
jungle
left to
pairing?
slam a tank.
Right?
A good, like a super
I mean,
beefy
Ornn's
tank.
gone, Sion was gone for the previous
Or
game.
do you
but I
go
was still
for
thinking
like a
maybe
Rel?
Galio, but I guess you're probably sending
Type
the Ryzen
champ.
there. What do you think,
But
Jed?
remember, Gakkos has not performed that well on tank, so you're getting tankiness
But
in
Griffin,
with your
you get it with
engagement.
Griffin,
They want the Vi,
though.
okay.
Well, this is, but look, they're Vi on 3, and then they're going to immediately ban the Shen.
Yeah.
So they really wanted the Vi, but they just had to wait until the end.
Patience. Patience is rewarded here for Team Liquid, as it's Senna plus Nautilus locked in for the bot lane of FlyQuest. Monster's played a lot of different champions so far this year, and Senna's one of the ones that not going to expect a lot early game from it, but definitely scaling into the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing with.
Do you know what I
FlyQuest,
think would
like,
cook
I'm
here?
just saying, Gakkos doesn't play a lot of tanks.
I can't
but
remember if Griffin
does,
probably
so he
plays
can
it in the
fill
Fury.
role for the team. Even if
Yeah,
you
Griffin
throw
definitely
bans
plays
at
it.
him, his champ pool goes really, really deep because you're banning a lot of specialty champions. So still could play the Skarner as the tank, or you know, Nasus or something like that as well. Problem is, Ari's pretty hard to track down and stuff. We'll see what angle they decide to go with.
Quick shout out, Think Card, Coach Furia last year. They just qualified for MSI as the #1 seed of the CBLOL, playing Nasus jungle in the last game of their series.
So what I'm hearing is FlyQuest will win once Think Card moves to another team.
No, it's once they play Nasus,
The
but it's
baby
the ban.
Okay.
The double Griffin 4-5 ban
Wow.
to try and shut down his counter.
The Fury against Nautilus and Ryze? No, I want the Fury for Griffin.
These are the two classics that Griffin has kind of made a name for himself on.
I don't know if he has
so far
enough
this
prio,
year.
though.
Split. And now, what are the other tanky options at this point?
So I
here?
mentioned the Skarner before, and then you can
Okay.
also do a Sejuani if you want to do a top lane carry champion. So if you did a top lane champion that you want to
I think
carry
here's the
with, that
thing.
would synergize with
Core
Sejuani,
is gonna
do
lock
that.
in like
Skarner
some
is
bullshit
fine.
support. Right? It
Even
doesn't matter what it
though
is.
doesn't get
It's
played
really
right
just
now,
blank slate, whatever they feel like
Malphite
doing.
actually is in a pretty decent state. I don't think it's going to happen because they already have the Ryze. So
And then
probably not gonna
after
happen
that,
this time around, but it can be an option. later
Morgan will
on.
want to have something very
Okay,
stable.
so they ban out the Vayne
Alright, there's the
as
Rel.
well.
Ooh.
I was just
Uh,
talking about the Rel previously.
Okay,
but
now the
she got
Fury
buffed
seems
right
even
before
better.
Enchanters took over, so we never got to see her become prevalent. But Core loves Rel. He is so good at Rel.
And look at what Team Liquid has done in the first 2 games here of the series. Rakan and Rel.
Yeah, give me the
getting him back on
Fury
Engage to try and bring
and
direction to the
a
Team Liquid team who
Bruiser.
hasn't been on the same page in team fights. I do believe the Vayne ban was to set up a Gnar blind pick. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if Morgan just matches it with Renekton because he's comfortable enough in that matchup, but we'll have to see what they
I mean,
go
Gnar blind into
I love the
Morgan
direction
is
for Team
just,
Liquid, though.
it's fine.
Picking Core JJ,
Morgan is not the kind of player that will come out. He's not going to go out of his way to play someone like Camille or
They have so
Malphite
many ways
or
to
anything
engage,
crazy. Like,
so
he's
many
just
ways to
gonna do
start a
whatever.
fight. Core can be
Griffin,
that
this
first
isn't a Fury
one
game, bro. Run it.
But Jose can as well. Even Quid.
Okay.
Ari,
Well,
and then
I
Jim
don't know
with all
when
that
this champ is
rain.
good, so.
Shyvana's going to come in here for Griffin.
And you have the prerequisites for Shyvana. Like, you can't do Shyvana early either. You need to have a setup from either your support or your top laner. Nautilus is perfect for Shyvana. Nautilus roaming around with Shyvana can definitely set her up really well. And they have the Senna for the extra healing and shielding to keep the Shyvana in there on the front lines.
Oh.
When ACS
Oh!
Yes!
Oh!
Shyvana, still
Okay!
Shyvana only
Yo,
turns
never mind.
Nautilus.
I lied.
I mean, they did
Hey!
a little bit, but
Hey!
still super,
Alright.
super good.
Yo, Morgan, I'm going to run
And
ads.
he can
Hey,
steal
Morgan,
away
I wasn't
Nautilus
familiar with your
and have
game.
lots of engagement
I wasn't
options.
familiar with your game.
It's
Okay,
actually a
Morgan.
really good Silas thing.
Okay.
Good matchup, good ultimates to steal.
Let's see it.
We're gonna see the Silas into Gnar again.
Kobe, you could see the smirks from Spooks, from Morgan, from Spawn when they saw the angle for this pick. So the early lane isn't amazing, but look at what he gets in this game. Gnar, Shyvana, and Nautilus as his big ults to steal.
No. The early lane is playable. It's super playable. In fact, it's borderline unlaneable after level 3
And
anytime
again,
Gakkos is mini Gnar.
about trying to attack the Gnar when he's in
Because you
mini
trade
Gnar
in and you
form.
legit just deal
We've saw it
70% of the guy's
previously.
HP bar if you land your chains. It's really ridiculous.
From it. But if you have a Vi jungle and an Ari mid lane, that
It's
combo
really
either,
ridiculous.
like, gets the kill mid and
Also,
then Ari
Silas
can
gets
run
to
you,
steal
or the
Shyvana ult
Vi
as
can
well,
also
like-
set up, and go to the
Dude,
Silas
this is
too.
nuts.
So
This is a nuts
lots of
Silas angle.
possible kill pressure, for these solo
Well, it's
lanes.
Super Carry Morgan
I
game,
do
guys.
expect these lanes to be
Like, Morgan
volatile,
really has to
and I
pop
expect
off.
the junglers to get involved. At least the Vi too. Shyvana should be power farming.
I'm just so excited for these two team compositions to match up in this game because of the amount of engage and how aggressive FlyQuest likes to play and push the pace. On top of how aggressive Team Liquid can play their early games, I'm hoping for some early fireworks.
Lord Morgan given the keys to the kingdom here in game number 2 on the Silas FlyQuest. Down 1 game, but not out yet. Game 2 of Team Liquid FlyQuest underway.
Ooh, Gakkos is going with a Doran's helm too for nice value for scaling later on. We'll see if Morgan is able to.
Yeah, I like Doran's helm here.
All early. Expect both.
Early magic resist is super valuable into MR champs.
Especially Shyvana, really.
Most HP.
Oh no.
Bigger G, the bigger G after game number 1, there's no doubt, is definitely Griffin.
So you said it's not that's not a small G, that's a normal size G.
Completely normal
it looks
size
much
G, bro.
smaller
Ooh,
now
lethal
that,
tempo, nah.
Griffin has gotten the capital.
Yeah, Griffin.
Yeah, I
is a
like that
medium
tech
G at the
actually.
moment,
Normal size
yeah.
D. Right.
Morgan also has
I guess
grasp,
that's your
which I don't.
opinion, man,
Maybe
but-
that's a pro.
But it does mean
Pro preferred thing.
mean that Griffin gets to keep the chain, the big gold.
He does.
The
Yeah.
gold
But basically, the
chain
way the
as
trades
well,
work is
so-
they're
Look,
really
your opinion on G is completely fine. You know, I
thank
respect
you.
it. I
Yeah,
respect it.
Totally normal.
Yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile, mid lane, I do expect it to.
Silas wants to keep the trades very short unless he can all in.
Unfortunately, both our junglers are like farming junglers, but
So Gakko's going lethal tempo actually makes
talking about
sense.
Yeah, and also another item to call out is the Doran's
If you
helm
can
on
get the attack
early
speed quicker.
Senna. A lot of
Oh,
Doran's bow I
Doran's
see,
helm
but I'm a
Senna.
big fan of a little bit of extra durability on the Senna.
Dredgeline lands right there, and Core JJ is able to get out. Just
Huh.
some trading happening. Don't expect a kill. And we actually do have Emily standing by with ThinkCard for an interview.
Thank you so much, Kangas. ThinkCard, as we kind of look at this early 2v2, see how it goes for you. I'll pause for a second. What did you tell the guys? Because I actually really loved like a lot of your base defenses, and it seemed like you're really, really into it until some of those later fights.
Yeah, honestly, we played pretty well until that that Herald sequence. But even after the Herald sequence, the game should be a little bit hard when they're playing Zyra, Khan, Ori with like full control of the map and first setup. Like obviously, Ezreal, Nico wants to poke and all that stuff. So told them, you know, we're playing pretty well. Just make sure that we do the extra step and talk about what engaged tools the enemy team has for team fights and skirmishes, and where like those engaged tools can be.
And speaking of engaged tools, I think like just take me through kind of your composition and how you feel like it matches up to TL's. Did you expect that kind of Silas to top swap?
I feel like I've never seen Senna
I
win.
think the Ari.
Asu's not a bad Senna player.
We were pretty hyped when they locked in Ari. Honestly, I was feeling really, really good about this draft until they locked in Silas, because Silas with Shyvana R is actually, in my opinion, the best R in the game. So we'll see how that pans out. That being said, I am very, very happy with everything else about this draft. So let's see if the Silas actually gets.
Yeah, I honestly, I agree with
Thank
ThinkCard
you so
there.
much for taking the time to join me. And back
I
to
think
you
this
guys
draft
at the
is very, very tenable. It's just that Silas
See
can
that.
really
I
be
love
an X
getting
factor.
coach responses to the draft specifically, because he even highlighted that Silas. Yeah, everything else we feel good about, but that was the wild card that Team Liquid threw in. And now bot side, another little skirmish here. Dredgeline
Oh.
back on a Core JJ, has to
I
crash
feel like
down
that was
away
maybe
from the fight
rundownable.
as Young gets a fourth shot onto Cryogen. We've seen a lot of scrapping down here in the 2v2.
We really have, and if FlyQuest can get control early, that's going to be huge for the Shyvana to farm up.
I mean, this is just more fun, in my opinion, to watch. I love watching when we have melee supports back in the you know meta, and we get to see a lot of the heavy all-ins. And let's take a look at the results that we have previously had, because TL versus FlyQuest has been a hype matchup and a bit of a rivalry over the last few years.
It really was. 2024 was all about TL versus FlyQuest. 2025, TL really fell back in Split 2 and Split 3.
Yeah.
And then with the off-season acquisitions from Team Liquid and the exodus from FlyQuest, we thought it would snap back, but it hasn't necessarily been the case here with the loser getting eliminated today. We'll have to see.
But the rivalry between these two orgs, well documented over the last couple of years.
Obviously, the most famous is the Minions ending
Yep.
the finals, and that one,
crazy.
of course, in the favor of FlyQuest. But as you said, you know, their roster really changed since then, and
Okay.
Raptor fight.
Yeah, Kobe,
here.
I'm going to have to cut you off here. Griffin loves those Raptors as Engage comes in from Core JJ.
Wow.
Rooting up Quad
Cryo
Charm on a
smurf there.
Cryogen. Should be able to walk away from this one. Has the flash available. Just uses the E to get some slow, and will flash eventually. FlyQuest and Griffin contesting
Full some Cryogen
Raptors.
improvement. that clip right there.
At this point.
I'd say the hit rate on his Raptor invades is like 30%. They didn't even have Senna there
Jan
at the
here.
time,
This is a
but
pretty
this
good hit
one,
rate as a dredge line onto the AD carry, plus the roof follow-up. Jan goes down.
Good stuff.
First blood to Masu.
Okay, sometimes the
Does that count?
sometimes the benefits of a jungler invade for Raptors are on the return of everybody going back to lane after the Raptors.
Well, it's fascinating
Genius.
because Masu wasn't even there for the fight. Jan was, and then a little bit of a lazy return to the lane. He would have lost several minions if he takes the long route around, but taking the short route right there.
But on top of that, he takes the short route and then deadly flourishes to try and get a minion, so he's kind of locked into place. Really rough timing there from Jan. It means that now first blood gold to Masu, the Senna already getting fed early on here, and we'll just continue to scale as Jose is on the bottom side.
I mean,
Okay,
Core had
Griffin's on Drake.
to recall after that, the skirmish there. He was so low. Now he got locked up.
Crashdown lands here onto Masu. He was trying to get the minion wave and farm up as much as he could, and he trades his health bar for it.
While that happened, though, Griffin had to pull off the Drake as Jose took control of the river. Both junglers actually still level 5 right now, and because of
I'm surprised
Masu
Griffin
getting pushed
dropped
back, Jose's going to get the level 6 crab and likely
for
the Drake
this.
afterwards if he wants it as the Vi.
Yeah, Silas up there trying to do some work as well, get priority, and then move on down through the river. They've got their ward set up, though, so Jose did get the crab. He's got the level 6 availability with Vi, and now especially the solo lanes have to watch out.
A lot of it was probably
Surprised
that,
they didn't
to
at
be
least
honest.
look at
But
the
Busio,
Dragon.
I think, was
Taking early
always
Dragon from
naturally a very
Shabaka,
talented player.
Really good, preventing her from getting her scale mill passive stronger. But also, you know, happy to just go back and keep farming up in the jungle here. Cryogen interrupting Core JJ right there.
Yeah, I think something Jose's really cognizant of, especially against Griffin, though, is leaving his own camps up for too long to get the counter jungle, because that's kind of how Griffin's gotten his advantages in previous Shyvana games, is finding windows to get a bit of a farm advantage and then cycling. So totally fine with Jose having level 6 and then using it to just go and get the rest of his camps.
We see this bot lane. I'm actually... So Masu's ahead about a wave. And also now Dredge line comes in from Cryogen, going for another engage. FlyQuest have been opting for these little skirmishes. Typically, when I think of Nautilus into Rel, I think of Rel as more of a counter. Your Shattering Strike can break the Nautilus shield, and that's where a lot of the tankiness comes in. But so far, it feels like FlyQuest have been getting the better of the 2v2. You know, throughout the lane, and now, of course, Masu with even more CS advantage, plus that first kill means that it's only going to be bigger for FlyQuest bot lane.
Yeah, the kill onto
Masu doesn't.
trying
I
to
don't think Masu is the
return
base,
from the
right?
Raptor fight really hurt out there.
They'd love to be able to hit Drake
not able to
off
CS,
the
and
wolves
then,
here.
like,
Does
desync
Risk give
their
Griffin
recalls there
7?
with him and Core JJ too.
Maybe
so
he wants to finish
definitely
his
big
walk there.
benefit. As far as the matchup, yeah, gotta get good timings on your hooks for
I think he
sure.
needs one more
If
camp,
you are
right?
Cryogen, if
One
you
more camp
are
7?
Nautilus,
Yeah.
and he has done exactly that. So now it's his time to try and get the early vision, and they've secured the full river of vision for FlyQuest here. It's really nice setup. Of course, TL did sneak the one ward in the back of Dragon Pit, so they can see if Griffin does start to try and initiate that one.
Yeah, and I like the callback to ThinkCard's interview saying he was feeling really good about the draft until the Silas, which kind of means he thinks that just the bottom quadrant of the map should be going in their favor unless the Silas is able to enter the game and disrupt it in a big way. And that's kind of true so far with what the bot and mid lane have been able to do.
Checks notes, checks out. Team Liquid have been struggling specifically with Jan on that path, and then also mid lane now. Quad's got about a wave advantage here as another dredge line goes forward. Core JJ is just able to get out of there. We saw that the Grubs were started up here by Jose on the top half of the map. Meanwhile, Dragon started up by...
What's Masu going, by the way?
Trading neutral objectives.
Oh, Shiv, of course. I forgot.
Really good here.
Builds out of AP
Keep
now.
your farm up on Shyvana. Dragon stacking for TL. Play off their bottom side. I mean, also, Masu is stacking souls nicely.
Yeah.
Speaking of stacking, when you have your melee supports constantly fighting like this, he's getting a lot of souls. Obviously, he also got the kill, so that's kind of speeds up your static Shiv
what's he at right
completion,
now?
which is going to be really nice for Senna. So a lot of snowballing off of Masu Senna here. Could become problematic later because you are going to get high range, but of course TL have so much hard engage that if they are able to get that engage, then they can kind of...
Shiv has the what component, bro?
Yeah, I mean, Jan's really far behind, actually. At 75, maybe he's going to be at about 80 CS by 10 minutes way below where he'd want to be as the AD carry. Also, static shift being completed now for Masu means that lane's going to continue to have an advantage.
Jose also was right there with a vault breaker, but I think he was spotted the last second by that minion, so we'll just go away, and there's your MasterCard power spike you were just talking about, Jet. Static shift means that Masu not only is already ahead in lane, but will continue to put pressure on this lane. You can shove waves so much faster with this item. Plus, just having that first spike means that when it comes time to fight, you actually can.
Yeah. I mean, again, back to the Raptor fight, because like it.
Charm plus the deadly flourish. Current call opened up on a quad. He's ghosting away. Cryogen's going to try and body block some of these shots here, and does so successfully. So Team Liquid commit some ultimates. Not going to find a kill.
Yeah, ghost but no flash. Yawn also leaving his lane.
Oh, Cryo,
bit.
please
Again,
stay
trying
on
to
the
get
mid wave.
Quid off to the races a bit. No Lichbane Ahri, unfortunately. Lost chapter is his first item,
okay.
so a conventional Ahri build. Can still build a Lichbane later if he wants.
I like it.
Build it first.
Keep our options open here. But man,
Wow.
Masu down here is having such a good time. Again, the kind of the
Full level
ramifications
up.
of some of the early plays can mean so much for your lane, because the wave was pushing away from Yawn also at the time of his death from the roam back, and so Masu greatly benefited. And again, when you start snowballing the center early, keep it going. Griffin's here too.
Yeah,
And so is Jose. Could be a party.
Dragon's Ascend available if they want to go for the dive, but Jan gets the back off complete, and it's only core there right now. I imagine Griffin will oh no, he canceled the back. Jose still channeling right now, and looks like FlyQuest back off.
Yeah, Masu just getting a little bit more plate gold. Yawn not greeting. I think it would have been a real risky wave to stay on. Just decided to base and forego the few minions. It was a cannon wave, so he didn't lose as much.
So now more damage onto core.
He's already 1v2ing. All right, it's kind of just disgusting already. I mean, we're only 11
right,
rounds
hold.
in. This champ will infinitely scale. So,
Low key.
1,000
Senna
gold lead from us.
doing not bad.
Individually
Wait
over
for the
Jan.
Silas. Please,
Yeah.
Silas, save us. Save Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's been really slow on the top half of the map. It's dead even in CS. Haven't even looked up there once yet from the observer feed, so I have to imagine that means there's not a lot happening up there. It's been about the 2v2 bot side and ThinkCard's confidence in the rest of the map.
And one of the biggest benefits, and when you can win bottom side like that, is if you've got melee supports, they get roam timers for free. Great. Masu can 1v2 on bottom side, and that opens up Cryogen to have some roam timers that could change around mid lane too, and he's going to go right back there.
And a reminder here again, winner goes to Arizona. You can still get your tickets to the Arizona Finals at the Mullet Arena at ASU.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Check out the QR code.
There's
on your
been
screen
no
right now
fist
to
fighting
lock
around the top
those
side
in.
at all.
So they're doing the swap now. They're going to bring the Senna towards mid lane, and it's on the cannon wave, so he shouldn't
I think
miss
that's a very
anything
big win
here.
for
Masu
FlyQuest.
gets there, gets the wave. They've got the Rise already split pushing on bottom side, so the game plan for FlyQuest is already in effect. With their new lane assignments, have both split pushers in a really good spot, and since Senna is so accelerated, this is even safer than kind of the time would suggest.
And the upgraded Trinity Force for Griffin as well. More expensive item right there, being able to get to that moment. Quads also kind of bullied Quid a bit.
That was
That
crazy.
one, he just bodied him so hard. What? That was, he literally took
was
0
easy.
damage and
He just emoted on him. You know?
He's got the upgraded boots and a bunch of mana. Why wouldn't he be able to
I mean,
do that?
Quid just got hit by everything. Hit
Come on,
nothing,
Jack.
and-
Where's your whimsy? Where's your sense of joy? That was cool.
My goodness, look at Quad go. I mean, Quid and Core JJ said Quad was like an 8 out of 10 on everything last week on Pros.
Okay. He let the,
well,
Looking pretty effective so far.
Yep. Hey, he did the cool thing earlier.
his
No,
range,
that's not
though,
just
was,
the ult, bro.
was
Like,
average.
Silas beats the piss out of Nah.
That's a medium G right there. Medium G range. Okay, well, so far,
Well, it's been pretty-
2,500 gold
pretty
lead across
relaxed
the board. 10 seconds
so far.
through this next dragon, as we already see them walk up to set up.
You also have Vira?
And they tried to
Hello,
pull
bro.
off the swap here, so Silas down.
I haven't heard anything
that's,
back yet.
You know, part of that wave, but a lot still
Unfortunately.
died into the
Wow,
tower, and
Griffin.
some died on the top side of the tower too. I mean, he has
Griffin
two
wants to
quick
strike
arcs.
dead.
Smite coming up,
Second
yep.
smite is going to come back up very quickly here.
Simple game for FlyQuest. They want to play around every
jumped
Drake.
in.
They're starting it early right here.
Giovanna ult.
Knows he has
Yeah.
no smite. He's got to go.
Dragon's Ascent is available. It looks like it's going to come down to a 50-50. Who's able to get it? It's Griffin!
Can Griffin press his R key, though?
With the
No.
objective secure. Curtain call might turn the play, though, as FlyQuest just lost their jungler and have not gotten a kill yet.
Oh.
Cryogen flashing up the wall. Quad rooted up, taken down.
Quid just-
Actually, Quad going forward there is Quid that went down. Double kill goes in there.
Quid
to
just-
the Shyvana. Team Liquid re-engaging back in, but Gakko's with a Gnar
Oh
ultimate
my
into
God,
the
I'm
wall.
oh.
Big carry onto Morgan right
Oh.
there. Core JJ's gonna fall as well. Gakko's
Oh, it's a
with
fucking
double
nightmare fight.
kill.
and FlyQuest top laner shows up huge in the team fight for the triple.
Fair play, Gatkos, but there was just so many small micro things there that just were horrible. I mean, the initial fight is really good. They one-shot Griffin, but then look at Quid because he dashes over the wall with the root on him. So look at this. Senna gets here, W's Quid, and then he dashes over the wall and he's rooted in front of everyone. And Gatkos is able to jump
honestly,
on him
with
over the
Morgan
wall. It's just
chasing
nasty.
The Nautilus flashing over the wall after that kill.
Oh my god.
The Silas with Shyvana ult didn't get a lot done after the beginning of it, and Masu's able to snare him up there and finish him off, so Gatkos kind of ran free.
And then the Rise ult at the very end to fly in behind. I mean, that looked like a Team Liquid 1 fight until it wasn't, right? It's just this, I think your point of Morgan chasing over the wall was just the wrong decision. It spread the damage too much and allowed Quad to kind of free hit from the middle of everyone in Team Liquid.
And now the 1,000 gold lead Senna is 2,000 gold lead Senna.
Yep.
And he's level 11 now as well. The extra levels advantage too, very meaningful. Like, they weren't touching Masu
How the Geckos
before.
do versus
I don't
Thanos?
think you're gonna get many chances in this game.
You know what? I
It's
can't even
gonna
remember.
be hard.
But if I can't remember, it couldn't have been anything out like over the top crazy.
Like, if Masu's, especially if he has summoner spells, I feel like he's going to be able to run over them. And
Masu is the main character right now as he almost is able to just push back Jan.
I thought maybe he'd try ulting right there to kill him with Deathfire Touch and get Barrier, because Barrier's already down. It wouldn't have been enough damage, though. But massive mid control from the Senna.
I wish I had purview for Geckos. He has some insane clicks.
Abuse range and abuse trades and, you know, get health leads, and now we go.
Jose's actually pretty deep in enemy territory right now, but he's got the entire team behind him, and Cryogen does not. Now Dragon
Oh god.
from Griffin to re-engage. They lose their support, but
oh god. Oh god.
Morgan trying to get onto Matsu, but the backup is there. Griffin
Guys,
the kill.
it's a 6.3 gold lead.
I mean, that was big G's.
That was
Shyvana
big Gs.
into Gnar ultimate was insane, but now a 6
Oh my
kill
god.
Gnar also stacked.
Oh, and they had the push top. Oh my god. Oh my
and then the
god.
Jan who's on garage sale items. And Griffin's going to get dove here.
Yeah, Griffin straight onto Jan, has flash available, no barrier, flashes fourth shot, but in comes Quad.
Guys. Oh, Masu could click the Herald if he needs it. He doesn't need to, does he? He's got to click it now. Whatever,
Masu
bro.
taking the Herald to safety, Quid flashes the wall. Quad will pop the ultimate, and now it's only a couple minions going through. Quid gets to safety, but FlyQuest get the turret and get out.
And they really just accelerated this game. Look at the goal difference. It's 8,000 by 17 minutes. They just took everything. They went straight from that fight bottom lane into breaking mid and getting yet another kill.
Yeah, that's a big G. Gatkos with 6 kills on Gnar side lane.
Oh
He's
Wits
got Merc Treads and Wits End. Okay.
Yep.
No, either solo laner,
Well,
whichever
nasty.
TL solo laner tries to fight that Gnar, is
Good luck.
Gonna have a very troublesome time.
And typically, I mean, this is the downside of double AP solo laners, but actually,
Dude, he's
looking back
lethal
to that, let's
tempo
take a look
too.
at the
Like,
replay.
lethal tempo,
Cryogen
Triforce,
goes
Wits
in
End.
early, but it
He's
pulls everyone
1v1ing
in
that
Team Liquid
Silas.
in, and a Shyvana into Gnar combination with the triple stun into the wall before Masu just arrives to help out a little bit. He ulted beforehand, and it is Gatkos who cleans up once again.
Yeah, Cryogen with his dying breath.
Look on 5. Don't flash. Kill 5. Kill 5. I'm coming up.
Oh,
I don't
God.
have TP, remember, but it's fine. Slow. Yeah, I'm out. You can look that soon.
It's
Look trying. I'm going. I think we can win. It looks good. Kill one at a time. Kill Silas after. Yeah, Silas is dead. We can't kill him Can we kill? Has ulti. Has ulti. Bye, Silas ulti.
Yeah, they know from the very beginning. They're like, yeah, our Nautilus is going to die for this. It's totally fine. It looks good. We kill the Vi. We're definitely going to be able to get the rest of them. And with his dying breath, Cryogen gets off his Nautilus ult, into the Shyvana ult, into the Gnar ult.
What I love the most about that is Quad, who wasn't even there before the play happened, says it's good for sure. Right? Just gives extra confidence to all the kids trying to fly in.
Yeah, no, Wits End is a horrible item, bro.
Make it happen right now. They had the Wombo combo, and they
I hear it
off
here,
this
but
time around,
like, it
and
still
now,
feels bad, lol.
Again, 8,000 gold lead at 19 minutes, but so much of that just being isolated on these key carries. Masu still 3,000 ahead himself. He wasn't even really present for a lot of that fight.
Get your ultimate down there at the beginning to make sure, even if they kill people before you get there,
You got the assist.
You're going to be the assist. Very nice. And now, I mean, it's pretty easy when you have the 8,000 gold lead to just keep on stacking the dragons. Since they got the first 2, you're going to get a pretty quick soul for FlyQuest. And as we mentioned, Gnar is the god of the side lanes now. He's got Merc Treads and the Wit's End. So
No, I like it. Like 1v1 into the Silas. I like the adaptation. Like it's the default tempo. He's super accelerated.
No slouch himself since he's mid lane.
No,
He has
Sterak's is mid
upgraded Merc Treads.
here.
And that shield plus the Seraph shield means
You
you
can
are
just rook on a fawn.
insanely tanky as the
Yeah, but then
Ryze
you
as
don't
well,
deal
so
more damage.
Either side lane and the team fight all look good, Kangas. Then what's your play?
I mean, I was.
You get your tank stats from Mega. Guys, this is purely
at this point, if
when he
you're
has to
Team
be
Liquid,
ISO.
Like, what really? Okay,
Whoa,
wow.
that's a big G.
That's a big G right there.
That's a very big
on the
Gekko.
screen.
That is a big Gekko. 6 kills, Gnar.
Jump scare.
Oh my god.
I love it.
He can get bigger, by the way. Like, you know, he's still got room to grow.
Yeah, he's a growing boy, you know.
You know, canonical for Gnar. Gnar also gets bigger
No.
in game.
Straight
There we
on the
go.
Baron. Griffin not messing around with the pace of this game.
Can
Gnar
he?
on bot lane.
Oh, he
Three
can
on
help
bot
us
lane.
with
Right off time.
this.
That's a big bounty on the line if they decide
I mean,
to go for this
once
dive.
Quad shows up
All right,
anyway.
quick, get your bets in. If they had been able to get 3 people on your minimap you see going for Gnar, would they even win that versus?
They're gonna try.
Oh, they're trying to kill
okay,
Gnar
then make
bot.
it 4 for safety.
Keeping Quid down there. This is a full commit from
And
Team
he
Liquid.
flashed
Gakkos
the
is just
CC.
going to walk away.
Couldn't get him.
Just
Too hard.
straight up walks away from the turret. It will be a Baron for Dragon trade. If Team Liquid can actually get this one, it looks like they will with the amount of crystals on it.
Sometimes the biggest play a G can make is to walk away, Kobe.
Exactly.
Yeah, some fights aren't worth taking.
Yeah,
Too much
that's
to
the mark
lose.
of a true big G.
Yeah.
Is they know that they don't have to be the carry in that moment.
All right. Now, all that's left is for them to end the game. Both teams, honestly, with some pretty good showings this series. This is a really fun one, Kangas. You know, game number 1, 2 TL. Game number 2 here is so close to end FlyQuest hands. Yes, it's fairly early, but on 3 minutes, the Mountain Soul is coming up, and they have a very, very high likelihood of taking that one.
do.
So the momentum kind of going back in their favor now.
We do have to call out, though, they are the youngest team in all of Tier 1, and they have massive bounties in this season where kill bounties have never been higher, objective bounties have never been higher, the ability for the game to slingshot back. So they're playing with so much confidence. If they overdive here, would be the window to throw, but we'll see how their experience has grown them throughout the year, because quite disciplined right now, grouping up with the 4 people on bottom lane. The solo laner is Griffin, who can just ult out if they try and engage on him, and they're stacking up this gold lead.
Like that point that you bring up, it's never
Dusk and
been
Dawn
a
Senna?
more
Yeah.
fast game
This is the build.
to start playing in your pro career. We heard Griffin
This
in
is
his
what they be
pre-match
doing.
interview talking about the experience of the team. We should
Senna just deals damage, I'm not gonna lie.
Onto this bottom inhibitor turret, and they're showing that patience. They're not walking too far forward. They're walking back. Gakkos is about to lose his Mega Gnar, so FlyQuest don't want to give the window to Team Liquid to engage.
I mean, oh, we have a teleport
TP.
actually, long TP flank. So this is a Hail Mary.
Whoa.
This is a
Oh, he's
desperate
gonna
play,
fly
but
over
you
Vision, though,
You
and the
are
wave.
desperate. You have to recognize when you're desperate sometimes. So you
Very deep play.
gotta go for it.
And he should be spotted unless he's walking all the way by the wall. Now the dredge line lands from Cryogen onto
He's
Core
definitely gonna be
JJ.
spot
Who cares
that.
about the flank? If you engage first, they already got one. Gakkos goes godlike. About to hit Mega again. Dragon's Ascent from Griffin goes in. Jose's going down as FlyQuest get 2
Oh,
kills.
Morgan's getting teleported on
And
now.
Morgan's now getting teleported on by Gakkos. The capital G has arrived. Morgan locked down in a 1v2. Steals away the Gnar ultimate. Tries to get the escape off. Gakkos not going to land the wall up there. Morgan to safety, flashes the wall. Cryogen flashes
This'll
forward.
be
Dredge
fun.
line follow-up, just stopping the back as FlyQuest break the base.
Now,
He's still chasing, potentially.
yeah, Morgan's coming back to the base, and he's wrapping around for flank number 2.
Ooh, the W landed.
Oh!
They got him!
Bang.
Just popping Quid like a balloon. FlyQuest. This 80 carry is pumping damage.
I mean, Kobe, you called it a Hail Mary. They very rarely get completed. That was definitely a bit of an interception by FlyQuest, growing that gold lead to 12,500 by 23 minutes. Nobody on FlyQuest dies. They open up the entire mid lane, and they can just reset for this Drake Soul that is going to be up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, even in your like miracle dream plays, you have to have the engage at the same time because he teleports so deep. I guess Core just like saw the angle or something, or he was. We'll have to look at the beginning of that fight, but for some reason he felt forced to go now before the Silas was even there.
I mean, maybe the argument is, you know, you distract them with your health bars to buy space for Morgan to come in. Obviously, that was not the outcome we saw. It's total gold here.
Oh my.
Almost entirely. I mean, I've won so as a support. I would
It's
be very
looking
concerned.
green.
I'd be very concerned if Cryogen was also above all members of Team Liquid.
Masu doing work here on the Senna, but really anyone who deals damage
Griffin
on this team.
Those aren't big.
So what about, there's so much talk about big G's, but what about big M? Masu.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, he had such an amazing week last week.
He's also got the gold chain already. He wears that every week. You know?
True.
Dragon's not going to be contested by Team Liquid, as Jose actually is here, maybe looking for the Smite
well.
steal, but now
Get
he's just
him! Everybody
hunted.
get him!
Yeah, we saw the jungler, and we're going to try and kill that jungler. Dredgeline flash by Jose, and now Morgan's got to try and get out of there. Will get out safely, but Dragon Soul secured by FlyQuest.
You remember Moscow 5, see hero, kill hero?
Yeah.
Anybody shows
That
up
was
on
it.
your screen when you're 11,000 gold ahead, you
Get him.
chase them down.
It's
Walking the
curtains.
dogs right now here. 208 on the rise, plus the solo lane, top lane, plus the 80 carry. Charm lands on a quad. He goes into the stasis. FlyQuest diving underneath the turrets. Team Liquid are mounting their final defense, but they're losing it for now. Big engage from Core JJ, but the damage just is not there to follow. FlyQuest with a double kill the quad and only one member
25-minute
standing
game,
tall on
26-minute
Team
game.
Liquid. Will look to even up this series 1-1. GG to the big G's. They're diving into the fountain and they got the ace. FlyQuest tie the series.
Okay, the style points in the FlyQuest win are through the roof,
Well,
though, so
we have a series on our hands. I'm going to run the ads. I'll see you for game number 3, guys.
Okay, so we're still.
Absolutely, I feel like they've taken
See you for game number
momentum.
3.
I
This is
also
going to be a
feel like-
banger, I'm telling you. I'm just going to run some music. If you're on Twitch, you'll hear the music. If you're on YouTube, you won't. I need to go run to the bathroom. I shall be back. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think... Dude. My mom ate my fucking snacks. Whilst I was gone. Saw them open, Jin Ari went to the store, came back to the expected result. Bro, Cubby, it was worse than the expected result because they dead ass got... It was just belt to ass, bro. I'm coping here. Maybe TL decided to sack G2 to eliminate FlyQuest's potential picks. Son, what the hell did you just say? Are you gonna watch the LCK tomorrow? Probably not on stream. I haven't got co-stream rights, man. I put in an email, and I just unfortunately never got a response back. So I don't think it was. Yeah, I put in the email a month ago, and I never got a response. So kind of just BG. We'll live view the LCK, maybe. If I wake up in time, I'll live view it. Actually, isn't WE top esports tomorrow? Isn't WE top esports tomorrow? I think I'm more likely to watch that. Yeah, I'm watching WE top esports maybe. If I go to sleep at a decent time tonight, and I wake up before that series starts, which I think is at 11 o'clock, right? Let's see. 10 a.m. Yeah, if I wake up at 10 a.m., maybe I'll be late. I don't know. Does NA get only one team to MSI? No, they get two, but a lot of the second seeds have to play in play-ins. So you really want to dodge it, because only one team from play-ins goes to MSI main event. When does World start? Sorry, I'm looking at flights to the great United States of America. Hold on, excuse me. Invincible, what the fuck?
Through the 4-5 rounds
That is a
of
random
Nasus
ass.
and Shen, only to then play Shyvana and still have a good game, and then immediately Team Liquid is banning Nasus.
You know what,
Just
bro?
'cause
If
they
you
don't
enjoyed
wanna
it, you
think
enjoyed it.
about things that could set up for it later in the draft.
Yeah, and sometimes people will tunnel vision on strange picks that they don't know how to deal with. When guess what? The Senna blasted you straight up.
Yeah.
And it technically was after the Raptor invade that was started by the Shyvana, though. So.
True. First domino. What's the first domino? There we go.
But truly, you know, Masu and Skakos were both, you know, massive in that last game. Masu and Cryogen's bottom lane, so much pressure early on and constantly. I feel like that is the case this split, especially. And guess what? We've been talking about Lucian Melio for a long time. That's still up. The Ashe Seraphine, T-Will are like terrified to pick it because, you know, the Lucian Melio and the Caitlyn Bard are both still available, and we get whittled down a little bit more on these bottom lane matchups.
Yeah, but I will say with the buffs to the tank support items and the nerfs to Dreammaker and another week to practice, it does seem like these teams are moving more towards engaged supports, which can make for some bloodier early games. Now, as we get later into Fearless, though, is where the combos will start to arrive. Also got to shout out the Lee Sin ban. The FlyQuest is just perma-ing against Jose. He's been dominating on it. FlyQuest is not giving him the chance.
That's another Twitch poll we can run later. Will Jose play Lee Sin for the rest of the split?
100% no. I mean, maybe. You never know. You never know.
Maybe they have the correct answer. Maybe they pick it away from him instead of banning it every game. But so far, it has just been perma banned in the first 3 rotation. And it's going to be Orin as the final ban for FlyQuest. Let's see what Team Liquid want to lock in first.
Yeah, they're keeping this one perma basically, and TL have done a lot of team comps where they have Morgan just fill tank as top side. The Sion was already played, the Ornn is permaban, the Gragas is still there, so you know, they could still go for that route, but
yeah.
I feel like they play into their own style.
Every draft needs to be dynamic, especially in Fearless, so it's not as simple as just throwing someone on a tank. But I feel like Team Liquid has definitely looked the best when Morgan is playing weak side tank, because his laning is good enough that it lets him take even lanes, and then he's just filled for the team fights. This first pick of Akali is kind of crazy, though. Quid loves playing it, and they're just slamming it right away.
They did look good when they had Quid Akali last time. That wasn't to 80%. So
Yep, the bisexual backdrop is back.
So they
couple of conditionals that are not true in this game.
Exactly. Both those things are not.
Are you saying you weren't convinced by the
appropriate right now? But it's still true how
Akali can still get played top.
Gets on this champion.
Well, it's not going to get played top into Rumble.
Definitely, you know, very viable in a lot of situations as far as the things that have already been taken out with Fearless anyway. So let's see what FlyQuest can cook in response. A Rumble comp does feel pretty nice. So
cooking quite literally. Gonna look to roast him down to the top lane. It's
I like this.
A lot of different junglers, but opting to give Griffin a later pick here.
I actually really like this.
Our enchanters are coming back here.
No Ezreal to combo it with, so it won't be as
A lot of the the good engage champs are out.
Go Ashe Seraphine into this. A little bit strange with the Akali though, and I'd like to see CoreJJ continue.
Karma is really good into Rumble
I think this
as well.
is actually a
So
flex
it's a great
because the
takeaway.
Rumble into the Akali could actually keep him in control in mid lane if they are willing to be that flexible.
Okay, they're going Caitlyn Bard.
There we go. Slam it into the Karma here. All right, let's see if TL. This is a comp that can put a lot of pressure on side lanes if the early game goes well. Theoretically, your Caitlyn Bard, you can get your turret plate money early and start pushing, and then when your side lanes are opened
I'm actually
up, Akali on a
somewhat
side lane
concerned
and
for
Bard
Masu's
threatening,
champ pool here,
like,
you know.
Whoever else they pick is going to have a
Low-key,
hard time
what
keeping
does-
their summoner spells.
Okay, Sivir.
And the threat
Okay.
of the assassins in the open.
That's
Also,
fine.
just shout out. I think that both
Really good pick
games,
here.
we've seen Timo Hubbard. Somebody in the front row just shouted, "Do it!" So shout out the crowd, making some noise out there. It's Sivir, not Timo.
The zoom
Are
comp.
you disappointed in that, Jack?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you ever think they were locking that in? Probably like
No.
0%.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, you never know with Griffin.
Yeah, Jungle
Never
Timo is.
They got both.
Big.
Couple
I mean,
times.
It's bad.
Broxa likes it.
Yeah, liked it.
But it's going to be the Zoom comp, as one of you said. Sivir plus Karma.
Eric.
Heavy move speed, heavy wave
Maybe
clear,
a Renekton ban.
ability to prolong games, but I don't really see it as something that's going to step up in the 2v2.
Because like Sejuani, oh maybe they banned Sejuani.
Answering
Maybe Sejuani is the connecting piece here. That's really annoying.
Possible. And then also, if the fight does
Griffin gets an
not
R5
good,
pick
you
here
just kinda
too,
get to pick it, especially
by the
against
way.
Akali. So we'll see how FlyQuest is able to scale with these two.
This is a Zinger Wolf
Spell Shield
TL.
is really nice though, as far as
Uh,
previously. So that's going to be very nice. And then, as you say, Sivir always focusing on those waves. But we get some more top lane protection bans.
Also, if they Kiana, Kiana would stamp here. He does play Kiana because I think he was playing it.
Take out the York once again.
Well, the question is, does he play it well?
Now, but it's going to be more jungle pinching here with the Shen ban. Wouldn't be surprised as Anasis was already taken off the table. If we just see another jungle focus ban here from Team Liquid, but first we have FlyQuest, and it's going to be Pantheon.
Pantheon? That makes sense. More global person.
Still exists here, right? It's
true.
The most meta jungle. It also pairs really well with Karma and could be sped up by Sivir, but it's not something Griffin has had great games on. So I feel like Team Liquid's kind of daring him to play it.
Yeah, and I think they were also super worried about
I mean,
how much global
there's no reason for
pressure
Quad to
Ultimate
not
is
go
gonna
his
put
mid
on them
laner here.
already, with Bard and Akali on Team Liquid side.
Annie,
and they
yeah,
added a
sure.
Pantheon there. Mid game when the map is open and sidelines will get super scary. So, ooh, okay, the Annie for the initiation here, and Griffin gets the final fifth pick.
Yeah, I'm smelling something.
Secret counter pick jungle.
He did the Shyvana last game. What does he have left in the canister? Shen ban, Nasus ban.
Showing the cats and dogs here with the Nefiri and the Rengar hovers. I think maybe this is Team Liquid kind of taunting them like, yeah, we were kind of guessing what you might pull out. Nefiri is one of those pocket picks that Griffin likes to pull up. Would be very surprised if we see a Rengar locked in, as it is a switch to the Cassante. There we go. So top lane. Hey, you're getting what you wanted, Jack. It's a tank top lane for more attack. Yeah, you know, it saves some time.
Huh.
2026, you got to find ways to abbreviate.
We're trying to fit enough engage in at the end of this one.
Ooh, this is a good steal away because the Annie Wukong combo. Oh, maybe they're not actually going to do it.
But you are exposing yourself a little bit with the Wukong jungle.
I think.
I guess the Maokai.
I think it's a good.
Yeah, Maokai would be bad here because they have double AP soul lane. So
I think it's an inferior game.
Steal away here because the Wukong would kind of be a perfect piece there to.
I think it's an inferior game. It would have been a Wukong game, but I think it's an inferior game now.
Instead of a stun, so Merc tread value isn't through the roof.
Unless you want to play something really weird.
Good little flex there from TL to both steal it away and still useful for themselves.
I don't know if I'm feeling something like a Xin Zhao. I like it with Karma, but like you're getting so much
Rumble,
melee.
jungle, vein top,
it's gonna go in and
oh my god, it's Rumble jungle.
I call the mid flex, not a jungle flex.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Ads. Ads. Eat them.
And Rumble Jungle used to actually be really, really good. They did nerf the level 1 a little bit, but still powerful. So let's see. And it's pretty good into Wukong because Wukong's passive stacks armor. So we'll still be able to roast them.
This one got me. Yeah. This flex got me.
Yeah, and it gives them Gakkos the final, pick here. Like the flexibility of Gakkos and Griffin. I feel like Griffin enables so many of these Gakkos carry champions because Griffin is willing to play anything in the jungle, literally anything. Carries, tanks, and Rumble.
And that's part of why this team is so exciting, Kobe. From the skill expression to the personalities on the squad to the crazy drafts. There's so many reasons to get excited about a squad like FlyQuest, and they keep surprising us as they're making a deep run in playoffs.
Yeah. Team Liquid are like, you know what? Wukong would have been good for you. We're going to steal that away. And then we weren't even playing that Rumble top lane.
Oh, you like that armor stacking on your Wukong? We're going to play Rumble jungle.
We didn't even think about that at all. It's FlyQuest versus Team Liquid.
All right, here we go.
Series 1-1. A unique jungle pick for Griffin yet again, despite Team Liquid's best efforts here. Winner goes on to Arizona. Loser split is done. Tied series so far. Let's
Rumble
see who
jungle
takes
is
the
like
lead here. We're getting ready for Game 3. FlyQuest versus Team Liquid. Onto the Rift.
Looks like the first
acceptably okay
in Tier 1 of Spring. Trying to check all of. Okay, it's happened once before here this year in Tier 1. And it did win.
Okay. 100% success rate. There we go. That gives me a lot of faith.
LEC versus played into Jace. My goodness. This is some cooking right here. This is some draft cooking.
Okay, speaking of, this is what Kobe cooked up here. You think that Gakkos currently is ahead in the Big G race?
I mean, literally, look at the numbers. We said it was going to be based on kills. It's fair. Scoreboard.
Yeah,
it would be based on
was a
kills.
pretty good Darius game, but no point in click CC into Vayne when he gets to lane into Cassante. It's solid.
There's plenty of time for Griffin to grow.
I do kind of want to size them both up, though, just because the Vayne Rumble flexibility at the end, like even just that alone.
So champions select Big G power here.
Yeah.
Griffin maybe gets a little bump because he enabled the pick here for Gakkos.
Sure. But pulling out Vayne, still a pretty big G move.
Question,
right
does the comp work? I mean, I know they did all this flexibility.
Yeah, we got excited
Their
about
only
it.
engage is like the Annie.
Yes, it
Okay.
works because FlyQuest, they always just overload so much damage.
True. Well, let's hear from the coaches if they think it'll work, because we got Raz stated by with Spawn.
Question is going to be on the learnings on the last 2 games, just because you guys had a really stomping good game 1, game 2 is not going your way. Just thoughts and learnings going into the next one.
I mean, yeah, exactly what we thought was going to happen. We actually had a really good play in that second game where we trapped them at our Raptors and we should have gone in. Jose went backwards, bit of a miscommunication there. If that doesn't happen, maybe a different game, but we know they're insanely good team fighters. If they get ahead, they're going to roll us. If we get ahead, we're going to team fight them as well, and it's going to look very similar.
Ooh.
So we just have to keep playing. Ooh, Morgie!
That was crazy.
Morgie.
Because I was just about to ask about the draft here. I mean, I was
Can't be
really shocked
getting caught out by that.
The flex of the Rumble going into the jungle, and then Vayne being picked up for top lane. Your thoughts on the draft, especially seeing how that lane just played out?
I mean, Gakos needs to play really well. Like, the reality of the situation is we have Caitlyn, who's like pretty good into Vayne normally because one headshot puts her at half health. And then we have Akali, who's obviously going to be hunting him inside lane all game. So he needs to play really, really well. He's a good player. We respect Gakos actually a lot, as you can see from the bans that are going towards him. So, you know, we just got to play well, and he's got to play well too.
This looks like a little bit of a tough game for Quid. You guys wanted to prioritize. I mean, he's really good. Akali. Looks like a fight's going to happen here. So I'm going to actually send this one straight back to the casters so they can actually carry on with the action.
Thank you, Raz, for that quick interview there, but unfortunately no action actually happening, but you can never be too careful when it comes down to these 2 junglers.
Do we now have to use the Raz terminology? He said,
Morgie.
oh, Morgie.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. All right, next time.
Morgie.
Next time he gets
Alphabet diff in the mid lane.
Big G getting the double crab likely. He met the Wukong at bot crab while he had mid prio and Cryogen with first move. So they're just using their 3 lanes of prio to secure the double camp lead for Griffin.
Yeah, nicely done here. Rumble, get at the jungle clear speed here, and also with the team backing him up on that bottom side. Gets an advantage early on, and
double
Jose
crab.
about 2
Feels
games
good.
behind as he's taking away those Krugs top side. We also saw that Morgie almost got the play onto Gakos in the top lane 1v1, but not
You
quite.
got to have a little more oomph when you got to go.
Morgie. Yeah, it ends on like a high note.
If you say it
That is
slow,
how
then
that
it is, yeah.
Yeah,
interaction works. I think if you spell
Also
shield
like
after
that
the Q hits you,
Griffin on his visit to top
then you
side
don't
used
get stunned. I forget how it works with
he
Severe.
used his trinket ward.
But if you
And
spell shield the
trinket ward
damage and the
cooldowns
Q
for
hits the
Vayne
wall
lanes
behind
are
you, you
really
still get
important
stunned.
because
It's
you wanna
really
use your
weird.
trinket wards for the
It's like
Vayne
2 spells in one
or
bard Q, but it's very
your
deceptive.
bushes in the side lane. So this
I'd have to double
board
check.
right
I'm
here,
pretty sure you can
Gakos
spell
was able
shield
to place
stun,
that trinket
but not the
ward
damage. Like
right
you do one or the
after
other.
Griffin made his visit over there and used his. So you're still secure, but then you can also punish the Cassante with the brush advantage in lane. So I do like that as well. The big G's, they're very synergistic. Playing to each other.
Synergistic G's. Right there. It's like cursive. You know, one goes into the
Raptor
next.
invade.
Yeah, classic Raptor invade. Core JJ's here early as Griffin will walk forward. Ooh, Cosmic Binding
Level
not
5
landing
though.
as Griffin actually sidesteps back. Cryogen's here. The Magical Journey's already been used as the tether is there, but Jan joining up. Cryogen could be in some trouble.
Cryo's actually okay.
Sidesteps the trap as Masu joins up as well. The smite goes down. It's, I believe,
They can't
Jose
they
that
can't
picks
run them
that
down,
one up.
unfortunately.
And Team Liquid get out. Okay.
Really unlucky that
There we
Griffin
go.
smited the
Got
wolves.
the Raptors, but a lot of cooldowns burn. Heal from both supports, Ghost from Yon. Will help save Jose's game a little bit, though, so I'd say mission accomplished by Team Liquid making that play happen.
Man, I love.
Why is
I
Griffin
love the
star
Raptor
basing?
fights. We're
You guys see
always
that?
guaranteed some extra little bit of action here.
What's Griffin
through
doing?
The, 4 to 5
But
minutes.
the difference, Kobe, no 80 carries were harmed in the making of that Raptor. They were able to get out safely.
The camera cuts away after the Raptor fighting is done, but we have to watch them.
Was he
return
waiting
the
to
lane.
see what
You're right.
crab?
Yeah, you can never get too comfortable
Sometimes
here.
it's
I
dangerous.
think he was waiting
returning
to
the
see
lane
what crab was
after,
spawning. Actually,
the
that's what he was
Raptor
doing.
skirmish.
Oh, nice little Tibbers drop there from Quad, just chunking Quid out from the lane.
Yeah, I noticed too how immediately after he drops it, he walks back into lane to range it so it'll snap back to him and he doesn't lose too much health to the tower there. So drops it on him for the trade.
It's the base for
snaps it
Ruby
back,
Crystal.
then you still get the push.
Yeah, Tibbers looking just fine right there. Hiding in the brush, just being a ward right now as Quad will keep pushing this wave in. Quid's going to answer as much of it as he can. Cryogen gets chunked out by Jan right there in the 1v1, but still it's Masu with a slight CS advantage in this laning phase here And as Sivir goes late into the game, just gets stronger and stronger with more itemization. So the fact that Masu's already ahead in the CS department, pretty good news for FlyQuest bot side.
Quad looking pretty good on the Annie so far, getting prio. Every time I see FlyQuest Annie, though, I always just remember the history. Going all the way back to 2024, the Jensen Annie incident.
Well, I'm looking right now on this top side. Equalizer goes down. Morgan has the flash available. Flashes away from the harpoon. No slow landing. Morgan gets out of there.
Interesting. So they do think it's worth the investment of Rumble Ult. I mean, it's pretty low cooldown, even rank 1, but they think it's worth the investment just to get the flash off of the Cassante. So now we really got to keep watching top lane for the next 4 to 5 minutes and see if they are able to make that worth it and really punish, or if Gakkos is just saying, hey, if this guy doesn't have flash, then I can really bully him instead. So maybe
Cassante not having flash
taking away
is
that
pretty
extra
chill.
kill possibility or threat from Morgan now not having flash is definitely.
Nah, I mean, he skips his
really
blue so he can be there.
Rumble ultimate for the other play on the other side of the map.
For the Raptor fight.
Second Raptor invade. No equalizer for Griffin. Control ward goes down. Griffin knows that it's being taken currently. Walks into the bush. We'll try and just get the flame spitter damage.
Oh my god, he got it. He got a lot of the small ones as well, by the way.
Wait, Jose was hitting him the whole time too. He's lower health and didn't get the Raptor, and Griffin was just burning them down. That's outplayed right there.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Just stand still and burn him down and hit the smite.
That's crazy, man. What? I mean, there was no fight happening just because Quid hadn't moved over. The supports weren't there that
Gakkos,
time,
you need to be
so then
careful
the objective steal and the scrap
on
shield really
those
doing work
cues
for Griffin
specifically.
there, with Jose not willing to commit the ultimate since it wouldn't have led to a kill. On the point of the top lane Vayne, I do feel like Morgan has so much armor already. He's at 111 armor with the plated steel caps. So Gakkos really needs just more levels. He's got 1 level in Silver Bolts right now. He doesn't have even his first major completed item. So
he also needs
it might
the
be an
1v1
investment in the future.
Team Liquid actually role swap, or lane swap rather, Jan and Core JJ up to the top side here. So Gakkos not going to have that easy.
Griffin isn't using Rumble in the jungle. I think Fly
there,
loses.
Because Gakkos is also trying to shove this wave in.
You bring a
Frozen
good
on him
point.
in this matchup, like really tough for Gakkos to actually get up and do anything now.
Absolutely. You can see they're sending Cryogen up on the Karma, but a little bit out of sorts on these lanes.
Yeah.
No TP on
I
lane
think
is also the type of champ you would want to create lane swap opportunities on. And they're just going to try and make the most of this, knowing Morgan has no
this
TP
is
either,
perfectly
and
fine.
And just smite one away. They don't have to commit to the entire
Like,
objective.
okay, boohoo, Vayne isn't getting solo XP or gold for a second. Sivir is now getting solo XP.
Done, or if they want to like poke around too. Griffin seems like he's just going to farm up his blue and let him have crab at the very least. So TL will get back to their push on top side. Caitlyn push in again and try and keep that pressure there. So should be the other 2 grubs for them. Annie does have
And they ended up repushing the wave out, so now Gakkos
if they
gets
wanted
to farm
actually
anyway.
collapse, though.
This is
Tricky,
perfectly
there's no
fine.
completed item on Griffin or Masu yet. I'd say the comp for FlyQuest just doesn't actually do anything yet, which would be another reason that Griffin would just throw his ultimate.
Yeah, I agree. I think Griffin can
FlyQuest,
really
if there
fry.
was to be a dragon fight, like you don't want to do an early dragon fight against Wukong Akali. You're probably just asking to die there. So I think FlyQuest is waiting on their item thresholds a bit.
But to the point you were making earlier, Chat, now Gakkos is in a 2v2, so more XP kind of denied from him because he's sharing that with Cryogen currently. So the lane assignments, putting the Vayne
Rumble eats these camps for breakfast, bro. He's actually going to have a window to gank Morgan in a second.
And I guess on the flip side,
And he might take it.
can like annihilate
You
waves.
can either do that or you can do Drake. But it's a bit hard to do Drake because you don't really have like coverage, so I think this is just a window to gank Morgan.
Gives it to the other AD carry, Griffin. So there still is no flash on Morgan, so maybe they actually do pay it off.
He's going to walk forward, drops down the equalizer. Morgan just jumps away. The Electro Harpoon will land this time. Slows galore from Griffin as a flash forward from Masu. They want to commit.
Masu, you do not deal damage to that guy.
They don't have the damage yet.
Masu,
And
brr.
Morgan gets out to safety.
Press tab.
This time, he has no MR, but just overwhelming amount of armor. So the Sivir's not touching. He's at 156 armor already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they use Rumble.
Bro, he saw his health bar going down and it was all Griffin, and then he was like, yo, shit, I want to do that too. And then he...
Morgan's chilling, so...
that's funny.
That's Drake.
I think... I would say that's negative value.
I am feeling less excited about the Rumble jungle at this point.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that was just... I mean, that's just... I would go for that play, so I don't know if I would blame the
I mean, you're just happy to take the
champion.
chunk. Like,
Right.
Masu
for the little play.
oversends for the kill.
Now, after that, his Landry's is done. So Kasu the dragon there. Morgan kind of shrugged it off and then just teleported back to the other side. As you said, he's got a lot of armor stacked up. So
that was like 5-6 autos, and he's barely lost his shield.
Yeah, and so now he's been able to wait out the you know, the vulnerable no flash Cassante timer, and so looks pretty dang good for him so far. The Rumble Ultimate's being invested.
I mean, I think it's one of those games where I think both teams are actually happy with the game state.
This time around, but because of the Leandries, Griffin might have the damage this time.
I guess he has no other camps to farm, so he's just
all
chilling.
that's available. Morgan could look for the angle, misses the third and topo strike. Now gets the angle on the wall.
Does get dragged. Oh, and the condemn. That's funny as shit. No, that was actually his condemn. So Gakko's tried to condemn Morgan before he could cast all out. He didn't get to do it. Morgan all outed him over the wall, and then the condemn hit him after it followed him because obviously it's got a missile speed. So that wasn't Morgan's dash at the end. It was just condemn. It's really funny.
And they got Masu's flash, so we'll see if Masu gets punished.
I'm just
really funny.
Really slow for like an Akali, Wukong, like Caitlyn Bard also not accomplishing a huge amount. Because I'm wondering like where the scaling even is favored here, Kobe.
Well, what about this? When Wukong gets Trinity Force, you usually see the Wukong go make a play. So he's got flash and Trinity Force. If he doesn't do something for a while and still, then I'll give it to you for sure. Like, but I'm like, he's got Trinity Force now. I feel like he should go bonk somebody.
Because every time Griffin's gone for these plays, it's like nothing is happening on the map. They don't need to defend. He doesn't need to be anywhere to defend. Usually his camps are all on cooldown. So it's fine currently that they're not working, because I can't imagine the Rumble having good gank pressure on an Akali or Caitlyn Bard lane.
Yeah. I totally with you except for the little dragon.
The little dragon does matter.
But the question about the overall scaling does interest me, because typically when I think of a
they're putting Sivir
I'm
mid.
like, oh yeah, that's going to be a huge scaling advantage. But again, Morgan's going to be just a immovable object here in
Griffin.
the late game. And
Okay, good.
Kind of where I see Team
They
Liquid
saw where the...
also,
I think Griffin saw where that gold went off of the plate animation and decided to walk a different way.
Find plays in the late game. Team Liquid looking for a play right now, invading into FlyQuest jungle, dropping some wards down around the red buff.
Oh, could actually
Griffin
dip
trying to get
out.
a bit of base jungle defense from Cryogen and Quad.
It's a mid-wave dying too,
and
so...
we're just in a very lull state of the game right now, with neither team really all inning. The actual overall engage on the side of FlyQuest we know is very low. And then it's kind of on Jose, Quid, Core JJ to go and make plays happen. And they're pretty content currently just farming up to their first items.
Yeah, I feel like when they decide, all right, it's time now, you know, side lanes is definitely a good area for Akali, but Akali has potential to kill literally anyone on an opposing team. Like, they're all squishy. So Quid, especially if Jose meets up with him, this is kind of what we were looking at for Champ Select is later in the game, in the mid game, when the outer towers start to go down, side lanes get a little long, dangerous.
Yeah.
I could very easily Yamato live reaction to this.
Try and, like, blow summoner spells off people, and
I think once they start fist fighting, it's just they're not gonna stop. It's gonna be fist fighting till game end.
But when other people show up, it's a little dicier. And I gotta ask, is this where we'd expect?
They're really scared bot. They should be, yeah.
Team Liquid strategizing a little bit from their bottom lane, but the question I was about to pose was, is this where we expect a Vayne lane to be
Griffin's
at
gonna
this
lose his
point
chickens.
into the melee tank matchup? Because it's pretty much dead even here.
Guys, I
Morgan's done
don't...
a fantastic job.
Number 4.
Yeah, he is the target right now, though. Hasn't even
I don't
been
know
a fair
about
fight.
this.
The equalizer will go down.
Oh my
Teleport
god,
in
they've
as well.
committed
FlyQuest
TP.
are
Jesus
full
fucking
sending
Christ.
at
Can they
the
kill Masu mid?
side of the turret here. As they're just gonna keep roasting him down, all out. Flash
Guys, they
got
killed him.
that time. First blood to FlyQuest.
Guys, he has been killed.
They're going to lose turret to Akali and maybe even turret mid. They'll get turret top themselves, but overall for gold, this is definitely advantage for Team Liquid.
Yeah, FlyQuest hard committing onto that. Is now Quad's looking for Flash Timbers!
Oh my god!
As Team Liquid trying to get their jungler out of there, Temper Fade onto 2.
Wow.
Will deny FlyQuest forward.
Wow, Quad, you fucking monster.
Quad there finds them right after
Just completely salvage this sequence. Holy shit.
I think that was a triple bear. Nearly one-shot the 3 of them. Yawn goes down. The gold is still dead even right now, but look, that top turret just sitting on one plate. Rift Herald completed by Griffin. I don't know if they used all their fighting.
That was a
tools for
crazy
this ring,
engage.
So after the fight top, Proto Belt, Flash, boom. Bam. Triple stun from the Tibbers, ends full combo with Masu Q, Flash, auto reset onto Yawn for the kill.
Yeah, they were trying to chase another one too. Jose was able to flash out of range for the tether. The Cryogen had tried to early flash to keep it. but was still able to break it there for Jose, and then the defensive Bard ultimate. But Spawn not happy that they were staying longer because they did know the position of all the FlyQuest members moving, and they're moving again.
Another play onto
Guys.
Morgan. This guy just cannot find a
Guys.
1v1. It's a party in the top lane. Morgan goes down again.
They are beginning
This time
to
they have
kill him.
Herald.
They're just worn down his armor. That's not really how it works, but that's kind of how it feels in this game. Breaking top lane pretty easily here, getting more gold onto Gakkos because they're really trying to open this game up through the side lanes. I think that's critical for their win conditions here. They're not just 5-man grouping in front of objectives, but Team Liquid trying their best to counter with Drake stacking on the
Morgan.
Yeah. Team Liquid do get that mid turret eventually, so
Morgan.
they're still up in turret trade overall as the Herald will get
Morgan,
some more
my
plates
poor
on the top.
boy.
And remember, Quid did get the bottom outer tower during that too. So there were 2 lanes pushing for TL during that time. The mid lane, it was a collapse there from Quad. He got the nice bear kill. But bottom lane, they did get the outer tower for TL. So that was more Akali money. And guess what? Akali was well past the Gunblade, extra blasting one here. So if you believe in Quid Akali, which
Good
a lot
ball,
of people
Griffin.
do, and for good
Nope.
reason,
Okay.
then now he really has a lot of money, and it's his time to shine for TL.
Ooh, backing on a ward.
Here we go.
Tempered Fate lands onto Griffin. The trap goes in as well. The Cosmic Binding into
Oh.
the wall. Morgan does not have the whole team behind him, though.
Oh.
FlyQuest are actually instead springing their own trap. The Team Liquid lane. FlyQuest get a kill to Gakkos.
But you also believe in the big G's right there. As you saw, Griffin, the
Yeah, that
most
equalizer was
gold
crazy.
of anyone in the game before that last fight. Yonda's getting some turret gold.
Now
As
last
Masu
mid
gets
lane
engaged on.
here. Masu gets engaged on
Okay,
by
well,
Jose. Team
come on, Masu.
Liquid looking for plays of their own, and that time they do find it.
All right, that's just a classic Eddie carry death, going mid-wave when you have no tower and no
Ooh,
flash.
Cryo.
Ooh, Quid wants even more.
No support either.
You know what? I actually think Cryo shouldn't have cast his Q there.
Well, Cryogen was just trying to get some
I think Cryogen casting his Q, that little stutter step.
FlyQuest means back-to-back deaths. Now they're
Oh.
looking for Quid. He's trying to style on
Quid's
Griffin.
dead as
He's
shit.
just running him down. Got so much damage. And
He's gonna burn to the
Quad with
Undries, I
timbers
think.
coming out, the
Oh my god,
burn
his
not enough
boots
for
came back
Quid.
up, bro. Are you
Teleport
fucking
in
kidding me?
defensively. Morgan's gonna buy some space for Team Liquid to get out.
His boots came back off
Nice
CD.
collapse there by Team Liquid, killing Masu on mid while Cryogen was getting deep wards. We haven't been mentioning it much because it's much improved, but earlier in the split, Cryogen was dying a lot, getting deep vision.
That
That's a case of him being
isn't a
disconnected
game
from his team,
losing
and then
sequence,
very
but it's a
narrowly
game
Quid
salvaging sequence for
escapes there
TL
after
for
picking up the
sure.
kill.
Yeah, you even see the shield for his upgraded boots popping there at the end. So
Saved
close. Leandri's ticking on him, but it's definitely getting spicy here. And now we get to see, well, Morgan's under attack again. He has a sweeper, though, and Jose...
Gakkos senses it. He's got a
Oh,
sixth sense. And now as if Morgan's in there, Morgan will back off. Quad backing up Gakkos, though, just to help get this wave in, as even Griffin's coming up.
I mean, all FlyQuest is doing is just overloading onto Morgan's side over and over again. Since they don't have hard engage, they're just trying to dive with mass numbers on these side waves. They're probably breaking this turret at the very least.
Yeah.
Netting them a tier
yeah,
2.
big respect. Quad can even TP bot if he really wants to.
Side right now. Cryogen took a big chunk right there. Not sure exactly what, but
There you
Quid,
go.
let's see how much damage he can actually get on it as a teleport comes in from Quad to answer the Akali on the split push.
Yeah, TL are always pushing 2 lanes when FlyQuest are doing these plays where they send 4 or even 5 people for Morgan's side, who does not get the interrupt here. But mid lane got pushed and bottom lane got pushed during that time. So our gold is still basically
must be rushing
even, which
LDR.
is these advantages of the Dragons for
Can't really go
TL.
LDR
It's about
second.
where is it allocated? Because FlyQuest
As long as he
are
goes at
always
third,
going
he's
to
fine.
Gakkos lane, he has really been able to extract the most from it.
Yeah.
And so now it's time
big
for
Gs.
Big G Gakkos and Big G Griffin to
mean,
pay the team back.
This will be a really interesting test of an old core JJ theory. I talked to him about like where junglers gank and what they get, and he said if jungler ganks top lane, they get 300 gold. But if they gank bot lane, they win the game. So we'll see, because Griffin is getting a lot of 300 gold
Griffin's about to get
payouts
blood
by
letter.
ganking top lane. And
Or
if your
is-
top
yeah.
laner is also an 80 carry, and you're also playing a
does the
rush,
formula change?
does the formula tweak? Are they cheating the system?
Yeah, I like that. What do you think, Kobe? What would you rather have as a jungler? 300 gold?
What if you put an AD carry in every lane? Then you can gank any lane as a jungler, and you're always.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm surprised as a
We
jungler
had-
you would want
we-
that. I
we-
feel like
no,
that
I
would be
don't
bad
want
for
that.
you.
But we did have a meta that was close to that. Remember when everyone was playing AD carries mid as well?
Yeah.
Clearing of Rumble must be
regardless,
so
though,
satisfying. It is. I played Rumble
is
Jungle for a
going to
while.
be about, the
When it was meta a
now
couple of
that
years
these
ago,
towers are
and it was
down,
incredibly,
Bard
incredibly
should
satisfying.
be able to get these
I can only imagine what it
pressure
feels like now. The
onto,
jungle pep ticks.
you know,
Oh
especially
my
like
god.
Quad, and see what they can actually do roaming around here for core JJ. that you're mentioning him play the map.
At a certain
Does
point, though,
Gakkos have
Buffalo
Triforce
will
on his
have to
face? He has
contest
to, right?
Drake. I mean, the Mountain Soul into an Annie
He
is
does.
an exceptional soul. And looking at the items right now for Team Liquid, 2 items on Quid, 2 items on Yawn, and
Yep,
2 items
2021
on Jose. They're
Rumble
really
Jungle.
strong at the 3rd Drake fight, so it's going to be tricky for FlyQuest to approach this as they're grouping 5 people in mid.
Yeah, mid lane is the name of the approach right now. They even have Quad, who just went for a reset, walking back in to group up. Wave almost gone, though, from the side of Team Liquid. So just 1 range minion there, and now they control the approach. They're dropping down the Caitlyn traps, and yeah, it's going to be really hard for
This is a
FlyQuest
weak
to actually
Caitlyn
find an
trap.
avenue
This
in,
is
but Quad's looking at
good
Cortez
McHale's.
J.
Good
Magical
McHale's.
Journey gets away from the Tibbers engage.
Such a great self-McHale's there by Core as he takes the portal.
And now they have the traps as well. Tempered Fate lands onto Griffin. Still not burning
Yeah,
down
Griffin
the dragon
trolled.
immediately, but instead they turn onto the jungler, take him out, get the
Oh my god, did
objective,
he
get
smite Morgan
everything
there?
for Team Liquid.
This
Instead
might be
they
the game.
re-engage. Jose out of the back line. Quad
They didn't even need to take this fight. Griffin legit just stepped into the Caitlyn trap because he thought he could tank it, and like lo and behold, he could not tank it.
Find the ace and the objective.
And look at Quid popping off on cams with the first pick Akali. Trust him. Also, Core JJ theory paying off right here into the Drake fight. But there's just no tanks to get through the trap wall. Beautiful start by Core JJ, but watch Quid in this fight on Akali.
And also, like, Quad going for a solo pick on a Bard there, using ult and everything. Okay, here we go, though.
Yeah, Quid up top as they're all distracted. He just flies in on Quad and just buys time. No one can enter past the Akali, and then Quid still executes them anyway.
Yeah, and while Akali's in the Shroud, guess what? The Rumble is getting locked up from Bard ult into the stun right outside of the ultimate. And Team
Oh
Liquid
man,
can just
Gakko
chase
stepped
down
in.
Murder all
Oh.
these squishies.
And typically when I see...
Okay, nice fight.
Nice fight, guys.
Good fight, guys. Good fight. I really like the holding the you guys hit.
Big Q.
Yeah.
Battle of the QUD mid laners. Quid gets the lead in this game 3.
And typically when I see fights like that, I think that's kind of what Sivir wants. It's a lot of people grouped up, but like we had highlighted, Quid was alone. He's the one that kind of held the line there in the smoke screen, so Masu wasn't hitting anybody but
Okay, they're still overloading side lanes. They're actually tempo advantage here. I guess because Teo had to base after the Nash, so...
By him, and I think we're seeing that in
Is it legal?
Solo into
Can't
the
be.
Shroud, perfect execution away. As he was tethered by Cryogen right there. Jose's looking for...
Can they defend and get this tower? They can.
Back off. FlyQuest
Guys,
on the tail
the
end of play
FlyQuest
will
are...
get the mid turret, and Gakko's
Hey,
putting
so,
a lot of work on this tier 2 bot side. So Team Liquid have a gold lead.
Okay, they stopped and they got the mid wave.
Pushing in, but FlyQuest are answering right now.
Just
Wait, that was
trying
really
to
smart from
overload as
Griffin.
much as possible. They're losing team fights, so they're trying to maximize as much gold as possible, and then hope for that one good fight they can slingshot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they shredded bot tower, they half-healthed mid tier 2. As long as they don't lose inhib tower, which it looks like they could.
Trying to play to the Vayne side. It's actually Quid that goes to answer him as Team Liquid will
Pardon
take
me.
the tier 2 turret topside.
I guess
Couple
they
plays
won't.
on the inhibitor turret and back off.
Yawn is a big Caitlyn. Yawn is a very big Caitlyn. He's just been pushing. Turret play money.
Oh, they're making a play. They're sending it, but Quid can TP somewhere too.
FlyQuest going for their own similar play. Deep teleport flank from Gakkos right now as FlyQuest don't have a clear...
Oh, he's stunned. Yeah, they killed him.
They do.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Any stun is enough as Tempered Fate will land on a 1. Quad continues the chase forward.
Oh, really smart from Quad. Tried to...
Or use the self-McHale's. Jose's over the wall.
Okay.
So it's just
Well,
a kill on a Morgan at the end of the day.
And they have to teleport back to the split push here.
Has to be said, TL have been exceptionally mediocre at actually pushing their advantages this series. Oh.
Play as Quid feeling himself right now, but Gakkos is here to back up Quad, but Quid on a rampage. The Akali trying to get away from the Vayne now. Sure. Flash response from Quid means that he's out of there. As now Griffin and Jose in a bit of a 1v1, but Quid's still here.
Well, Griffin was BTFOing.
Griffin
was BTFOing Jose, but...
Team Liquid get their mid laner out of there.
DL, they keep strong and just continue pushing
just
on
a
the
lot
lanes
of
that they're pushing, and then as FlyQuest try and react and respawn, they get chased down. Quid coming
I don't know
out.
how Griffin is
This
there.
is why everyone trusts this Akali. Now he's got the Storm Surge as well.
We kept hearing never give Quid an angle to play Akali. I didn't know the angle was have it up for the first pick of the game, because apparently that's what Team Liquid has aligned on, and it's working.
Quid styling on FlyQuest right now. 4-0-2. Deathless.
Guys, am I being biased or like I just don't feel like this game should be a lot more over than it is, right? Like TL have been really. If it wasn't for Griffin walking into that Caitlyn trap, you know, like.
Needs to prepare for the next game is just like.
Does anyone else share the vibe here, or is
because he's just been getting bullied?
It's not just me, right?
Everything's getting sent at him. Well, everyone else on his team is just getting to feast. They're
good.
Free farming, free pushing. They're winning the game, but I mean, he's individually had a pretty rough experience.
Yeah,
I'm a Cassante. All good.
Okay, luckily for him, he's got like the cool popular kid in the mid lane helping him out. He's like, you know, you're getting bullied, but I'll back you up. You know, I'll help you out, kid. As Quid has been the one stepping up to the plate.
It's the top laner experience of being like, you guys all getting paid out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got 4 people on me the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, when a
there's the headshot that Spawn was
when Akali right clicks in, there will be a big problem.
With his Infinity Edge completed.
Basically, the only hope is that Gakkos does not get one shot, and Griffin drops a good equalizer, and maybe Quad finds Quad has flash. Let's see it.
But the Dragon Soul is available for Team Liquid if they can get this. The traps go down.
Slightly less good Caitlyn trap.
Oh. And Gakkos will just go straight forward. They're flashing onto the Akali. They got the tether. Quid!
Oh!
Who's unstoppable regardless! Quad's gonna fall.
God.
Quid survives.
It's a horror.
Gakkos picked off at
game's
the
over.
end. And Team Liquid keep their mid laner alive. That is another ace for Team Liquid and a Dragon Soul.
Yeah, there you go.
Fair enough.
The plan was tether the Akali so you can reveal him and I can auto him down.
Yeah, we have to kill Griffin for that third Drake fight, bro. Oh my god.
Press E on the tether. He's not going to dodge it. He can just connect.
Just explodes with a storm surge.
That's got to be the game. Team Liquid moving to match point.
That third Drake fight was
off the back of a solid mid lane and bot lane carry
tisk,
performance
tisk,
from
tisk,
Quid
gents.
And top lane sponge.
Top lane sponge. Morgan.
Bro, I don't even think the draft is that unplayable.
Go up 2-1 to the series.
My God,
I think the way that they took the third fight was just really bad.
I give my player of the game to the first pick, Quid Akali. The confidence to lock that in and
Alright,
the game
ads coming in. I'll see you on the back end.
Yep, there we go.
Thanks for hanging out today, guys. It feels good. It feels good to be back home.
I'll take it. I'll take that talk. Why not? Why not? We need the chat to vote for me as well. No, for me, I thought it was Quid as well. I was really concerned about the Quid first pick Akali, just because they can really concoct a comp to deal with it. But I felt as though he was just able to just go straight into the backline for free.
Yeah, and I mean, some of that, you could see some of their answers, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially in the Karma Rumble. However, I really loved Team Liquid's 4-5 in this draft as well.
There's a lot to discuss, though. What do you got cooking for us?
Yeah, I wanted to watch back one of these team fights because, you know, obviously they were talking about some things on the cast. I was really focused on how Gakkos played this fight and something that did end up going wrong for Fly. So let's just roll through this initial Dragon fight here. You're going to want your eyes, obviously, on Quad and on Core JJ. They're going to look for the engage here. And Core JJ did this multiple times. Watch the timing on this Mikhails. As Quad goes forward, looks for it, Core is already casting the Magical Journey, and self Mikhails instantly on that stun. You don't even see a CC bar come up on him, so that is perfectly timed, and that is the only real tool that they have for hard engage down. So I think this was definitely an overcommitment there from Quad.
You'll feel better when GX make MSI and you're all bold. Well, thankfully they're never going to make an international, mate, so...
And so TL are going to be able to
don't have to stress at all.
Engage here. You know, as Griffin goes forward, he's trying to get through this trap line. They're trying to contest this dragon. It does mean that there's an angle that develops here for Quid. He's playing over on the top of your screen on the side as they go for this engage. The Bartle honestly looked like it kind of was working against TL here from Core, and I felt like this was going to give them a bit of an opportunity, but Quid is going to find an angle in onto Quad. But I want to watch Gakkos. Keep your eyes on Gakkos right here in the middle of your screen. And how he actually plays this as we engage. So Griffin is going to get stunned up. He's going to get burst down. And as they all go forward on the side of TL, it's a nice little sidestep there from Gakkos. He is able to actually avoid the flip back from Morgan. And then Gakkos starts to get a lot of free time here. You know, he's focusing down Morgan. Morgan is going to get finished off. And then to me, it looked like from this spot, he actually might be able to run through a lot of this fight. Yawn is already relatively low.
Yeah, just...
He gets his first kill. And now watch this.
I think when Quid is in the position that he's in...
Trap right here in that brush. And they did have a pink ward on it Admittedly, it's very hard to notice in all the chaos of the fight, but he tumbles straight into this trap, gets rooted up. Look at
So
his health,
fucked
look
up.
at Yon's health. They both had flash, so had this not happened, I think it's an easy
It's so
flash in
fucked
from
up,
Geckos
bro.
to kill off Yon. But as it works out, it's headshot into the queue, into another headshot, he dies. If Yon is dead here and Geckos is high on health, I think this is a very different game. TL can't go straight to Baron. I don't think they can necessarily clean them up, but this was one of these little things where it looked like Geckos was close to being able
They have to
take
try
over
and find a way
fight,
to take
and
Banana
just
Bush, but if
lost
they take
sight
Banana
of where
Bush,
that
they're
trap
worried about
was,
Quid.
which
They don't really have a
really
way
did
to
big
stop
knock-on
Quid.
effect.
Yeah, it was
Like,
very tough.
efficiently,
Like,
I think is the
especially
issue.
Our eyes were going to be on the draft, and I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. But before we get, honestly, before we can get into it, the biggest question was going to be the first pick of Kali. I was like, don't think it's gonna work. It more than worked. Player of the game. Player of the game goes towards Quid. He actually styled in so many of these fights. But yeah, let's take a look at the draft actually very quickly, because for me what was very interesting was that they did go for a Rumble flex, and they sent it to the jungle. So you ended up getting Bane for the matchup. The matchup looked a little dicey just because as I was going through the interview, you saw like a poor trade, so you just popped out of it. But then I look at, you have Karma support, Rumble jungle, Vayne top. You don't really have anyone that can play frontline at all that can deal with any of the dives. So that was the concern that I had, was that in the fights themselves, it was really difficult for anybody to step up, and the Mikhails was actually playing it pretty crucial that if an Annie did find somebody, that they would be saved.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of how well Quid did in these fights, it really seemed like he had a lot
Breakdown
of
while it all fell apart.
and as you already pointed
I mean,
out,
it's the third
because
Drake,
the
bro.
draft went the way it did, he also has a lot of targets, essentially, right?
It's the third Drake.
Want to like poke around.
Sorry.
Some more plates in the top side, too.
And remember, Quid did get the bottom outer.
It's here on the setup. So
right now for Team Liquid.
they don't have prio anywhere, which I think comes from just late resets.
Spell pressure. Regardless, though,
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Yeah,
it's a
cool.
to be odd.
When Annie
at that walking back. It's going to be really hard for
Gets
FlyQuest
to the
to
point.
find an avenue in, but Quad's looking at Core JJ.
It's a really quick snap
Returning
assessment.
away from the Tibbers in game.
They have to look at this at 6K
self-mechanic.
and just wonder whether or not they can actually contest. But you can see Quad is already up here on mid wave, right? Geckos and Crygen are in a good spot. IMO.
There by Core as he take.
And the problem is they don't have a tank to just soak damage. But the trap line is actually not absolute. It's like they can enter through Banana Bush, but it's a really tight choke. Only issue is Quid IMO if they want to do this. They just can't really do that. So the trap line is just very, very, very OD. And they just have to make the call to drop the Drake. But then instead, Griffin walks in, tanks, drops a decent equalizer in his defense. But then he's never going to make it out.
But instead they turn onto the jungler, take him out, get the objective, get everything for Team Liquid as now they re-engage.
It's just really mega shagged, bro. FlyQuest, FlyQuest, FlyQuest. Is it still weird that I feel happier with FlyQuest than I do TL? Like holistically. I don't know. You just want to iron out whatever that decision making was. Isn't Quid basically out of champs at this point if Yone is still banned? It's possible. Ban Griffin's Twitter. So as I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling currently. Yeah, I think Quid's fine. I think he's still got champs. Oh shit, you know what I had to do? I had to put some food in the air fryer. Give me a second. It's 2-1 TL. But I'm honestly, I'm still not super convinced about TL.
Rakan and Bard. Core JJ is the one making plays along with Jose rather than being on an
I feel like
where the
FlyQuest
team's
can
losing
make it
direction.
5 games.
All right, deeper and deeper we go into the Fearless. Are we going to remain with the same target bans here? They have put that respect onto Griffin with the Mbessa and Nasus. And again, they keep it true here. Same with the respect ban for Jose's Lee Sin. All is fair. And they're like,
Yeah,
you know what?
basically,
All right,
Adi.
Quid just showed us up on the
Like,
account.
unironically, yeah.
The
That's that.
Yone
Like,
as
that is
well,
my
another
exact
of the Melee
stance.
special champions he's super proficient on. And they deny this.
Team Liquid just keep taking away the
Like,
classic
I didn't
jungle
even.
picks. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see
Sorry.
Lee Sin, Nasus
I
banned
have
every
so
game.
much pressure in my sinus. I just like sniffed and it just.
Anivia
Oh.
jungle,
Classic,
true.
the
We have not seen it yet.
classic,
Yeah. I don't know what that person in the audience has seen that I haven't seen, but I'm a little scared.
Yeah,
to
like
ask to see it. You know,
they
I
didn't
feel
really
like
have a
there's
lane
something
to
going on
attack.
there, but see what
So it
Team
ended
Liquid
up
logging
just
for their last
perma
appearance
running
here.
into the
It's
Cassante lane, and it
Fearless,
was
so, hey, Shen's
honestly not
available.
a horrible idea.
Wants to go for it.
I mean, Lucian Melio still both up as well. That was what I noticed about
Yeah.
the champ select
TF.
graphics that
Okay.
the round had just gone through.
So I mean,
Instead
now
of
Lucian
blocking,
Melio
could
just
still
seems
mean
like
they
a
want to carry through bot lane.
like a Melio lane
They
just
is
seems really
all
good here.
about accelerating either the top or the bot lane.
And when FlyQuest use it, they get Gakkos to carry too. So he get options. Everybody side lanes. It's like I feel like they always draft
Let's see.
full map pressure teams. Everybody try and push. Let's get ganks off everywhere. And honestly, I feel like they can set up here once again. See
I
if they
think you
get
just
Gakkos
stand
and
Lucian
Masu
Melio here as TL.
high pressure lanes.
Yeah.
Steal away
Yeah.
the Lucian.
I was gonna say, by going
Smart.
for this, that means that Lucian Melio can be taken by Team
It just
Liquid.
seems like a
So
no-brainer.
At least logging in the Lucian half of that equation. Bad news for you, audience member. Not today.
But they might play an MSI, depending.
True.
Yeah, we don't know who's going to be clinching that spot. T1 is in the finals over in the LCK. Well, rather, the road to MSI qualification match.
Yep.
Touchy subject there with the format.
Kind of the finals. The top two seeds playing in a match.
All
History
right,
would
so
call that.
with your Lucian Melio on bottom side.
All right, I'm gonna
now,
start
what are
prediction.
we going for
Do I have any?
here for,
We have
FlyQuest?
mods here.
They have had some
Lulu
special
Yunara.
champions.
Oh.
Like, well,
Oh.
like Kog'Maw, I guess.
Lulu. Juggermaw coming online. I've seen a little bit of Kog'Maw jump
Okay.
up around the globe here and just trying to hyperscale
Okay.
with the Cog Lulu for Masu Cryogen.
When you activate the W, your range is so good, and you can just
I think
abuse that
on
timing window.
3.
Lulu buff you up, activate your Kog'Maw W.
I know it might sound a bit
spit out a
crazy.
bunch, and if you have the Twisted Fate,
Not a fan of the Neferi
pressure as
hover.
well. Yeah, the Melio
I
does
think
have,
on
ultimate
3.
answer once he gets to level 6 as well, but you can get up to
On,
gank 3-6,
on.
and then you can always keep pressure anyway.
All right,
Watch
they send the
NACL. You also
Neferi.
know
Let's
Kog'Maw
see.
Not always in the bot lane. Sometimes can be flex mid, but with TF.
Got Twisted Fate here,
Yeah,
buddy.
not expecting it. But I just want to sprinkle the potential.
Ah,
You know? Yeah,
the
think
Twisted
about
Fate
it.
top also has not looked, at least in the LCS.
It hasn't reached its potential, let's say.
Yeah. Well, Neferi locked in for Jose, so carry jungler for Team Liquid, plus strong bot lane 2v2. Means that they're saving their last 2 picks for the solo laners.
they'll get rid of
Team Liquid
Shen.
and Morgan lock in there as we go into the next round of bans.
And Griffin continues to absorb bans, the Shen ban into the Neferi. You can really see the Team Liquid has adjusted their draft to really try and limit Griffin's cooking as much as possible. When they're like very frequently locking their jungle in as the last pick of phase 1, and then kind of banning the counter picks right after that.
I mean, Team Liquid have banned junglers. Either 3 or 4 of their bans have been junglers like every game. That's saying something because Varus is permabanned.
Yep.
So yeah, they have invested very heavily into it. Obviously, Griffin's Super Deep champion pulls you a lot of benefit, but the Anivia ban does come out here in the second half as well. So you don't have that.
You kind of
option
need an
to
AD
use
jungler here
Twisted
too.
Fate either.
Yeah.
Unless you're putting TF top, even then.
Another Mundo ban.
Yeah, when you
Speaking of what's good into TF, the Silas would be good. That's been banned away from Fearless. Orianna was always a good choice.
Oh, I'm just
Wanted to be
saying,
able to
this
get
could
pushed
end up
against
being a
TF,
generational
most
Jax game
important
for Morgan.
to be able to limit his roaming. So pretty good protection bans there by FlyQuest. With
I mean, they
the
should go
and the
Quid's
Nubia
champ here.
being taken out.
Now, let's see what the final lock-in is here for both teams. It's going to be Team Liquid locking in first. Anivia would have been that safe kind of blind pick if they wanted to go for it, but that's off the table because of FlyQuest ban.
As long as TL don't do some stupid shit like go Galio, I think they're chilling.
As, I mean, again, putting Morgan on a tank.
Galio is a bait champ here. I like Victor. Victor's good.
Instead, they're going to lock in Victor for Quid.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
something that can just push the wave.
I'm going to be honest.
You know, pretty good range,
I think Gakos needs to take the Jax.
So
And they need to go some shit like Sejuani.
Be a low mobility mage, but
like then they're going Sedge TF into Bilio, you know, like it feels really bad. I don't know, I think the draft is cooked actually. Zin? Sure.
Kind of last premier tank. It's gonna be Xinjiao here for Griffin.
Oh, you have to take the Jax. No, this is the, oh my god. Oh god. Oh god.
Good blinds here.
Oh, it's just the Jax game of all time, isn't it?
A lot of these counters have already been
it's just
aside from the Cog Lulu, the rest of the draft ends up looking.
But I will say, if they go Jax, they won't have a lot of access to Kog'Maw Lulu. Like, there's not. Yeah, this is why I was calling for the Ornn on 3.
Because exactly a pick like the Ornn that you called out.
Yeah.
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 In the top.
All right. Well.
I mean, they could do what they did last
Ads.
time.
Let's see. Let's just see how they handle it. Maybe it's fried.
Challenge accepted. Never tell FlyQuest.
Maybe it's fried. Maybe it isn't.
This game is all about
guys, just a reminder, Channel Point Gamba is up on the Twitch side of things. So if you want to put some channel points down, maybe you want to earn some to use them for redeems later or something, you know, go ahead. Get freaky. I need to go flip my food in the air fryer.
Yeah, he's going to be more facilitating and defensive for Jan and Quid to actually be the ones to carry, and then it's up to Morgan to be the one to primary engage for Team Liquid. Meanwhile, for FlyQuest, not a lot of true engage either. They got Gold Card, they got Xinjiao Renekton that can jump in there, but not that big, like, wombo combo ultimate that they can, you know, use to start up the fights.
Yeah, and so you got to play around your Gold Card timings with Twisted Fate and your W activation timings with the Kog'Maw. These are the two big power windows that are going to cycle through off these basic ability cooldowns for them when you see them get to the standoffs.
Coaches giving fist bumps here as the drafts are locked in for game number 4. Team Liquid 1 game away from locking in a ticket to Arizona and a finals weekend appearance for a road show. You talk to pros, many of them will say that's what you're working towards, the big road shows, the international potential. Team Liquid could make a lower bracket run. FlyQuest gonna have to win 2 in a row here with their backs against the wall if they want to be the ones to stamp their tickets on a plane ticket to Arizona. Riot Games Arena, here we go. Game number 4, Team Liquid versus FlyQuest.
Really felt like the Team Liquid bandwagon was empty after their last few weeks of play in the regular season. They started off 5-0. They lost their best of 3s to both Lion and C9. They then lost their first playoff series 3-2 to Lion. And even the sweep against Shopify didn't seem like people were that confident. But now 1 game away from going to Arizona. Big trade early. Quick exhaust.
Okay.
And early exhaust, not going to get a lot of damage down. It is answered by the heal, though, from Core JJ, as we do have our update on the G size.
Pretty average. Yeah,
I mean, they evened it about up in the last one. Of course, the last one was a loss, so not that many kills were added. Not that much size added in the previous game.
We'll keep updating that as the series goes on. If the series goes on, FlyQuest, again, backs against the wall, have to win out from here if they want to give us some more entertainment today, as Quad's getting chunked out in the mid lane 1v1. Quid getting the better of that one, as we have Azael standing by with an interview with Coach Apollo.
Okay, I'm going to end the draft submissions.
You guys have had some cool drafts today, as always. Wanted to ask, do you think you guys overcooked with the Rumble Flex and the Vayne top? I don't know if it was an overcook, but I mean, it was a little spur of the moment decision, but we've obviously done it before, and I think it looked good, but then I think the problem is we get punished when we don't have a front line, so we really needed to have first set up on those objectives, and we just were like a little bit too slow.
So talk to me about your draft this time. Bringing out the Cog Lulu, I think this happened in LPL as an answer to Lucian Milio just last night. So is this something that you guys have practiced and kind of prepared?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lucian Milio has been like kind of like rising in priority, lowering in priority, so it's kind of going through this ebb and flow of like the priority, and we thought it was going to be, I mean, it's a good matchup. We think it's a good matchup. Obviously, like we are good in the match. We're good on the reverse matchup as well, so yeah, just an answer. Yeah.
Cool. Got one final question that I do think is necessary. There was some controversy as you neglected to take a lucky squeeze. Do you regret it? And
right.
Raz, what's your question here?
Do you think it's necessary now?
I do think it's necessary. Okay, may I? Okay. Oh my god. Back to you in the cast.
All right, man.
We're going to game 5.
Yeah, game 5. Let's go. The lucky.
Yo, we actually just watched like
And for anybody
a Hollywood humiliation ritual live on air,
Yeah.
except it wasn't a humiliation ritual. It was squeezing Rez's red nose.
Just gonna leave them confused.
Don't need to worry
Like
about
you know how they always say like black actors in Hollywood, they make them dress up in like a skirt or like they make them do a feminine role
Assume our audience has watched the game.
to like emasculate them before they can join the elite.
Yeah, that's the stats so
That's
far.
the precedent that has.
It's like a very
historical,
very big
We'll see about
conspiracy theory about Hollywood. That's what I feel like I just
Raz
watched.
looks good as a clown. You
What
know,
are we
that's
saying?
a
Look it
big
up!
takeaway.
He really owned it, you know. I think
Look
he's
it up.
been, you know,
That's a
quite
very,
good
very
for that
yes. That's a very, very popular conspiracy theory. I'm not saying I believe it.
In game here as Quad's gotten back to laning phase.
Like, God forbid I'm just the messenger.
In the wave, junglers on opposite sides right now as the 2v2 skirmish comes in. Jose's nearby.
I feel like I've seen Masu miss a lot of CS anytime the oh Masu.
Things like the Kog'Maw Lulu, but Masu might just give them the angle here as Jose will jump onto the Kog'Maw, flash over the wall. Masu down a summoner spell.
Yeah, just a nice angle for Jose to take right there as Masu's trying to aggressively take a trade, but now 0 summoner spells, and they need to finish getting this wave in. A little bit dicey, but I think they're just going to slow play it and get it in. I want to point out the Doran's helm again for Masu. He did this on the Senna. Just really raising
People
his
aren't going
effective
to
health later on in the game.
the cinema or the
Just look
theater
for a team
as
trying
much,
to
that's for
assassinate
sure.
him. I think I really like it on Kog'Maw.
Yeah, a little bit of
The
resistance.
culture for it just isn't there anymore.
Let's see, Jan. Okay. Stopped his recall again.
Especially when
here.
so many like you know a movie is eventually going to be on a streaming service. It's like,
Push. They know that
what is
your
actually the
jungler's gonna
point
have to go back for the
of
respawn right now, so
watching a movie
Jose
when it
went
releases
back to
other
his
than
first
like
pickaxe.
you enjoy going to the
Now
cinema?
can go for his second clear up, even though
Like,
the camps are
realistically.
a little desynced, up to the top side.
Like now you're
We
actually
haven't
paying
talked
for the
about it for a
experience as
while
opposed to
with Team
paying for the
Liquid,
movie,
but it
if that makes
is-
sense.
I think it's due for repeating. Their all-time domestic results. How have they ended all of their splits in the history of the organization?
That's a lot of
Mostly
fourth.
fourth, actually. Slightly more than first. If they lose this series, they would be fourth.
Yeah.
If they win, though, it's guaranteed to not be fourth.
True.
Top 3.
Notice there were a lot of first places there.
Holy
as
fuck,
well.
they're
And second
they're
and
actually
third. I mean,
just
consistency for Team Liquid.
they
you gotta
are
give
Arsenal.
Props for how many top 4 finishes they've had. The majority of those.
There's
are
nothing better than seeing a movie in the theater. No, I agree. Like I actually think like watching movies in cinemas are incredible. Like
The early objective. Jose's on the
um
top half of the map, so no contest from Team Liquid.
when
right now.
I started dating Maddie and I started going to the States, one thing about that household is they are a big movie theater household.
Some of the other teams in our
Yeah.
league.
So when films come
I
out,
would be curious what the average is for.
you know,
each team.
Maddie, her mum,
Yeah.
they will go
Don't do Dignitas.
to the cinema to watch new movies, and so
I wanted to see it.
you know, whenever I've been out there, and like in the last 4 years, I've probably gone to the cinema when I've been in the States more times than I've gone to the cinema in my whole life.
You know, maybe FlyQuest.
Cinephiles.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Even though that sounds.
And we would have to show the different
Not great.
logos of FlyQuest. The different ages of FlyQuest have been.
But that's
fun to follow.
kind of
And
yeah,
if
that's the
you're
truth.
like me and you enjoy celebrating these stories, we could show like an old legacy org. You know, TSM, show the downfall. And there we go. Sure. CLG for life, baby. Team Liquid get the shove in the bot lane as Destiny comes in. The exhaust early here onto Jan. Polymorph as well, but he's doing a good job of getting away so far. If Quad gets another gold card, maybe that's
Oh,
enough.
no.
Just the red card for the damage.
He rolled
and Jan
blue
gets out of
first,
there.
unfortunately.
So they even live the TF gank before Milio is level 6 here. So they
Yeah.
do have to use 3 summoner spells for the TL bottom lane, but still living really big.
But yeah,
there.
like I think that's the
wave, of course,
financial
you still have
decision you make
field,
now.
with it, but it allows your Victor to push in. He gets free money, extra wave, extra turret plates, and now they've got jungle as well.
Yeah, and the wave pushing back with still no summoner spells on the Kog'Maw, so it's going to be
The card TF
easy
pulls
for
first is
Team
random,
Liquid to
yeah.
Crash this with the help of Jose. I think Team Liquid's pretty happy about.
So the way that the
Yeah,
ability is
going
actually
that way.
coded
Yeah. That being
is
said, though, it is
it's
on the side of
constantly
FlyQuest,
ticking.
so they're able to hold this here. Probably not going to get dove.
No, it's
so
constantly
able to
ticking.
all
So it
these
used to
CS
there was a
but the
point
fact that
where it used to
Quad spent all that
basically
time down there and
be
get back to mid,
the first
not even
card
behind
would
Quid,
always
also
be
nice for FlyQuest
like
mid laners.
let's say
Get
it's red,
super
and then the
punished
next time you
early.
cast the ability it will be
Victor can
gold, and the
struggle
next time you
early
cast the
game,
ability it will
but
be
really,
blue, and
like,
the next time you cast the
punch
ability it will
you don't
be
have to
red,
fight that wave
etc.
yet. Eventually,
Now
though,
it
if Victor
constantly
leads- Think
ticks.
about it, the wave.
Yeah, but I think Victor
It
is one of
constantly
those
ticks. So if you're
OP
incredibly,
champions where he
incredibly
gets a
time
little bit
autistic,
ahead, you can't really
you
walk
probably know what
in
card you're gonna
before
pull
he's able
always.
to take half half of your health. Q auto E.
But yeah,
So
now
Griffin
it's just a
still got
constant
the board.
tick. That's the way.
He doesn't play a lot of them.
That's the way it
Have always thought
works.
as Victor
It's not true anymore. Did they
so
rechange it? Is it now actually
Liquid's
truly
wrong,
random?
Team Liquid's picked it in.
Did they make it now truly random
Go for
or
his own reset here. So
am I is it now actually always oh okay, well shit. Well there you go. Now it's actually just truly random.
Also picks up a dark
Yeah, so
seal
but what I was saying
for
used to be
both
true.
laners, so
The initial one
gonna
used to
snowball
be
the potential
in
the
in
1v1.
sequence, and then
And
after
now
that they
we have
changed it to
Cryogen
always
back
be
out of the map
ticking.
into that
And
mid
then
lane,
seemingly, if
hovering.
Jabloni is not just
So
lying to me on the
Corday
internet,
leaves behind the wall,
it is
but
now actually
then
truly random.
Immediately starts moving the other way. And
Analyst, by the way,
Flyquest moved
yo,
into
it's
the
a
river
super
today.
obscure like
Supreme
people do
Vision
not know
Bolt, they
this
sweep it out. They got
thing.
the little Scryer's Bloom
Chillax.
plant as well. And
Oh, we're hard chunking out quad here, or at least trying
yeah,
to.
looks like they're just going to continue it. No teleport from Renekton, even though he's down bottom side, so it would be even 4-on-4.
And now the engage comes in from Morgan, called the Forge God. Shane, the knockups out of Cryogen, has to wild growth himself. Jose goes in, chasing
That's
for
really
the
late.
kill. First blood, the Morgan. And Team Liquid
I don't know.
get their
Cryogen's just
turnaround.
holding on to Flash for
Yeah,
next
great
season, I
stuff
guess.
Here from the Ornn, nice little combo from Morgan. They force it. They get the kill on the support. Huge stuff. The grubs as well afterwards. TL looking pretty good.
The first card depends on how pure your heart is.
From that last game.
Yeah, Wallah. Wallah is.
He also gets
That's how it
kill
works.
credit.
Yeah.
So
If you've taken your Shahada, your
Ornn
first
also
card will
doesn't
always
get
be
the kill
gold.
credit, but he's like, I'm
Inshallah.
getting paid, okay? It's my turn to have some fun. Yes, I'm still playing the tank for the team, but nice little combo here onto Cryogen, who's right next to the wall.
Yeah, has flash.
You have to
He
flash
doesn't-
this.
Once he gets this first CC, it's just a perfect double knockup combo.
What about the order
Jose
after
is
the first
able to
card? It's
dash
random,
and
bro.
keep the damage before Morgan gets the last hit on the Ornn. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill this guy. I'm looking right now. I see a Catalyst. and
Surely it doesn't end
Zillion
like
on
this.
the
Unfortunately, I
TF.
think it
see
does.
Tank items on the Kog'Maw.
I see Gat in a 1v2 right now, trying to take down Core JJ. He's got Griffin behind him. Flash from Core. Wind becomes lightning, sets up Gat for the kill.
Loki,
Under
they
the
just go
turret,
redive that guy. Oh.
FlyQuest. Find one. Can they get another one? Destiny in from
Motherfucker,
Quad.
this guy has a red card.
Jan gets
I'm
knocked
crying.
out by Griffin, who will walk away. Double kill to Gatko. Wow.
So
Well,
all
at least it
intentions
drew
supports are the
Yeon's
target. They just also
barrier.
die. Core JJ
Because
gets a
Quad
little
drew a
taste
red
of
card, I
first,
think he
and then
thought
Yeon
maybe I'll be able to
follows
barrier
Back
this.
down to focusing on the bottom lane and get that Kog'Maw some more money to buy offensive items.
Well, the Core JJ ultimate was burned in the previous fight at the Grubs. I was just surprised that FlyQuest had the tempo to make that play. Renekton, Xin, and TF all arriving with the wave crash. Just really excellent use of the tempo that they had left to get those kills.
I will say the cost, though, anytime Quad leaves the lane, especially from this point forward, Quid can just shove in so fast on the Victor. He got 2 turret plates there, he got a full wave in, and he is getting a bit of an advantage in the wave department. But
Wait, did
Quad getting the kill participation
did Quid
also helps
upgrade
out.
his
Just the
Q
team passive
first?
in general, kind of cheating anyway.
He's only on 69 stacks, but he's got 115 CS.
Gatko's ahead in these games, but you really love to get your Kog'Maw ahead in these games because the Renekton, no matter how many kills he gets, I feel like he's not going to be able to
Let me see.
move
Did he upgrade his Q
the
first?
Victor
Because he
or
just
the Ornn
lasered in it.
meaningfully in the mid game. So it's nice if they can use this Renekton to start
Yes, it's
attacking
better in
control.
most
They
matchups.
really need to find a way to get gold on Tommaso.
Certainly do.
I don't believe you.
Jungle being called now down to that area. There's plenty of wards though for Team Liquid that are going to see.
Move speed is OP again? I mean, I agree move speed is OP, but I don't think it's more OP than non-interaction.
Of the camp. All right, is Victor going to collapse? Nope. Jose is going topside. So TL made the call. Fine, you can have the dragon. We're going to trade plays to the other side of the map.
As long as the Gakkos can survive this, decent play for FlyQuest here, as it's essentially an unanswered neutral objective. Jose looks like he's just going towards the Krugs right now, calling from Jan to poke out Cryogen.
Right,
and
we're
Moss
11
a
minutes in
little
game.
bit in that bottom lane, but not enough to threaten
Let
the
me grab my
kill.
food.
Jose will just take the Krugs, and that is a Drake picked up for Griffin.
Might have just been trying to call the wave enough so that they won't get threatened by this dive. There's no TF ultimate up though, so it's probably just a bluff versus plate.
Yeah, he's also backing. We saw that Quid was hovering that bottom side. Would have been scary. Quite dicey for FlyQuest to look for that, so said they back off.
I mean, one of the side effects of that gank that they were able to pull off on the bot lane isn't necessarily that Masu got gold, but Jan and Core were denied gold. So even with
true.
that, the summoner spell is burned, the minions lost. They're using a little bit of an XP advantage and just kind of keeping control of that bot lane with the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, and Maso is pre-farming on the other side. So
Yeah.
did get the gold income from the minions. Meanwhile, he's back. And we got Griffin here
Griffin
again to
invade.
bottom side.
It's not onto the Raptors, it's onto the red buff, as no smite from Jose means that this should be easy for Griffin. Nice pickup there.
And again, look at this. Twisted Fate Ultimate had a few seconds left on the cooldown,
Yeah.
but they're still threatening it.
Yep.
And you know, like, the exact number here is fine when you're, you know, threatening on the general timer of the next ultimate.
Well, the Forge God comes in from Morgan into 1v1, pops the Dominus from Gakkos, but the Bellows Breath still means Morgan's winning the trade so far, as Gakkos will catch the wave and back off.
I mean, really nicely done, I think, by Morgan there. Sunfire Cake completed level 11 to level 10. Gets Gakkos to use the Renekton ultimate early before he ticks over to level 11. Not only removes that cooldown for a while, but gets the wave in to reset.
And this is with the nerfed damage on the Brittle procs for Ornn.
Yeah, interesting.
And he's still able to get a very offensive trade there. Nice little look, and the cooldown pretty short too. So Twisted Fate rotated up to match Quad in the side lane now. It's a little annoying because the Twisted Fate then doesn't have like full range to go to the whole map, but since Cog has been rotated in mid lane, still can make the move here.
Yeah, it's often where you're going to be looking as a TF anyway, and now it's going to be Gakkos versus Morgan. 1v1 back in the bot lane here. Minute and a half until that Herald spawns. Could see action there, but for now, it actually looks like FlyQuest are sending their bot lane back to the bot lane.
Yeah, last world quest to be completed would be Masu, so he's going to want to use that gold. He's a little bit starved at the moment.
They're going to force this anyway? They're going to force it anyway.
Big plays from Quid here onto Quad, under the turret. Clean dive. Quid with the kill. Jose will dodge the turret aggro, and that is a successful dive.
It wasn't quite C9 Rush vibes there, but you hit the trinket ward, you see it, and you're like, I don't care if that you saw me. We're still going to be able to force this. I can still dive this. And he's able to do it because the Fury can just drop aggro. Meanwhile, Morgan's like, I'm weak side, I know. I'll back off.
They dove quad.
So good play there from TL. Quid just forces the trade. Chunks him so low that, yeah, Quad is so low, we can make the dive anyway.
And despite Quad having the Rod of Ages build, so having more HP to work with, a bit tankier, as a mid laner, Quid's still able to roast through him regardless. It is Gakkos, it's trying to race for this first turret take, but Morgan's able to get back onto the wave, so it looks like Team Liquid will win the race for first brick, and that's gold onto Quid and Jose.
I realized, Kangas, do you remember that the Cloud9 rush play when he did that on Lee Sin, where he just ran straight past, never mind, Cryogen.
Pulling onto Cryogen, can he get away from that one? He does. Morgan now the target here from FlyQuest, as he will knock up into the wall, flash over, bot lane gets back to the safety of the turret.
I'm trying to remember how long ago that was.
Yeah. It was 2015.
So I gave you a little nod and a little smirk, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, started watching 2016.
Rush 1 MVP on Team Impulse, Kobe.
Yeah. Kind boy.
I missed Balls' pentakill. I didn't even see that. Yeah.
That was also 2015.
2015. Yeah, I've heard the stories. Yeah. Sometimes.
The legends.
I have gone back and rewatched some things, but here we go.
The legend of the Masu Rageblade. Rageblade Kog'Maw with Lulu.
Oh, Young might just be dead here. No, Masu walks into the turret range.
Oh my god.
The shields. He's alive.
The Ardent Sensor Rageblade spike right there. Masu and Cryogen taking over mid-prio. They've had a really high priority on Rift Herald as well, so it looks like they're going to try and just shift over to that as Gakkos is proxying with TP up. So a lot of tempo here for FlyQuest.
Teleport in from Morgan, has the call to Forge God. So the engage and frontline is here for Team Liquid. Quid also full health, call to Forge God just ripped immediately, lands onto one. Griffin has the Crescent Guard, flashes away from the knockup. Now Quad looking for the re-engage. Stun not quite landing there as teleport in from Gakkos. He got the turret, Arcane Storm goes down, not getting a kill, but chunking out members of FlyQuest, so they back off.
I mean, okay, so they end up answering.
I recently watched Lord of the Rings. We used to have it so good. I've still not watched Lord of the Rings.
Out on the Rift Herald, but kind of a draw right there. TL pretty happy to get the Rift Herald though, since you want to use it to crack the mid lane turret. Is hugely beneficial to try and take away.
It's
that
on the
area
to-do
of
list.
Safety, and so is still going to be quite nice there.
Got to track the cooldowns though, as the Soul Point has spawned, and we're down a couple of key ultimates. It's the Xin ult is down, but also the Ornn and Melio and Victor ults are down. So I believe this is going to be FlyQuest walking in Soul Point.
Yeah, so far, I mean, Jose's on the other side, so he's going to have to book it there if they actually want to contest.
Teleported in, and they're just running in.
They're just moving.
Maybe they can just push them off. Destiny pops just to get vision for FlyQuest. They see the approach from Team Liquid as now Quad Joe goes in. Gakkos as well, flashing forward, lands a stun onto Jan, but the team is there. Quad's in trouble. Gakkos has to flash away. The dragon is secured for FlyQuest. Gakkos almost goes down!
I just don't know why they did that. That was very
Morgan
bizarre.
finds the angle. Team Liquid drop the Herald and will break the mid turret.
Yeah, they're snowballing. They're going to break this whole game, Kangas. They don't get the dragon, but they do get a lot of gold here, driving it into number 2 as well. I don't know. The angle for maybe the Dragon Soul could be the savior for FlyQuest, but it did cost them a decent amount here.
The game's in that really precarious spot now where one team has the Soul win condition, the other team just has the Gold win condition. Because FlyQuest loses so much off the back of that one, they had to, like, the aggression that Team Liquid kind of faked their contest with forced FlyQuest into a half engage.
They just don't have to take
really
this.
wanted to take the Drake. He stays down there the entire fight while Gakkos and TF start the fight, so it's a split call by FlyQuest.
Yeah, and they all send everything here onto Yon, but Core is able to keep him safe, and they are murder down Gakkos here. Even with Krajan flashing to get the Lulu ultimate onto him, Morgan is here with the bellow, and he's able to blow him up, and then they instantly get paid a lot. It's not just like the kills. Because they have the Rift Tail, they can get a lot of money out of the towers afterwards too.
Big injection of gold for Team Liquid, sitting close to 2,000 gold lead. FlyQuest are on that Dragon Soul point. One more Dragon and they can pick up a big objective, but Jose's trying to use this gold advantage. Invade Griffin right now. He's got Core in his back pocket.
Yoinks the red away from him. Griffin couldn't smite both the camps that he was pulling together, so Jose, one of his favorite picks, Nefiri, got a nice 2-item power spike now and really trying
Who would you say the weakest player on FlyQuest is?
Now the Team Liquid has broken that outer ring of turrets in the top and mid lane.
Interesting too, because Renekton is unanswered right now. So Renekton down on the bottom side, they just, FlyQuest again, we are split push most of our games. And
that's a hard question. I think this team loses together a lot of the time.
Tower, so those minions just going into the
I think if you, like, gun to my head, I had to pick it's between Cryo.
FlyQuest try and stay efficient.
And it does feel like FlyQuest has been getting
Quad.
Gakkos ahead, and Team Liquid
I don't know, it's hard.
cared. So in this game, as they might go for a play on the Quid.
Big chunk on Demacia right there. Quid exhausted. If that wasn't there, might have just taken down the Kog'Maw on his own. As he just stared down 3 members. Now Call the Forge got from Morgan, gonna land onto 2. Masu in some danger, but he's gotten out of it so far. Morgan still walking forward. Team Liquid not gonna actually find the kill onto the enemy AD carry.
Yeah, gets the ultimate out of Gakkos as well as the exhaust out of the Kog'Maw, and Team Liquid keeps the pressure moving. And if Gakkos isn't making a play, like, he's got 1,500 gold lead. There's a 2,200 gold lead for Team Liquid, which means the other 4 are actually 3,500 gold ahead, which are kind of the people that are mattering, because look at these team fights. The Ornn is doing way more work than the Renekton, despite the gold disadvantage.
Yeah, Morgan is getting in there this game. Front lines, he's like, I really want to start forcing these. Trying to get the engage there, but FlyQuest, they do avoid 4 now, although the gold here, 2K in the favor of Team Liquid. It's not anything crazy, but Ornn also gets to start upgrading items. Morgan, level 13 now.
I'm watching right now as the calling comes out onto Griffin. Quad's coming from base, has the Destiny available, but not going to pop it immediately. Team Liquid just chunking out the enemy jungler, take their crab, walk away. Also getting mid lane shoved in too, though, so Quid's always making action happen, even if he's not there.
And this is feeling like a really hard game for FlyQuest to win. Team Liquid's applying so much pressure as just to keep FlyQuest back from even thinking about getting set up for this next Drake.
Yeah, this is one of those moments. Maybe you just give this turret. Masu and Gakkos are feeling confident enough to hold the way for now.
Every time Masu gets a little time to attack, though, I'm starting to think, like, FlyQuest, let's see if they could. If they can get uptime for the Kog'Maw to attack, you know, Flicker Blades is done now too, so you get more uptime for your W, can get it back quicker.
You know,
there is a world. You know, Kog'Maw Lulu maybe.
Okay. There's an angle that we can get a 5-game series here, especially because it's kind of just takes one good fight for FlyQuest. That's where Team Liquid is. Team Liquid, I think, has the edge, but needs to do a lot of things consecutively well in order to win this game. Probably getting a couple Ocean Drakes in a row.
And we spent so much time talking about Big G this, Big G that. How about Big M? Masu has the ability to carry games, and it's kind of like raise the puppy here. Started off small Kog'Maw. He's getting pretty big, 0-0-0 still, but now 2 items. The more items he gets, the less threatening that front line starts to look.
They're pinging dive on Gakkos, and so he ults to go for the wave. I like that play. Clear out the
walks
wave.
into Jose Deodo, though. Call the Forge got it as well. They just chained the knockups, and he's out of there.
Why did he do that?
To go to the wave, but then walked into the jungle.
Well, he's delaying recall because FlyQuest started Baron when they saw.
I guess this is a good play, but they're going to lose Soul. It's Soul for now.
Looks like FlyQuest should be able to get this, trading their top laner. Good depth
Gakkos
for the
has
objective. Quad's walking forward, or
Griffin a
Quid
flash.
looking for the damage. Yeah, not able to find it there. Griffin
But now they
flashing
100%
the wall,
lose Drake.
and
I don't
FlyQuest
know.
get out.
Weird.
That is a way to keep him interested.
Yeah. Offer up yourself.
Go right down there for the sacrifice for the Baron play.
Oh, wait.
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest have 3 Drakes. Never mind. This is fine.
If they tried to 5v5 around this Drake, they would lose.
Yeah.
So they were looking for a cross map the entire time, and they have a lot of Drakes stacked up that allows them to do these cross maps. They're kind of, since they traded their own gold for the early Drakes, they now need to trade their Drakes to get the gold back and buy time from us.
True.
And did you see the timing on that? They got there basically as Baron was dying, so even a couple of seconds extra of the sacrifice delay there.
Destiny onto Jan. Flashes early, flash follow, gold card from Quad. They
Oh my
got the
God.
damage. Living Artillery sets it up. Quad knocks it down. FlyQuest find a pick onto Jan.
This is huge. FlyQuest making some plays. They sacrifice, they get the Baron. Now they make the pick. Now they can actually use the Baron very effectively. Towers are melting, and Gakkos flanking around.
Do you believe, FlyQuest fans, a big momentum swing for the young roster? As 5v4, they take a turret. They will back off from there. Griffin's in the jungle, taking away Wolves. He has no flash from the earlier play. Not knocked up by Morgan, but Jose looks to follow. Blast Cone gets him out.
At the very least, they've equalized this gold, and Charlie's back in.
He's literally going for the contest again. He's got the team behind him, but it's only Cryogen for now. Pops the Crescent Guard. Morgan looks to punish as the teleport comes in here from Gakkos. Morgan pops.
This is psychotic, by the way.
Where's he going to throw it? Throws it upwards. As Quad's actually the one bursted down. Focused up by Team Liquid. Gakkos trying to buy space for Masu to free fire.
Oh, wait, hold on. Masu is right hook him.
Flash from Gakkos. Can't lock him down. Gakkos is going out of there. Yell's actually want to die. Gakkos survives. Masu free firing on the Kog'Maw. And FlyQuest hold the line.
Masu, the attack dog, with the flash forward. He is spitting right there. They chase him down. This is an absolute banger to try and push it to game number 5. FlyQuest, they want the re-engage. Griffin goes in
it's Lila.
the blue buff here because they know they have Renekton teleport to come into.
And it really looked at first like an overforce here as FlyQuest tries to chase into this really tight corridor.
Look at Quad.
They can't get past the Ornn, and Quad dies over on the right side, but Masu just keeps hitting. Rageblade goes max stack. He gets the Ardent Sensor bonus for himself, and just Yawn presents himself. Masu says, I see you, I exhaust you, can't quite get the flash kill. Ends up kind of wasting the flash there before the fight.
Mana guys, I was too. Very close. Very close, very close. Next on the play.
Yeah, Masu stepping up and exhausting and making the space for Morgan, saves Morgan's life. He gets to live after, you know, investing his flash aggressively. Wow.
But at the end of the day, I want to highlight what Jat was just talking about, trading the dragon for gold. FlyQuest with that Baron have now evened the gold. So that lead that Team Liquid had gotten earlier kind of gone at this point, and Masu now getting some
Spawn generally does need to akimbo wield
approaching that
them belts, bro.
I do kind of think, though, they got to be very cautious. Look at this. No exhaust, no flash, no heal.
No rush. They don't have to go contest this dragon. I mean, they could just wait it out.
I think they have their only flashes on Cryogen. They're sitting ducks for another Ornn ultimate from Morgan. I think they need to just kind of let Masu continue to get these items, but that's dangerous as well because Kobe, the ornaments are also coming in already. Upgraded Blackfire Torch, upgraded Infinity Edge for Team Liquid.
Yep, Team Liquid with the extra scaling, not on the scoreboard there now.
Oh, they're still feeling confident to make plays despite the fact
they murdered
have
this guy.
Summoner spells. They see Morgan, they say
wow.
kill him. Masu with the kill.
I said
You're a Kog'Maw believer now?
FlyQuest.
Oh, Griffin.
No flashes, it's our time to attack.
and they absolutely melt him. You know, it doesn't even look like a tank there. Absolutely melted. Good Twisted Fate pick is going to earn them side tower.
Yeah, tier 2 top turret takes 2 plates worth of damage.
There's 5 people in front of this tower, though.
Let's see if FlyQuest want to stick around for more as Masu
RFC gold card, maybe?
Down, but hit by the Arcane Storm. Quid pushing back FlyQuest City Carry, and that will stop the siege from FlyQuest. But they already got the kill gold. They got plate gold.
Guys,
they're
do you
now
believe?
1.7k gold ahead.
And now, Kangas, it is time for the dragon. So
do you believe?
Recall set up for the dragon. Vision control first is going to be a deal breaker here. Team Liquid have a lot of pre-existing wards in the jungle, but FlyQuest, they've got the momentum. It's 3 items done for Masu now with the Wit's End on top of it. The extra on-hit damage and plenty of magic resist to deal with all this Victor damage that has been problematic for him.
Yeah, a little bruisery build right there. 123 armor, 99 MR. We'll see if they still have no very few flashes in this fight.
And again, they can play patient. They don't have to go for it, but if that last play is any indication, they might just be confident enough to do it anyway. Controlling the access point currently. Control wards going down from Team Liquid as they're trying to get some poke down. Big laser onto Cryogen right there.
Series on the line here for FlyQuest.
Griffin's the focus. Crescent Guard will keep him safe for now. Dodging a lot of the damage. Gakkos is in the pit. He's looking for
How much damage mitigation was that from Griffin? He's still losing so much.
Now Gakkos finds his angle in, but as he jumps, Griffin has to kite backwards. Gakkos stunned up in some trouble here.
I don't know, guys.
Team Liquid.
Is it necessary to contest it? Oh, great wild growth.
Wild growth on Amasu. He
Just
is
saved the
out
whole
of there.
game.
FlyQuest will get the other 4 to safety, but that dragon belongs to Team Liquid.
Great front to back from Team Liquid. They force it. Morgan unleashes the Ornn ultimate. Everybody sends on the Xin. Even though you can avoid a lot of the damage during the Xin ult, then they still chase him down, and he can't get out. They just move on.
I want to pip. I want to know if they're going straight to Nash off this.
Right
Feels like the answer should be yes.
can never find a window to go in from the side, so it's just Griffin taking free damage over on the right, and then even if Masu tries to step up, a Victor laser, there's a Victor ult behind him, right? It's complete front-to-back dominance by Team Liquid here.
And the gravity fields as well here from Quid. Quid flashing over that
Okay, they
wall
weren't
at
able
the
to
end
Nash.
of the
They went a
fight
bit too
too,
far on the
so
chase.
There won't be a flash on the Victor now, but he's still controlling a lot of the area of these team fights.
And that's what I want to highlight. I think it's very crucial FlyQuest didn't lose more there. They have the time to play with. They don't have to contest these dragons. But now, this next Baron...
Yo, Akarek, thanks so much for gifting 5 subs, bro.
Really crucial.
Very, very generous. I really appreciate it, man.
Interrupted Jose's R with
Much love to you.
Otherwise, I think Masu might have actually gone down. He was
much love to you. Cheers, fella.
So crucially, they can now contest this Baron, and it's kind of a one-fight game here. One more pick could mean like a Baron and a big push for FlyQuest, but if they lose a fight or Masu steps too far, series would be over for FlyQuest.
Nice shield there from Cryogen, keeping Masu topped off as Jose's walking forward. Dodges the gold.
And we started a hype train off that because Mullet resub for 3 months. Love. Thank you, everyone.
Plus the Cole in the mid lane here. Team Liquid go forward. Flash from Quad. Masu has some space, but the Chaos...
Guys, Masu can't play.
He's got to back off. Griffin and Gakkos are buying this.
Yo, Masu is dying to...
ticking down. Almost died. Cryogen with
oh my god, they just...
shield.
What are we doing?
Him alive, but FlyQuest with blinking health bars on multiple members have to get
what
out.
are we doing, guys?
Dealing with that Victor ult well.
No.
Yo, Castro, thanks so much for gifting 6. Yo, generosity. On the hype train. Love, guys. Love.
Push them all out, and that's going to be a Baron for free.
Bro, that actually just cost
Quid versus
Cryogen's flash as well.
This mid laner, he's stepping
Jesus.
up.
41,000 damage. That's more than double the next closest in the game.
That's Baron to Team Liquid. Griffin could not get in there. You don't have to kill in the team fight. You just got to get them low enough that they have to reset. Team Liquid pick up the Baron buff.
Yeah, I mean, because he's zoning out 3 members with both his ultimate and his gravity field there. It's like Quad walks back into the gravity field. Masu was walking back into the Victor ultimate, and the front line had to escape.
Yeah.
Yep. Get your primes in. Do all of that.
As FlyQuest, they got
send the primes, etc., etc.
Right now, it's dealing with Jose, polymorphed up as he walked into the line brush, almost chunked down, but gold card not going to be enough of a setup. He gets
yeah, no, thank you guys for the generosity there.
Just staying grouped. Stay grouped around your Victor and your Lucian, and then just be close.
Obviously, I've been sounding like a bit of a broken record like the last couple of weeks, but like all of that kind of support has been like extra felt, man.
With how they don't want to
everything that's going on lately. So
when they can group everyone
thanks for the
together in
spontaneousness
lane, which
of the love.
Is when they're trying to push them in. Notice how Morgan's like really not pushing that deep because they don't want to give the angle for the TFO.
Yeah, exactly. And then everybody else is
James Harden is the worst Jamada impersonator. It's true.
So everybody stay together. Emilio, and we should stay safe.
Notably, no flash from Masu in that last play. It was looking dicey.
Give us
Almost died
5.
the Arcane Storm, but he survived. Still has a summoner spell. So maybe FlyQuest see a world where they can actually contest at this.
Oh, he's starting with armor because he's got wits, so he just feels like he's chilling.
Like flash back to him as he was melting it down there in the back line. So it's definitely getting dicey. And
flash by proxy. Yeah. Team Liquid sieging on this tier 2 bottom turret. We'll make quick work of that one. That is now 5 turrets overall for Team Liquid, 4 to FlyQuest as FlyQuest look to mount their defense here at their bottom inhibitor turret. Team Liquid, Jan jumps forward, gets a big chunk on a quad right there.
Oh, what the fuck?
Griffin gets onto Quid.
I appreciate the look, but oh,
No
Cryo's
flash
dead.
on the Victor, still not
It's
punished.
over.
The calling's enough to kill Cryogen. Team Liquid
Yeah.
continue forward.
Well,
Jan with the double kill, and Team Liquid might have just done it.
that's it. GG.
They are going to do it, Kangas. The push for the base. FlyQuest, their last hope is Masu.
Masu Gakko still alive. They got him out the defense. Griffin comes out from the fountain, but with the Baron empowered waves, you got to imagine this is the victory lap for Team
knock up.
Liquid. Masu's
There's
trying to
your
back
flash,
off,
bro.
has to flash. FlyQuest will take one Nexus turret. Looking at the second one
Oh.
here is Quid almost just one-shots Gakkos right there. Masu trying to find an avenue in. Griffin trying to buy him the space. It's not meant to be. The path to Arizona is paved. Road sign reads Liquid. TL 3-1 the series.
There we go. That's TL FlyQuest, everybody.
In the deciding game, Jose
Definitely a much better game 4 from TL. I don't know, the gameplay in NA this split has been very uninspiring, but I still feel like TL, this is the closest to being convinced I think I felt.
A lot of pressure recently, so being able to rise to answer that pressure, get the win here, and continue their journey in playoffs.
And I'm liking this new look for Quid, man.
I'm sorry, was there some fist bump drama there? Hold? Was there some fist? Was that a little bit of fist bump drama? I wasn't paying attention.
From Quid and Team Liquid.
Or did they just like get up a bit slow?
A lot of pressure recently, so being able to rise to answer that pressure, get the win here, and continue.
Oh, he missed the fist bump, so he just went back. Okay.
For Quid, man.
Hey man, I'm a drama fiend.
Bright future for this FlyQuest squad.
Yeah, the literal youngest squad.
I mean, like honestly, FlyQuest will walk away feeling a little bit. I'm not gonna say hard done by, but yeah, I mean, C9 or Lion are gonna absolutely have a field day with these guys. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like these games were super winnable for FlyQuest. It's like they ended 4th, but it feels like they could have gone further. And it's not unreasonable to believe that they could have gone further. Like, when it's all said and done, TL coming probably 3rd, like, feels correct. But the journey of it happening is just IDK. Alright, YouTube chat, I'm going to end here. Thanks so much for hanging out and coming by. We will be here tomorrow for C9 Lion, so I expect to see you guys there. Take it easy, YouTube stream. Bye-bye.
In an interview that you felt like now you could really be kind of the carrier.
Okay,
like
YouTube stream.